ฮัลโหลมาแล้วแป๊บนึงลืมเปิดเสียงผมยังไม่ได้เอาแชทขึ้นแป๊บนึงนะ
เอาละครับ
โอ้ยลกไปหมดมัน
อ้อมหลัง
ชนเวลาพอดีไงโอเคขึ้นแล้วนะแชทฮัลโหล
เอ้าอุ้ยเกิดอะไรขึ้นตรงนั้นกล้องไม่จับเดี๋ยวจิรามีคนเดียวโอ้โหเห็นภาพในอนาคตเลย
เดี๋ยวราวแรกอะ
แม่งวิปเฉยเลยเจเรมี
ซูมก่อนซูมยังไงวะซูม
because they were so far already stuck behind the wall, Estrella decides I'm just gonna take one with me. And the real surprising part is we got so used to Elmimar playing the Cypher that we kind of forgot that he's played a lot of Sova as well. So I mean, it's just a matter of trying to get back into the grind, which I'm sure he's been doing as they were waiting for VCTpacific to return. So curious to see if that really
มาแล้ว
gels
จ้า
with the rest
ทุก
of
ค
the
นสวัส
roster
ดี
as
นะ
well.
ค
Of
รั
course,
บ
Estrella now kind of playing those lineups.
วันนี้ขออนุญาตไม่เปิดกล้องเพราะว่าไม่ได้อาบน้ำทำอะไรไม่ทันเลยอะไม่มีเวลา
Taking a peek out in the mid, see if he spots anything. Double push once again all the way through halls.
เห็นว่าคิวสลับตำแหน่ง
Right around the corner.
เหรอ
It's just going to be classics in hand. So I mean, if they get close quarter combat, those right clicks simply could deliver some results for them. It's more going to get
เดี๋ยว
tagged.
มึงตื่นจริง
ผมมันใช้
ตื่น
ของ
ตอน
เนี่ย
11 โมง
Back into that draw. Barrow now. Whoop.
ตื่น 11 โมงก็ทำนู่นทำนี่ยังไม่ได้ ไปอาบน้ำดีครับน้องเกลือการ์ดไม่เป็นไร
เฮ้ย
มีสั่งเพิ่มเลย
They're not going to quit until they feel a little bit safer. Now that they've bought some time, now that Xferos has made sure that they're not on the flank
ผมว่า
anymore,
RQ มาว่ะ
they're
พี่
able to focus onto the site. Flip side are good for another as well.
ก็เป็นไม่ได้อยู่นะ
Welcome doing well to be able to
60-40 คู่
find
นี้
that opening kill on the Jemkin.
อุ้ย
And now outgunned okay. Able to find a second kill. Flips though. Finds himself a third. Looks for the fourth though.
Oh.
NDG quick headshot does take him
คม
down.
ว่ะ
So
วัน
fairly
นี้
ว่า
NDG มา
ถือว่าเสียหายอยู่นะ
back up here by
ตัดเยอะอยู่
Will carry that forward
ปุ๋ย
into
โค
the next round, but still miss out on 3 weapons. They will move up 2-0 all the same.
Yeah, I mean, that type of scenario,
Wah,
especially on a
okay.
map like Breeze, it kind of more or less
Didn't
secures this next round for Secret. Now, because they did still save one person's creds, they're going to try to buy up a second Vandal, so make that 3 rifles on the side of RQ. So there's still a little bit of hope, but it's going to be a much more either methodical or a bit of a rush, right? You have to go for a bit of a stack on your style, on your choice here. Yeah, just calling for the gun down as well. And it looks like the energy there for RQ. They've been waiting for this moment to return.
This is what I was going to say, though. You could go for a bit of a softer buy with that judge because Flips does have the ult available. So does have that now.
เมื่อวานในนาทีโคตรโหดเลยว่ะพี่
Pass that Vandal across, so 4 rifles.
I mean, yeah, and
ไม่ได้ดูเลย
going down as well. So it looks like they have all the intention to really commit this Euro ultimate and make an opening with it because Jemkin's nowhere close to his
Flip ไม่มี
blades
อัน
right
ติ
now.
เฉย
So
เล
they
ย
gotta make this round worth.
Taking some forward space.
เดมอนวันแม่งก็ยังเป็นเดมอนวันอยู่
Elbow
โหด
across
จัด
into mid. Nothing spotted. We'll stack here on the B site. Camera back site set up there for NDG. That's going to be the entry coming through. Pings out the cam.
Ui!
Able to
สเปคมันขึ้นมาเลยเหรอ
Takes out Jeremy. Kill found. Now flash is being sent. There's the pull out of the dimensional
Ow.
trip, but oh yeah, that one went a little bit wider around the corner than he might have anticipated. So, on the face there of Flipshiner, but still does help break open this site. So now 4v3.
เมื่อวานคู่ต่อไปมีใครบ้างนะ
Try to convert this bonus. That's going to be Borkum now taking down Estrella here, the half wall.
Secret มันเดินแปลกๆว่ะพี่
That leaves Envy on his lonesome. The call has to be to save.
I will say, I mean, it's just the first few rounds, and a lot of these you can kind of come in with a game plan from the get-go, right? You're not really adjusting to what the opponent's doing, so we'll have to wait and see. But overall, RRQ seems much more fluid as a team, right? My eyes were on Xfero. He already had full elbow control by the time they had set up for the execute. Then the Euro goes in. So as the Euro pings people out for the main forces to enter through main, if they need it, Xfero was ready to pounce for a pinch. If not, he can always stay on the lurk. So overall, a very good bonus. And we talked about how it might be difficult. Well, they make the correct choices with that ultimate, and now it's a 3-0 lead for RRQ.
It just feels like a really weird inversion. They go into the anti-eco, they drop 3 guns there, and then they go into the bonus, and they do manage to convert it, but incredibly cleanly.
Yes.
Not something that you see all the time, and I mean, so is that. A smile
ว่า
on the
คิวมาว่ะ
face of
แช
Jemkin.
ทว่าไง
Jemkin's voice and expression.
สวัสดีครับก๊อฟด้วยนะครับสวัสดีครับ
It's incredible.
สวัสดีทุกคนเลยยังไม่ได้ทักทายกันเลย
Whittling away the
วู้
during Madrid downtime.
เจอเกมวาโลเมื่อวานไปนี่คือแบบ
Let's
โอ้
see.
ทำอะไรกับชีวิต
Very
เนี่ย
weak purchases, just that one carryover weapon.
Leap.
That one there, Estrella. Clear out on the dart. Marshall in the hands of Borkum.
We'll see if that Marshall can do any damage. Kind of on his lonesome right now on A, and he's already deep onto the middle of the site, so this could become a very stressful position for Borkum if RRQ ever decides to go to A. He'll get pinched from one side or another for sure.
Ui.
Not quite ready for it, but Envy with the counter
Khom.
strike does manage to trade that back, so it's going to be Estrella on the floor. Weapon not really recoverable for anybody else, though. Would have to push out way too far to be able to try to find it.
Hasn't heard the drop. He's put some
Oh.
too late, and that's going to be the free sight. Now, that does
มัน
mean
ไม่ได้
they
ยิน
have
เห
to
รอ
let go
เสียง
of that potential rifle drop near elbow, but it looks like Team Secret, they don't have the leisure
เฮ้ย
to go all the way around to pick
หัน
that
ไป
one
แป๊บ
up
เดียว
นึกว่าเป็นเสียงเพื่อนหรือเปล่านี่
Now from here, let's see if they can do any real additional damage.
โอ้โห
but
ทำมิ่งอย่างดี
Shot not getting caught by it. Does find Vash, gets the spot there on the Envy.
โอ้ย
Challenge him. Oh my god, the headshot is just so crispy. 8-3 now on that Yaru. Flips having a hell of a start to this map.
I mean,
Is
Flips,
MDG now all on his lonesome to see if he can do any additional damage, but he
พูดทำไม
cannot.
เถื่อนจังอะ
Flips seemingly
Ah,
gaining
hiếu với
a
nhận
lot
được.
of inspiration
Ờ.
from the, finalist IGLs of Madrid, John QT and
เมื่อไหร่
Munchkin
แล้วจะเอา
bringing
ด่านนี้ออก
IGLs of Masters.
มันมีข่าวอยู่ครับ
Flips
ว่า
is
จะเอาออก
doing
3
a
แมป
lot
ครับ
of
ผม
work, 8-3-1.
ใจเย็นนะ
And the more
ใจ
I
เย็น
think about it, the
อย่าง
Euro
นั้น
เศร้าไป
ต้องเป็น
when
Ascent
they first picked it, I was excited. Granted,
Ascent
at the time, his own
meet
personal
iBox
stat
นะครับ
line
ผม
wasn't
ไม่รู้
exactly
ข่าวลือเปล่า
spectacular, but you can tell
iBox อีกแล้วเหรอ
so no matter which
iBox
game
เอา
he's
ไปอีก
playing,
ละ
Flips wants to get into the thick of things to help lead
ไอ้
the
บล็อก
team
บอกเรา
as
ผิด
the
อะไร
IGL
อะ
to
นาย
create space on his own to make the calls.
เพิ่งมาไปอีก
And
ละ
Euro's perfect for that.
Yeah, I mean, let's just
ไม่
put
รู้
it
จริ
this
ง
way.
เปล่า
He's 2 kills away from tying his record in a 13-10 breeze map versus Gen G.
Come on.
It was. Well, I'm just saying, it was a rough go. They were
Link
able
อะไร
to still get that win, but
Sure.
right now he is just
สี่เหลี่ยม
absolutely dominant.
กระดูกดี
From Jeremy, not going to be coming through. Ping not going to find him there. Here's the dash forward out over onto site.
Gets the
Try
tag.
to open up space and flip. Cheddar going to be taken down. Jeremy able to
Khom.
find Jemkin around the back. And
เอาว่ะมาแล้วว่ะ
mows down 3. Straight
สิ่งที่ไซเฟอร์เกลียดที่สุดคือฝั่งตรงข้ามมีโยรุ
Tries to swing out on the side. Jeremy will be able to take him out for a second elimination, and Secret get themselves their first round win.
สิ่งที่ดูเอลลิสอย่างผมเกลียดคือฝั่งข้ามมันมีไซเฟอร์นี่แหละ
There was they spotted the operator,
แม่ง
right? They're able to push them
เข้ายาก
back
ชิบ
to the back of site, and then
คือ
you're
คือ
trying to
แม
clear
ป
the
นี้
other
ไซ
side
เฟอร์
with
มัน
the get in,
มัน
but
เก่งไง
first of all, you get stopped with the poison cloud,
แล้วพอ
and
มี
then
โย
a
รุ
little bit
อะ
of decision. They get
พวก
bottled
แท็บ
with
แบบ
the
ที่มัน
final
เดา
entrance,
ยากๆอะ
and that
โย
might
รุ
be
ไม่
the
เก็บหมด
round
เลยอะ
just to give a little bit of extra breathing
มัน
room
โดนแก้
for all the
มัน
members of
แก้เนี่ย
Secret.
อย่างเช่นแท็บหน้า B แท็บแบบแท็บ
Tiny
ลึ
bit
ก
of
ๆอะ
gun barrel sticking out through the Viper wall.
มัน
Gives Flips game
มันไม่รู้
up.
ว่าตรงไหนมันแก้ยากไง
Notice there from NDG.
ล็อกดาร์ฟแก้มีแค่2 อัน
Very much shuts that down. They get confused and really drawn in by the chaos of everything that was going to be coming through main. Flips could have done an immense amount of damage, so very good awareness to spot that out.
1 point away from Estrella's Viper's pit, so if they're able to get onto the site, if they could have a way to get the pit down, then of course the operator is going to be
ออก
very tough for the
KO
retake.
มันยังแบบยังหลบได้ KO อ่ะ
Just quick clear.
เจออันติ KO ถ้าเราอ่า
เก็
น
บช็อต
ว่า
เก็บโค้
เกม
ช
เราอ่าน
ชนิดยิ่ง
ลู
ก
ก
ว่า
แก้วอันติมันยังแบบสามารถแบบ
อ๋อ
He's
เมื่อวาน
already
หลบได้อยู่แก้ได้
เมื่อวานเว้ยเมื่อวานที่เล่นวาโลกันอะไม่ใช่เรายิงสู้ไม่ได้เว้ยมันคือแบบ
Hold the line here. Does get
เข้าใจป่ะมันเป็นแบบว่ามูฟอะมูฟการเล่นอะมันเหมือนแบบทุกอย่างเข้ามือมันไปหมดอะ แต่เรื่องความคมอะไรเราสู้มันได้ไหม
โหโดนว่ะ
ทำเหมือนแบบเราเวลาเราทำอะไรเราก็อยู่ในเงื้อมมือศัตรูตลอด
โดนวินี้ยาวเลยนะ
รู้สึกแบบเล่นแล้วเหนื่อยก็อย่างที่บอกวาโลมันเปลี่ยนไปแล้วมันเหมือนแบบคนแม่งดูแข่งเยอะขึ้นอ่ะแล้วแบบมันก็ต้องเล่นแบบเล่นละเอียดเล่นมันไม่ได้แบบเดินให้มันยิงชิวๆเหมือนก่อนๆแล้วตาที่เจอเสมอมันก็ไม่เกี่ยวกันตาที่เจอเสมอมันจะเป็นฟิลแบบแม่งมาแล้วยิงแบบเรเดียนแล้วแม่งก็ซัดอยู่คนเดียว30-40 ตัวอะไรเงี้ยอันนั้นคือคนละอย่างกันแต่ที่เจออยู่ทุกวันนี้คือเล่นแล้วเหนื่อยมันเป็นเกมตึงไงไม่ใช่เกมชิลซีเคียนบอกแปลกๆแล้วนี่แมปกูนั่นเนี่ย
something they're going to need to be talking about is, of course, trying to decide, because Team Secret, they've always been known to kind of play this, right? We'll go for the typical 2-1-2 defaults, we'll get the info, we've got some lineups to lay, and then we go for the retake, things like that. And that starts to fall apart if the opponent does push up the tempo, 1-2 beats ahead of you, because then you think you can fight for the site, you're now down in numbers, the flank doesn't work out, things like that, and if you're going to go for things like the flank,
มันต้องเล่นเป็นทีมมากขึ้นนี่มันมาอยู่ทีมระดับตรงนี้แล้ว
only holding on to yellow in the back of sight in the case of A, things like that, just hold on to halls, and then make sure everyone's at their starting line of scrimmage before you start the retake.
พี่ว่าถ้า VCT เขามาจัดที่ไทยโค้ดของ RQ จะใส่ชุดนี้
ใส่หมดแหละไอ้ข้างในฮอมันเย็นฮอมันเย็น
พอออกมาจากคอปุ๊บถอดเสื้อกลับบ้านเลยเดินแบบว่าถอดเสื้อไปเลยร้อนชิบหาย
Looks like they want to go for a push out, and Xfero kind of expecting the halls push out with the cam as well. He's going to hear all the noise. Fairly well prepared.
Creep up from Xfero, self tucked into the corner.
เจเรมี่แต่ถอดแมสได้ดูไม่ค่อยล่างทองเลย
สงสัยต้องกลับมาใส่แมส
There's the ping reveal spots him.
Ui.
Oh my god.
อู้ยิงอย่างเวอร์
Shot Jeremy shut down.
อย่าเพิ่งชมไป
As the swing out immediately, just nothing else to be done. Xfero looking for the fourth, can't quite have it. Jesse Vash will be able to get his first kill on board, shutting down the Cypher. But now there's so much work to be done. Spike just now being brought forward as
โอ้ย
Jesse Vash. Okay.
เกมเปลี่ยนครับ
Two more. Drone out, gets the ping across, has the spot. With NDG's arrival over on
บินแบบบินงงๆได้มางงๆตรงนี้
hell of a round recovery for
Never have lost. I mean, let alone the triple kill, but the initial kill in halls and then the Cypher ultimate as well. Xfero just absolutely controls the entire map for his team. But they don't expect. I mean, what a crazy over.
เมื่อไหร่ TS จะเลิกให้ลูเจสแบกเนี่ยไอ้น้องๆชิบหายแล้วอย่างเงี้ย
Really big potential momentum swing here for the side of Team Secret. We'll find the win off the back of the timeout.
เจนี่ยังเก่า
Now NV just looking to slow things up over in mid.
เหมือนนาวีให้นาแองแบกอะตอนนี้
แดง
แบกแบบโอ้ยน้องๆช่วยน้าหน่อย
เขาบอกว่าซุยกิสึนี่โหดคมมากเลยอ่ะ
คมอยู่แต่โหไอ้วันก่อนนาวีน้าแบกไปแบบนึง
Control during all of that. They've already kept control of A main with the Euro. They've dug all the way deep.
ได้เสื้อแล้วได้การ์ดเอฟด้วยโอ้โห
Still a minute on the clock, so there's some options to go for rotate.
ขอบคุณครับยอดเลยนี้แต่ตรงนี้มีคนตาร้อนเต็มไปหมดนะ
3-4เลย3-4
เจสเอาให้ แบบนี้มันค่อนข้างที่จะกันหน่อยๆมั้ย
กันหน่อย
แพนเดอเพื่อนที่3-4 วิจะอะไรขนาดนั้นในที่สุดก็มีคนมาชิงแล้วร้องไห้สวัสดีครับเกียร์ใคร
2 sends out the snake bite to try and delay.
ซีเคทก็อยากเคลียร์นะเจ
แป
ฟ
ลกจัด
This
แต่อาคิวก็
could be
โอ้
absolutely devastating
โห
as it straight
ก็ดูชิวๆแล้วกัน
off the line gets
50
นี่จะแปลงกิมจิครับ
to stop Team Secret
แอบเทใจไว้ซีเคทหน่อย
rounds together. They
51
get
อะไร
themselves in a firmer lead once
วันนี้ไม่
again
เปิดโพล
out
เหรอ
1
ลืม
by 4. What a
เปิด
clutch.
โพลหน่อยสำรวจความคิด
screenshot that moments before disaster for sure. Everyone was thinking it when you were watching it. You saw the silhouettes. You thought surely not all three lining up together, but two are perfect for it. One's all the way back.
ดูเชียร์ใคร
Out there for the trade. And I mean, just incredible plays back to back trade rounds.
ฝากกดไลค์ด้วยนะครับคนละไลค์วันนี้ใครแข่งบ้าง RQ กับทีมซีเคทแล้วก็ DRX กับทีม Global Sport ป่าเบน
ผมไม่กลับแล้วมันหักกันออกไม่ค่อยดี
Fortunate for Secret, but that's a bit more of a fortunate start. Vash out of the tunnel, able to find Flipscheider.
Oh, this is a good adjustment from Team Secret, though. Recognizing the fact that they've been losing way too much mid control, that gives RQ all the time to set
Oh.
up.
ผมว่ะ
But they get a little greedy off of that, trying to push out, knowing that there was
แต่
contact
RQ
in
ดูเหมือน
mid.
จะตื่นอยู่
So
นะ
I don't
ตื่
mind
น
it. It's a very
พอสมควร
logical
เลย
conclusion to make, but losing that fight.
จริงๆ RQ ผมว่าค่อนข้างที่จะตึงนะเพราะว่ามันเจอจินจีมันก็แบบ
ใช่
ไม่
ตึ
ได้
ง
RQ
มีสิทธิ์ชนะหมด
จินจีมันไม่ได้ชิลแหละที่เจอจาก RQ
As yep, Neural Theft back online. Instant investment. Spots him out. One mid, one all the way back over towards the defender spawn. But Jeremy already going to be taken down. Push forward. That's going to be
จ
the
ริงๆคู่นี้ชิวๆผมใครก็ได้
Bash work cut out for him now. Is able to
50 ไป
ผมไม่คิดว่า
likely is just going to
TS จะหนักขนาดนี้
Save this one. Give it to the cash.
เมื่อวาน
Not the
มัน
best.
ก็
Envy though.
ไม่แย่นะ
Very committed
ไอ้ฟอร์มที่เจอ
position.
เซต้าตอนนั้นโคตรโหดเลยนะ
Sparrow finds
เออ
elimination.
ร่างใส่แมสอะ
Bash trying to deal any kind of damage, but
อุ้ย
Coffers are
Not yet.
Another nice triple kill coming through here from the IGL, but doesn't get them any closer to a round win this time.
ตอนนี้น้องๆมันต้องสเต็ปอัพก่อน ตอนนี้ปัญหาของทีม TS นะ 2 คนบนมันเป็น NBG กับไอ้เจสซี่น่ะ
น้องไม่ตื่นนะ ไอ้น้อง เชียร์ทีมซีเคทแต่คิดว่า RQ ชนะนั่นผมว่า RQ มันมาพร้อม
I think shockingly for Team Secret, it's
ที่ให้ทีม CS เพราะ
big app.
เห็นภาพในหัวคืออินวีเจเรมี่มันโหดกับตัวแบกของ RQ ไงนึกออกไหมก็เลยให้ทีม Secret 2-1 ภาพในอดีตนะ ที่มันเคยทำมา ตอนนี้ล่อไป1-7แล้ว ภาพไม่ค่อยชัดเท่าไหร่
จริงๆแล้วดับสเต็ปคือตอบโจทย์ว่ะ
ดับมันก็มาไปเลยถ้าแบบวันไหนมันหมดมันก็หมดไปเลย
อุ้ยนี่ไง
เฮ้ยย้ายทัก
Inches away from finding contact there against Borg.
อุ้ยเสียวหลังนี่ไวเปอร์ตัวนี้
ไอรายการก่อนมันโคตรโหด แบบอนาคตของทีมเลย
Trying to looking to fake their way out onto the site now, pushing in alongside. Has a TP set up on back pyramid. As for now, I mean, Jeremy and NDG are still very much situated over on this B site. Rotation's going to have to come through. Just now starting, even though the plan is already in. Estrella, though,
เอาทัมมิ่ง
just outside of cannons here in mid.
ตอนนี้มันมาแบบมันอารมณ์แบบว่า Rising Star
It's going to be not quite yet.
Well, the thing is he might hear one, but not the other.
Oh, but Jeremy, okay. A little bit snappy with it. He's able to find the headshot. Takes him down.
ตอนนี้เป็นดาวที่กำลัง
Now,
กำลังมอดตอนนี้
Oh, recon checking. Does get the spot. Dropping down.
Judge.
Judge able to find it, but
5 คน
ซั
แล้
ด
วผม
เข้าไปที่หน้า
finds Elmy more than leaves Flipscheider all on his own.
คนเดียวครับ
No util.
Head swings out.
Oh.
It doesn't hurt the defuse, but there's still plenty of time
อุ้ย
remaining.
เจเรมี่เอาให้ว่ะ
We'll be
อ
able
ย่าง
to get
คม
a third round. Chance to try to run this back and make it a 7-5 half.
Yeah, if they can get to a 7-5.
จริงๆเราทำทีมแล้วให้พี่เอ๋ยไปนั่งเจอเดี๋ยวลงแข่งคนเดียวก็เจอ
เขาไม่คิดจะทำทีมส่วนไหม เขายังมีทรัพยากรที่แบบให้เลือกอะก็ไม่ต้องทำผสมหรอก
ทำไมท่านั่งเจสซี่เหมือนนั่งตัวเอียง
เจสซี่เหรอ น่าจะถนัดท่านี้
Funny, still a little bit wonky, but no outlaws in play. Flash in, looking for
Ôi.
the push forward.
Ôi, bỏ khúng.
Blind himself.
Ôi.
Got Jemkin.
มันเดินยิงเหรอวะเมื่อกี้
ข่าวนานไปหน่อยบอกคุ้มบอก
Finds that kill, but Hunter's Fury from Jesse Bash again delivering that elimination. But Xfero eventually able to hound him down, catching him
ยากจัดเจเรมี่ตอนนี้โดนกดดันครับประตูก็เปิด
One side of the pyramids here is Xfero looking for the challenge against NDG, but NDG happily takes it. Envy now trying to get the catch there onto Elmi Moore, but he decides to just back away from the fight. Spike planted. So we now go into the 2v2. 2v2 is overtaking and gets the finish. Down low. TP across. Easy to headshot. Cannot. Flips. Get them across the line. Another 3K here for the Yaru.
บอกคุ้มแรกแบบนี้บอกคุ้ม
You know what? We don't want a 7-5.
สปิดเทียร์ได้ไหมวะ
Maybe, but I think they're going to be hungry for a 9-3.
And with those ultimates, they could try to make something happen. Even the Blade Storm giving a little bit more extra mobility if they need it on the execute, things like that. And of course, if Xfero is able to get another pick off on another part of the map, the Neuro Thefts will be huge.
แต่ของไทยอ่ะ
Chain that with the
ของ
Hunter's
ไทยอ่ะ
Fury as well.
ไม่ต้องสงสัยนะ
And
ทีมในไทย
you
เขา
get
ไม่
the
ปล่อย
Blind,
เขา
you
ผ
get
ม
the Viper's Pit, you've got everything.
เพราะทีมในไทยอะ
Man, the
แต่ละ
timing
ทีม
of
มัน
that
ก็
is gonna
เป้าหมายไป
be
เสร็จ
very
กัน
important, but the weaponry just lacking for Team Secret.
มองแบบนานแล้ว
Well, not going to be able to find that trap wire. Still set up, but Hunter Sphere now open here from Elmi Moore and NDG going to be taken down. Jimkin finding that kill, quickly traded out by Jesse Bash, who does get tagged low and will be eliminated. Xfero able to find the finishing shot. Now the reveal in. Jeremy swiftly taken down by Astray, who once again is lurking out by window.
เฮ้ยกูห
So
น้า
much
เลยเหรอ
work to be done here. Just Envy and Borkham
สวัสดี
alive.
ค่ะ
Weak
กุมากิ
versus multiple plays. That needs to be a headshot. That needs to be an elimination. Pop flash coming through, gets a dink, gets the kill, but Borkham dead at the same time. Leaves Envy all by himself. Both of them ready.
Only 11.
Up and recover, but they know exactly where he is. They hear it. He finds one. Can't quite line up the second. Elmi Moore will get the last shot across, and that's going to be 9-3, locked in on the half for RRQ.
I mean, the story of that half is RQ came in with a plan, and they were able to execute it to fruition. Team Secret
ใช่ RQ มันสู้เจนจีได้เลยนะเว้ย
not expecting as
ผมว่า
much
ชุดนี้มัน
mobility,
เอา
as
อยู่
much proactiveness,
แต่แค่มัน
as much aggression
โอกาสได้เล่นน้อยอ่ะ
from
ตอน
RQ.
ที่
Even when they got
อยู่กลุ่ม
contact in the side,
เจนจี
they just didn't let
เปเปอร์
go.
เล็กอ่ะ
Those are the moments
มัน
actually
ซวยด้วยแหละ
back
อยู่
where he
อยู่
used
กลุ่ม
to
ปี
shine,
ศาจ
right? He would never let go of the
เนี่ย
sight.
ได้เฉิด
So
ฉายแล้ว
impressive. He's there to fight 1v2, 1v3. He's still re-peaking. And RQ this time ready for the trades. Also the lurks a lot earlier, a lot more fluid. And Secret just not quite aware of that. I mean, they started to get a hang of it right around, round 6 and 7, halfway through.
แต่เจนจีตอนแรกก็ตอนที่เจอ RQ ก็คงแบบว่าทีมที่แบบนอกสายตาเขามาตีกันอะก็เลยแบบว่าคนเลยไม่ได้โฟกัสมาก ก็เลยอาจจะมองว่า RQ ก็น่าจะเฉยๆป่ะ แต่พอไปดูจริงๆ พอดูฟอร์มเจนจีแล้วโอ้โห RQ แม่งเอาเนี่ยถ้าแม่งสู้เจนจีได้พอแบบมีเถียงได้บ้างอะเรียกได้ว่าทำให้เจนจีเป็นเกมตึงอะ ก็เลยคิดว่าเจนRQ ตอนนี้น่าจะอยู่ในเทียร์ที่ค่อนข้างที่จะโหด
mostly across the board here on both sides, of course, given the long distances of Breeze. And Team Secret looks like they really just want to try to get the information first from the get-go, even on the pistol. Not going for a bit of a Hail Mary, not going for anything straight out of the playbook just yet.
Decent little spread. Looks like maybe Jemkin going to go on a bit of a walkabout. Does have that ghost in hand, and looks like he'll want to challenge all the way down halls potentially. He's watch and see if there's going to be any kind of forward pressure. Smash does have a drone. For now, just doing the rope peek. We'll just back away from that.
Yeah, no drone on the side of Omimore, so he is going to have to just keep his eyes on mid from Nest the whole time through until they get other information. And if they do want to empty it, they're going to have to make sure that they're careful about how they move around the map. So Jemkin trying to make sure that he continues to take control of halls as well. So far, I mean, RRQ, they feel comfy, right? They haven't seen any crosses that indicate where the attack's going to come through. Now you see that Poison Cloud activating again. That gives you a bit of a signal. Recon from A, you're expecting the pinch.
Yeah, drone now coming through. Bite sent just to try to slow up anybody. Does reveal himself and will get caught. Jeremy able to find that kill. Door now opened up. Recon will hold him at bay. Just a moment as Flipshot is able to find one on the entry. NDG in the meantime going to be
ไม่เข้าดีกว่าบอกคุ้มเข้าเอบอกคุ้มไปบีดีกว่าเอบอกคุ้ม
Now spotting them out, realizing that they're all just going to be pushing in through tunnel. Just has to back away, give up the sight. So Plant can come in. Secret a bit walking down the take, much more aggressive and deep position on the backside of the site, and it does reward them with 2 kills.
Yeah, I love that they're regrouping towards back of side as well. Right now it's back to a 2v2, but you
มามืดเลย
expect
กล้า
the
น้ำ
rest
กล้า
of
ให้
our
เทีย
queue
สู
to
ง
be split 1-on-1. You already confirmed where Xfero was. It might have caught sight of Flips as well. And now it's a 2v1. Great adjustments from Secret. What looked like it might be a rough round, they're able to turn things around with some nice decision-making from Jeremy to push out towards the defender spawn.
Tap onto it, spots them both, and will get taken down. Pistol round goes the way of Team Secret, and that's the first step of many to try to right the ship and get themselves back on track here in this map. Solid start for them. See though, now they fare moving forward here into the anti-eco, because we have seen some wonkiness so far.
Yes.
Pacific.
Yeah,
As far as
there's
people
definitely...
struggling to close out those second round wins.
I mean, maybe that's going to be the continuing trend. It seems like it builds up more and more. But that round, as soon as the execute started happening, a lot of good stuff from both sides.
93 เคิร์ดหรือเปล่า
From the side of RQ, but once they were down in numbers, Jeremy pushing out through the double arches to make sure that they create space to dwindle the numbers. Again, great decision making as well. Now
Heard
the
the
outlaw.
cam.
ง่วงกว่าชัด อยากไปอาบน้ำมากเลย
Ready to send it
เดี๋ยวจบเบรกก่อนแล้วกัน
multiples. Swings back in, looking to try to put that
ไม่
guardian
เดี๋ยว
to use.
ไม่ได้อีก
Classic long range, you definitely favor Jesse in that
นอน
situation.
แม่งเลย
They do give away. Gate crash now expiring though.
Now, RQ, not sure if it's off of a read or just really trying to stick to their guts because
ง่วงก็แค่
it's
นอน
gonna
เนี่ย
give
วิธี
up
แก้ง่วง
that A main control. And oftentimes when you show a stack on an eco, you kind of
ไม่ได้
expect the
ดิ
other
พี่
team to rotate around. But they
คือ
immediately
พอ
just
พัก
hold
ครึ่งผม
default.
ต้อ
They
ง
hear
ขับรถ
nothing
ไป
and
ส่ง
they're
แม่
regrouping
ข้างน
on
อก
A. And I think Team
ก็
Secret
ต้องกลับมา
was
ก็เริ่ม
waiting
เกม
for
2 พอ
RQ
ดี
to move away from the site.
Well, Jemkin does get caught on that push down halls.
ง่วงก็แค่นอน
Ball now set up. Estrella with a
โอ้ย
spray. Oh,
ได้อะปืนเนี้ยสแปม
Does manage to find a kill. Envy
แป
gonna be
ลก
taken down. A bit unlucky there for him, but still.
ปืนนี้เขาสเปรมกัน
For the weapon advantage.
เฮ้ย
There you go.
อะไรวะน่ะ
Flash in. Xfero
ปิ๊บ
able to find the kill. Just
ขาวหมด
pork him a little bit. As he will claim 3. Team Secret will be able to close out the anti-eco.
Yeah, the great timing from Borkum there with the toxic screen. Kind of lowers it to make sure they have members ready for antis. They have members already peeking past the screen as well. Because the thing is they cleared the back of pyramids, right? And they're like, well, nobody's here, but they were here. So surely they've rotated around some other part of the map. Good reads from Team Secret on that anti. And they're able to carry over quite a few weapons into the next round as well.
Yes, I believe everybody right now from RQ is coming into this with half armor. And that outlaw is still in play. Jeremy has that in his hands right now. Xfero back pillar. If he swings out, he could very well be a dead man.
I mean, it's rounds like these where you look at it and you say, are some of those buys really worth it in terms of utility, sheriffs, things like that? And right now, because of that outlaw RQ, they're gonna have to wait for some of these trap plays.
โอ้โห
Don't want to give him any opportunity.
What a
ไอ้พังแทบ
It's Jesse Bash.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's also one of those things where it's like, there was probably a simpler way to do it, but that one just looks a lot cooler as well and a lot safer, so...
Yeah.
I mean, the thing...
Across the map.
Yeah, but we will talk about that, though, because usually you'd expect that trip to be... Uh-oh. Cleared close. So you're not expecting them to be this ready so fast on the A side.
Yeah, Melvin Moore
Jeremy
throwing out an ambi-turn. It doesn't look left. And now with a push coming through double doors, he ends up getting flushed out. So now RQ trying to rotate everybody across, but NDG in a huge backstab position. Lurking his way up through Nest Flips, watching this for the moment. NDG trying to take his time. There's the push out. It's a bit of damage here. Sends out so much there on the flip. So 89 on the Yoru.
I mean,
They get ready to go for this, but they have to constantly be looking behind them. They know that Cypher is still going to be in that position. First shot on the Outlaw, not finding it. Up on the top, Jemkin getting the jump.
Oi!
It's the bolt. It's like they completely
มัน
forgot
ยังอุตส่าห์ไหลมาที่เดิม
I
อีก
mean, they
ยัง
just
กวน
assumed that
มัน
it
ดื้อ
would
มัน
take
ดื้อ
them a lot longer.
มันทำสวยแล้ว มันดึง
Just
มัน
the
ดึง
way
กดดัน
they lined up
ให้
next to
อา
each
คิว
other,
พะวง
kind of perfect for
แล้วก็
the
ไม่เดิน
holdout, which is usually hard to control.
And with that, I mean, that's just
อันนี้คือการรีเทคแบบเสียงแบบคอนโทรลมันก็จะยากๆนิดนึง
So it's going to be yet another bonus converted, but
โคตร
this
กวน
time for Team Secret, as they will very much shorten this
ถึ
gap.
งเวลาแต่พี่มีเวนต้องไกอาร์นะเว้ย เดี๋ยวไม่มีเลย
Curious to see if we see that time
แล้วได้
out
โบนัส
right
ราวไง
now.
big
เดี๋ยว
round
มัน
from
มีแต่
MDG.
แวนดอลอะไรก็ไม่รู้
One of the things that a lot of people always look at for rookies is, are they playing too scared? And NDG, the first match of kickoff, the first match here of stage 1 as well, very passive, very quiet. But the fact that he's willing to take these peaks on a timing, at least get info, then he says, I'm going to still press the issue.
ดีเทค
His
แบบเสีย
job
แม
was
ปคอน
quite
โทรล
frankly done, right? He could have just stayed there and played, to stay alive, played for time. But he decides to still press the issue because they realize that RQ is going to start to push away from him. So just good reads, good comms, and great confidence from MDG in that round.
What reality am I living in? Where, okay, flash out, Xfera able to push up, gets the kill on NDG, spots another, grabs the weapon, tries to win it out, comes in to find it, looks for it. Can't quite make it happen. Borkum does eventually shut him down. Rotation now having to be called over as Elmore gets himself situated on B site, but that is a huge swing off the back of Xfera's aggression. I was going to say, what world am I living in where Jeremy is playing attack operator?
I mean, I'm glad to see it. I really was hoping that this season Jeremy would pick up the op a lot more confidently. But you're right, it's not a common sight, at least not since VCT Pacific. Now, unfortunately, this round is not going to be the round where there's a lot of hope for it to find its use and value. I mean, you saw that Jesse Vash was afraid of the flank as well, just given that they've already lost all control.
Trades it out to get a rifle. It is just going to be a bulldog. As they get the spot. Damn, that's not a fake out. Does buy a little bit of time though as he just send one in. Back
บ้านอะไรวะเนี่ย
dancing just on the opposite side of the wall here. As that goes down, Jeremy going to be able to find one. Borkum gets the other. And Estrella, quick turn in towards window. Finds the kill. The fight now shut down.
ถึงเวลาครับ
คุง
Spike can be planted. Knives.
พิสูจน์ตัวเอง
Swing onto the corner and Jimkin not
วิ่
going to be
ง
able to
เกือบ
get
นะ
that.
วินนี้
Transition across. Borkum will pick up 3. Will get the kill.
เฮ้ยว่ะคัมแบ็กว่ะ
Brawl between the
เสีย
two
หาย
เขียนบอก
teams.
แมปฆ่าใครจะแตะ
Having not fully invested, it's a decent result for them, but it is still secret getting
แต่เทมเบอร์ทอล
closer
เกือบ
and
ทำทั่ว
closer.
Well, the world where Jeremy buys you off on attacking rounds is really weird because he actually helps close things out with a weapon that's picked up that's not an operator. Of course, a very necessary call there since they're fighting in much closer quarters. I also love what they did with the Blaze Storm, right? Activate it, make sure that he has to kind of react, and now he has so many more angles to check. Lower the screen, swing out together.
Speaking of Blaze Storm, Jemkin with one of his own. As he's going to have to drop down off the top here. Full flash in.
โอ้โหดี
Recon invested. Now, Poison Orb is going to be holding everybody at bay there at A main. NDG, Miner set up over towards B. Camera set up in elbow. It's going to start trying to take some space here and scale up into mid.
Yeah, what we saw from RQ was despite the setup, you would take deep control of elbow, but here it's different for NDG, right? You still take a little bit of control, so you have more mobility from mid. You can still check for elbow, and that way you don't have to invest too much extra utility if you ever want to rotate back onto the other side. So I like the setup from Secret, but it does look like they've made up their mind to create a bit more of a move here.
Well, I think that one wasn't necessarily what was intended.
แลบแลบ
แลบสุดครับผมเป็นจังหวะนี้
I was like, oh, where's this one going to go? Oh, range went 5 feet away.
Means they'll have to just try to take a little bit more contact, and mid will be the call.
Moments like that, which is why I don't play Sova.
I've given up on learning new items, man. There's just too many that you have to know at this point.
ต้องจด
No, getting ready, getting antsy, goes for the swing, has a quick dash out, cannot stabilize that aim. Jeremy able to take him
เฮ้ย
down.
เฮ้ยเฮ้ยเอาแล้วไงเอาแล้วไง
Pinged by the recon.
เอาแล้วไง
And a really
เก็บ
rough
กันหมด
spot, save for
เก็บ
Estrella.
กันหมด
He will
รีคอนเดียว
เก็บกันหมดครับ จังหวะนี้ RQ
Sparrow, a 1v5, I mean,
เมาหมัดแล้วตอนนี้ เราเจิมหน่อยไม่ได้เลย
Does he even try to play for it?
ไปดูสถิติกับมันแบบบุกขนาดนี้เลยเหรอวะ
Overall situation right now, I'm gonna guess not. Right? Sure, you can try to go for some cheeky kills on the exit, but your creds aren't exactly all stable. The rounds are getting way closer as well. The risk seems a bit greater. Perhaps just taking this time to talk things through for the round, and maybe even a timeout afterwards, because one thing I'm noticing is things have flipped. RQ's the one that's starting to play a little scared. Secret continuing to push up the tempo, just creeping up one beat at a time.
Eagle-eyed.
Plays it a little bit patiently, see if anybody else is pushing alongside NDG. They are not.
Yeah, what?
Vash, where did that come from?
Jeez.
เออว่ะ
What's he doing?
มาจากไหนวะรีคอนน่ะ
Well, we know how much time
สถิ
Jesse
ติ
Bash
สถิติ
spends
บีทบุก
trying to
พอๆกับ
figure out
โลตัส
lines,
เลย
because it's definitely a lot, probably more than 50% of his practice time.
It's
ตั้งแต่
insane.
มันเปิดท่ออะตรงฮอลเวย์
I mean, you give this guy a bow, he can just get an arrow.
แบบบุกแบบว่า
and
พอๆกับโลตัส
map,
ตามสถิติ
it would seem.
We should do
Granted,
things
yes,
like that
he
where
did mess up the shock dart, but
sure. But you have just like an agent stationed on a random part of the map, and they have to throw a recon and land it on their head and stick it
hey,
to them.
it's like Olympic sports. Whoever can get the dart the closest
Exactly.
to this little circle, that could be a fun game mode.
Yeah. Jesse Bash definitely up there, but there's
Well,
the
there's on
timeout surely from the side of RRQ, I would assume. Because right now, for one, they want to cool off Team Secret a bit, but I can't imagine that the comms have been where they want it, right? It just the team looks a lot different than the first half, a lot more passive, a lot more reactive.
อะไร
They're
วะ
gonna
เนี่ย
have to take some more control of the map if they
นอน
want
น้อย
to
ปะ
steal the lead.
นอน7 โมงเช้า ตื่นเที่ยงนี่ถือว่านอนน้อยปะ
Trend into the attacker's side favor, but right
Sure.
now, I mean, RRQ, I don't even think this is necessarily like a side difference. This is just Secret have started hitting their shots.
เทียตื่นแล้วแต่สตรีมเมอร์มันยังง่วง
They've been a lot faster to react and make these pivoting moves, whereas RRQ have been very much lagging behind and getting caught off
นอน
guard.
น้อยแต่นอนนะ
See if this intervention from Ewok get them back on course, but to go from 9 and 3 to now being
นี่คือหนึ่งสาเหตุที่ผมไม่ออกกำลังกายช่วงนี้คือนอนน้อยมาก อยากปรับเวลานอน คืนนี้เราวาโลกัน เดี๋ยวนะ มีแผนละ คืนนี้เราวัดปาร์ตี้เสร็จได้มา2 ทุ่ม เราวาโลกันยัน4 ทุ่มพรุ่งนี้เลยปะล่ะ 4 ทุ่มของพรุ่งนี้แล้วก็นอนอีกที ซัดยาว จัดไป
All right, so the call is just take a little bit more control of mid. They're able to hide away from the recon as well. Flash out the ready. Now, Team Secret seemingly expecting perhaps a bit of a fast push with the Blade Storm as well, right? Whether it's from halls, whether it's up top.
ไออยู่โต้ลุงอ่ะ มันก็คือจะไหวไม่ไหว ไอโต้ลุงอ่ะยังโอเค แต่ถ้าไม่ได้เล่นวันโลยัน4 ทุ่มพรุ่งนี้ สภาพจะเป็นยังไง นี่คือบุคคลที่ผ่านการอะไรอะคือแบบว่าสภาพโทรม
Gate crash does get sent. Flip Shatter ready to make a quick exit. Should it be necessary. Dart going to go a little bit wide there. Strange is clearing out the cam. Looks like he's going to take.
เชียร์ใครคู่นี้ชื่อนี้แบบ50-50กับใครก็ได้
Elmy Moore gets himself
แอบ
situated.
เทใจไปทีเข็ดนิดนึง
This is a brawl in the making. If Secret decides to make the call, and quite frankly, this is how RQ won a lot of their rounds in the first half as well. But that's a bit of a curveball.
Pit comes through, but it's not enough to get them onto the site itself. The players
มันนอนไม่หลับว่ะดิ เพราะว่า
trying to hold the
โอ้โห
line.
มันเล่นฉลาดจัดนี่ยังไม่รอดเลย
Spray away. Now that's going to be the neural theft coming through, and that could really upset the players trying to hold main. Flip Shadow's still going to be able to find one that drops the pit. Gets himself a second. Jesse Bash going to be taken down. Has the mask available. Pop flash sent. NDG running low on time. Mask now put on dimensional drift in play. Sees him. Knows that he's going to try to have to stick to this spike plant. Pulls off of it, and that is going to be the round 1. We'll be able to get the kill just for good measure, but even if he had died, all they needed to do was have Gem
เรียบร้อยเลยอันตินี้คือรู้ชะตากรรมเลย ไม่ได้แผ่นแน่นอน
Built up here for the side of Team Secret. They now get themselves up to double digits.
And it's a good adjustment. Thinking back to how are we able to win on attack, other than the fact that, of course, attack may be slightly.
นี่วัดปาร์ตี้ไง EME โอ้โหไอ้นั่งดูเนี่ยตัวหลับเลย
No matter what, you're gonna have a clear numbers advantage, more so than some other maps as well. And they were able to just clear out mid, plant Jemkin on the lurk, and then it's 4
แล้วก็จัดวาโลไปยัน4 ทุ่มพรุ่งนี้
And sure, the pit throws a bit of a curveball, but they still have way more numbers than Secret expected.
They get that round win. They get those 2 ults out of Team Secret. Decent cash here for, Borkum NDG. They've got enough stacked up, but another heavy investment as attack operator once again in play for Jeremy.
ใช่อยากปรับเวลานอนออกกำลังขณะวัดมันตอนนี้ไม่ได้เลยคือร่างกายตอนนี้คือผมแบบว่าเละเทะมากอะเละเทะจริงๆนะเพราะว่าไม่ได้ออกกำลังกายเลยแล้วก็แถมยังนอนน้อยนอนดึกนอนเช้าอีกโอ้สุขภาพแย่มากกินของก็กินแต่พวกมันฝรั่งทอดอะไรเงี้ยคือเป็นช่วงปล่อยตัวจัดเลยไม่ไหวแล้ววะผมไม่ไหวกับตัวเองมากเลยช่วงเนี้ยคืออย่างแรกที่จะทำคือขอปรับเวลานอนก่อน
Rid of him nice and early bodes well for Team Secret as they get ready to cluster up and make their push.
แล้วจักรยานมาปั่นไงตอนวัดปาร์ตี้
Having to send that one out right as that knife does come through.
พี่เลยคิดจะไม่นอนถูกต้องครับ
Dodged. Cage comes up, push into the smoke.
Ui.
Shorty in hand. Jeremy finds himself
ดังตั้มเว้ย
B-side
โคตรเซ็ง
completely
อะ
broken
บอก
open.
เลย
You can already see
โคตรเซ็ง
remaining
ช็อต
members
เนี้ย
on RRQ just gonna have to make the call to go ahead and save. Looks like maybe Jim
โอ้ย
given that he
นัก
does
เจ็ด
have knives. Yeah, that's just gonna keep happening. He will get himself positioned to try to find some exit frags here, but widely we're just gonna be waiting for the spike to explode.
แล้วรู้ตัวแน่นอน4 ทุ่มมันนอนไม่หลับอ่ะถ้าเกิดมันมานอนเวลาเดิมก็ตื่นเวลาเดิมอะ
with the Blade Storm, so just playing for the longer actual map win for RRQ, and you know when it was Lumimore last one on that site.
ไม่ต่างกันเลยจากเดือนก่อนไปวิ่งเบิร์นไขมันนี่เล็กเดย์เดือนนี้ไม่ทำอะไรเลยนอนน้อยตั้งแต่ไนโคมาการนอนก็เปลี่ยนไปขนาดผมขายดีไปแล้วขายตัวละครไปแล้วก็ยังซื้อกลับมาเล่น
กระโดด
ดู
มา
NA
เลย
อะ
Push this far out. They're already away from the explosive radius, so Ken just stay tucked all together just outside of window, and Jemkin not going to go aggressive enough to actually be able to get a punish here. Don't want to get picked off, so it will just be those 3 players retaining their weapons, moving forward here into round 20. But Team Secret
อย่างนี้เจ็ตถ้าดู B คน
keeping
เดียวแล้ว
still
แบบ
just one
บี
round
เงียบนี่
separate.
กระโดดไปตุ๋ยตรงหน้าต่างได้เลยนะ
On this attacking side.
They gotta do something about this operator, right? It's allowed
ปก
Secret
ติ
to
อัพ
slow
ดับ
things
อีก
down a
ฝั่ง
lot
บุ
more,
กมัน
play
จะ
for
รู้
that
อะ
op contact. He's always got someone to support him as well, so he's not just going in blind, going for those dry peaks. And Team Secret looks like they're prepared for a bit of an aggressive push out. They want to stay grouped up and make sure that they can help cover and don't allow Jeremy to get picked off from
เดี๋ยวนี้ทำ
afar.
ไม่ได้แล้วอ่ะดิ
A bit
วิ
of an
ธี
off
ไม่นอน
angle.
อ่ะ
The
มั
Blade
น
Storm activated.
ดูดิ
Secret
มันไม่
starts
เหมือน
to
เมื่อก่อน
back
อ่ะ
out
ที่แบบว่า
just a tad
โห
bit.
เมื่อวานเมื่อก่อนอดนอนเล่น .a ยังไหวอ่ะสมัยแบบมหาลัยวัยรุ่น
Not quite covering.
เดี๋ยวนี้แบบว่า
All the second sync
โอ้ย
right
นอน
now
เถอะ
being invested there from
ชีวิต
straight
ต้องการพักผ่อนชีวิต
วัน
ต้
นี้
องการ
ฟีดมัน FPS ตกอะ
Well, knives go flying. Jimkin not able to find anything there. Hunter's Fury now coming across. A little more on the hunt. Gets
เอาไปโดน
tagged
ตัวหลัง
on to Jeremy, but now we'll be interrupted as the null command comes in. Nothing able to find a follow-up. It's just going to be passing. Then Spike back across the way.
Here.
Maybe even ushering it over towards A, or at least wanting to fake like they're going to be doing that.
You know, the no command still lets RQ know that for now it's going to be that B hit though. Only a couple knives remaining here for Jemkin.
Trying to try to check. Nothing spotted though, but also doesn't see anybody rotating. Looks like Flipshider gonna go on a
ทำไงให้กลับมานอนเวลาเดิมได้ครับ
the recon invested here on the B site. You should have a better idea that this is where the spike is going to end up. There's only 30 seconds remaining. They're not
Yeah.
seeing or hearing
ผม
anything
อยาก
at all
ลีน
in
ผม
A.
อยากเป็น
RQ's
แด
in
ดดี้
a much better position in terms of
นอนแบบ
knowledge,
กล้า
right? They've got the Cypher set up on A. They've got mid control and flips as well.
Well, push up into the smoke. Is Trey
Ui.
going to be taken down?
ไอ้ตั้มใหม่เหรอ
Able to find that
อีกแล้วครับ
Now
ไม่ได้เล่น
striking
โอ้โห
from tunnel, able to find 2. Flipshider back at half wall. There's the reveal, getting ready to come in. The ping across the spike, planted. Pop flash up, Jesse Bash. So very blind. Flipshider is able to flush him out. Finds the kill, and that leaves NDG by his lonesome. He
แฟด
will
แฟด
fall
โยรู้แมป
RQ.
นี้มันแบบ
Again, narrow margins.
ผมว่าออกกำลังกายไปเรื่อยๆแล้วก็
They
หลับ
do
ไปเลย
get the closeout
Fed
here
at
on
long
this
พื้นอะ
round. They continue pressing forward towards a win here on Breeze. Just 2 more to go. Team
ฝืน
Secret.
และเคยพยายามลองแล้วครับ มันสุดท้ายแบบ
They have
เคยได้ยินว่าไอเดียจะเล่นตอนนอน
I got real scared when flips started to creep out of mid because we've seen that from RQ when they start to run out of information
Fed
or
lo
if they
bien,
feel like
yeah.
things aren't really going their way overall in the map. You know, Flips just trying to kind of go for
ผม
these
เป็นคนไม่ติด
hero
มือถือ
plays
นะ
to get a
เวลา
big
นอน
lane
ผมก็
deep
ไม่เล่น
in
มือ
enemy
ถือนะ
territory. But this time, correctly understanding their position, their utility, they knew that the pressure was on Team Secret. Now Borkum sneaks, you know, right by him an elbow and sure tries to make a fight for it. But the Yoru being able to TP right back into sight as well, huge value to keep that lead.
It's like first round where we're actually going to maybe have some off as Jemkin just pick that up here.
วันนี้ยังหามือถือไม่เจอเลย
Jeremy sticking with it on this attack, trying to see if anybody goes for an aggressive peek in towards shop, but everybody right now statuesque from RQ over on that A site.
I mean, especially now with a Cypher and an op, even less reason to go for these greedy plays. Now,
อ่านหนั
again,
งสือ
like
จะ
I
ไปอ่านนิยาย
mentioned,
ก่อน
and
นอน
seemingly like Team Secret
มัน
is
เคย
prepared
มี
for it.
รูทีนที่แบบ
RQ,
ว่า
they have a habit
กิน
of
อิ่
doing
ม
that. So
กินข้าวตรงเว
I
ลา
don't
น
blame
อน
Team
เป็นเวลา
Secret for it, but the resulting
ชีวิตดี
situation is that they've
สดชื่น
wasted
ชิบหาย
40 seconds without gaining any information. They currently don't have much control of any part of the
จะมา
map.
เจอฟลิปกำลังลั่นด้วยจังหวะนี้
Slowly creep up for that extra control.
ฟลิปบอกทำไมมันเงียบต้องเช็คสักหน่อย
Real presence or scaling here. Looks like Borkum maybe can get himself once again into a position to find a nasty flank, but is being noted and watched. least ever so slightly by Elmi Moore and Estrella.
Take flight.
Lips, he has to have that trigger ready on that gate crash.
Thrown out, but I don't think this
น่าจะสงสัยปะ
noted the Yoru up close.
ไม่ได้เกี่ยว
Just rushing in to the doors.
เฮ้ยบอกคุ้มยิงๆเลยวะ
Shreds,
Stop
Elmi Moore
blowing
able
me.
to find them. As Jeremy, he picks up 1 kill. Just the Yoru displaced, and now Jeremy is all on his lonesome. Does find Jemkin. A quick swing onto the corner. Elmi Moore will find himself a third as RQ get themselves now up to
จบแล้ววะ
point.
I
Stop that.
see the idea there from Secret, right? They still suspect the Yoru just because the drone gets taken out
ท
way
นด้วย
too
แต่ว่า
quick before it's able to get
เจเร
past
มี
that
นี่มีด
orb
ครับ
on the poison cloud. So
จะได้
they're
สั่ง
thinking, all right, we want to swing this. We've already got members from
ถื
mid.
อว่าไม่แย่อยู่
double
สำหรับการ
doors.
ยิง
Let's pressure that, create the chaos, and then we'll have our own flash at the back of sight to set you guys up. The unfortunate part is Elmimore gets that first kill initially, and then both sides getting flashed seemingly by the KO makes that fight drag out too long.
แต่ถ้า
The
จะให้ลุ้น
forces
โอที
from
ก็
mid
ยากอยู่
not able to come in quick enough.
Well, now, last ditch effort here from Team Secret with this timeout to try to see if they can extend this. 3 rounds consecutively, we know that they're capable of that. They had that 5-round streak coming into the second half. What does the economy look like? How do the
คือ
players
เรื่องของ
look
ว่าอ๋อ
when they're put the task? Need
มันๆ
that
นะ
to give us our second overtime so far. Pacific, they have been eluding us. Finally got one of them last, I believe.
Yeah, actually. Well, the thing about this is it could end up just being a story of you gave one too many rounds in the first half, right? I mean, you talked about the 5-round win streak. That's one more than RQ had at the start of their attacking half, winning the pistol. So obviously both teams understanding how to take advantage of the map itself and how to play that side. But you started the second half 9-3, and it's always going to be an uphill battle at that point. Team Secret yet to be able to overtake them or tie them even, always at least 1 round away.
All right, knives popped. Jemkin with a warning shot. It was a recon when flying up in towards halls. Just wanted to tell them that no, this is a completely unassailable position for you. Does rotate back down now, joining in alongside Estrella here on the site where any kill, that pit can come into play.
This is a very aggressive repositioning here from RRQ.
Wall in, knives at the ready. Jeremy swinging around the backhand side, does manage to find, or does get taken down rather by Estrella, but Envy trades it back quickly. Keeping the numbers evened up, and Shock Dart right there at
Shock
Jesse
Dart.
Bash's feet. I mean, will get taken down. Envy finds himself a second one, but it was good damage dealt. Bash and Fork are both going to be tagged up, and now Envy with a third. Finds flips, Jemkin gets 2. The op shots. Looking crisp, looking clean. There's still more targets. Xfero just now getting ready to arrive over at double doors, working his way through mid.
Yeah, time is not in favor of RQ because the thing is they have no idea where NDG is. They were partially waiting for that. They suspect it,
The
but he
shot goes
moves.
wide. You can see
What?
Jemkin
Give me the
was
one.
up for sure. He absolutely had that one nailed. And now we'll just have to make the call to go for the save. They could buy another one, but instead, yep, we'll just hold on to this and allow for Team Secret to get the round win and get themselves up to double digits.
Man, it's one of those rounds. RQ, off the bat, sure, you have the op and halls, and then he's just holding from bridge. They just want to hold on to yellow, right? That container in the back of sight on A, and they have the dimensional drift. Everything was there for a potential retake on A. Now, obviously not the best way to play that site. You want to put some pressure, but then credit to Envy, understanding that they want to push out in case that there's an early re-aggress. That's what's been messing them up on Team Secret. RQ always 1 beat ahead of them. And Envy this time counters that. The perfect bodyguard for Team Secret. Brings home the 10th round win. Now the pit available for Estrella as well, so double ultimates. Obviously not exactly the best, the pit for the retake. But we'll see where it comes into use.
All right, well, Flips taking a forward position. Is able to get the catch there on the Jeremy. Exit. Widely slowed up and denied as no command does come through, but it's
เอาบอกคุ้ม
holding it pillar finds Borkum Bash going to be taken down now.
GG ไว้เพื่อน
and NDG all in their lonesome. No kills found. No way to invest that neural theft. They desperately need to do something now to keep themselves in this round, in this map. Throwing the scout, Envy pulls back. Right now, it is looking dire. Not impossible here for the side of Team Secret. Insult to injury,
Hey.
invested. That's going to be the dimensional drift as well as Flipshiner One in the chase forward, trying to get the catch, but
GG
Jemkin ready to get the catch, finds NDG, gets the final shot there on to Envy. 13 and 10, the opening map of
วัน
Breeze.
นี้ไม่ได้เปิดกล้องครับ โอ้ย
The RRQ taking that away from them.
I mean, definitely a close game. And Secret, they seem to catch on to things just one round too late in each half. But
เอาไปล้างหน้าล้างตา
RRQ came
อาบน้ำกิน
prepared,
ข้าวปลูกป่า
supposedly
ดำนา
for
แป๊
this
บนึง
draft, 'cause they were swinging
ฝากแชท
right
ด้วย
out
นะ
the gate on that attacking half. A 9-3 lead sets them comfortable.
ฝากแชทด้วยนะพาก็กลับมุมเฮ้ยปล่อยให้แชทดูแลช่องแชทแทน no 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 ยังไม่ได้ไปยังไม่ได้ไปจืดจืดจืดก่อนอาบน้ำตัวนี้น่าจะสดชื่นครับผมว่าน่าจะได้อาบเกมหน้า น้ำต้มสุกเลยอะคือคือพี่สาวผมอะทำน้ำร้อนที่37อะอ้าวพี่เอฟไปไหนคะ ยังอยู่กำลังนั่งดูคนที่เขาสุ่มเสื้ออยู่ ว่าแบบว่าเขาได้การ์ดกันนะด่านสปิตเหรอ รอบนี้ สุก สุก อุ้ยซับผมจะ140,000แล้วอ่ะเนี่ย ดีใจจัง จะเป็นยูทูบเบอร์100,000 ซับ200,000 ซับพรุ่งนี้ทารอนเจนจีน่าดูมากแต่ติดงาน ดู มีแต่คนดวงดีนะที่ลงคลิป ดวงไม่ดีแก้ด้วยการซื้อเยอะๆจนกว่าจะการันตี แต่เสื้อใส่ดัวไม่มีการันตีนะ แต่ของจะหมดแล้วนะ ใครที่อยากจะสมใหม่ก็ยังมีของอยู่นะ ไปสั่งกันได้ จริงๆนะ ถ้าแดดร้อนนะผมไม่กลัวหรอก ผมกลัวดำเนี่ยแหละ รู้ป่ะมันมีช่วงหนึ่งที่ผมออกไปตกปลาใช่ไหมผิวผมกลายเป็นแบบว่า2 สีอะดำเป็นลายเสื้อไอ้ยขาวเป็นลายเสื้อ อุ้ยตอนนี้เราเปิดเสียงได้ ยกเว้นตอนเทคพอร์ตผมโดนลิขสิทธิ์ตรงเทคพอร์ตเพราะฉะนั้นห้ามเทคพอร์ต you know จะมาไปส่งแม่ก่อน น่าจะทัน
เฮ้ย เอ้าอุ้ยมันไม่เอาสักตัวเลยเหรอต้นเปลี่ยนสีชื่อ เดี๋ยวสาวจำไม่ได้นะครับผม เฮ้ยทำมาดีจัดทีมซีเคร็ตปะออกมาตายของสุดท้าย โอ้ my god แม็กเดียว แม็กเดียว4 ตัว เขินเลยเขินหรอกอย่าชมกูเยอะ เพื่อน ชีวิตยากจัดอะไซบีคนเดียวโดนรวบ2 ทาง เฮ้ย เอ้า เกือบนะ เกือบนะ เสียหายอยู่นะครับ เสียเยอะมากเดโมโทเอาจากเมื่อกี้แต่ลูมิหลบง่ายที่สุดแล้วครับ ไม่มีอะไรหลบง่ายเท่าแฟดลูบิทแล้วครับผม ถามว่าหลบง่ายไหมก็ง่ายฮะถามว่าโดนไหมก็ยังโดนอยู่ครับตอนนี้ โอ้โหเหลือเชื่อ 14 หรือ 13ยังเอาไป 1อ้าวเริ่มมา แต่ว่าเจ็บหมดละโอ้ยโอ้โหป่ะ NDG อันนี้ไม่ฮานะครับ NDG
อ้าวอุ๋ง
แบบนี้โซว่าไม่ได้
เจ้า มาละครับแชททำไมเริ่มเร็วจัง มาไม่ทันเอ็ดใครเอ็ดอ่ะ เฮ้ย กล้องอะไรวะเนี่ย เปิดเสียง เอ้าเหรอ ผมลืมเปิดเหรอ
Off the camera there.
ขอโทษนึกว่าเปิดไว้ตลอด
Managed to get the dart across. Cam now going to be cleared out. So you will see the lion's share of Team Secret making their way forward here onto the side trap wire. Trying to slow
ดู
him
แบ
up.
บ
Morgan
เงียบ
does get taken down. Nice headshots found, but
ๆผมมาแล้ว
not
พลี
quite ready for that forward elbow pressure.
เจเรมี่แบบหลุดแท็บเข้าไปรอดเฉย
Still
เมื่อ
does
กี้
come through.
เพื่อนสวย
That's not eating too much damage. Estrella will fall on that swing out. That's one of the rifles now on the floor.
Yeah, and a good push out into screens as well since they gave up full main control. Sure, the trip was there, but they didn't have heaven either. So Team Secret, instead of getting caught and having to cover too many angles, they decided to push out and eliminate portions of the site. Jeremy now taking the lead.
Pop flash, but
คือขาวหมด
Sheriff in hand dash down on the side itself had enough of an angle to go
Jeremy.
ahead and take out Elmi Moore. So staves off any further deaths here for the squad. And Secret now will take the lead.
Now they have Rolling Thunder as well with the showstopper, right? So it's another round where they can shut down the buy.
Ooh, a new turn special. Double blast pack into the push forward off the Rolling Thunder.
มันเป็น
that is
กล้องมุมแบบ
some memories right there.
Back to
ตอนที่
2021 Reykjavik.
Holy cow. I mean, if we see that, I give all the props to Secret.
Oh, sure. As long as he doesn't,
I mean,
as long as he gets some value out of it.
They're ready. ready for it. It's definitely going to be an A hit, that's for sure. Clearing out close so that they can get set up. The breach trying to get in position afterwards. Showstopper's going to go forward.
Okay, and it will just be used to clear out Ellymore there on the close angle. Rolling Thunder now not going to come into play as Jemkin swoops in. Top ramp, finding two. Bash and NDG both going to be taken down. Man advantage now here for the side of RQ, but quickly equalized. Flip Shredder will fall almost before that neural theft does come in. They're on the Prowler.
เอาเจมส์กินซิ่งไปหน่อย
coming through is Jeremy.
ผมไม่สวิงแบบ
Three, and
สวิงแบบแพ้ดีกว่า
able to do anything here for
ซิ่งไปหน่อย
RQ.
เมื่อกี้เจมส์กิน
Four
โอ้
rounds
โห
in a
สวิง
row.
3 ตัว
Drop the pistol, drop the eco, but since then it has been clean.
And you saw the chemistry right there as well. Off of the Prowler, they hear the drop. It's just that double swing out from behind the screens and elbow as well. High-low setup still for the crouch as well on Envy. And Jeremy looks a lot more confident. He seems to be taking things by the rein here on Split for the attacking side. Perhaps just a little bit of that extra warm-up that they needed on Breeze, and they're able to strike back on RQ's pick of Split, even drawing out that first time out.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is certainly a position that RQ, nor us, expected for them to be in. Just given, I mean, Secret, the win
นี่แมปเขาเรา
percentage
เก่ง
on
ไหมเนี่ย
Split alone, not great, but this is also a map that they have not played a
Yes.
ton of. You know, aside from the newer maps such as Sunset and whatnot,
แมป
this
เขา
is one
เรา
that
เก่ง
was played, I think it's like 17 times. This will be the 20th time all
เฮ้
time
ย
they played it. Team Secret has been an organization since the beginning of Valorant.
True, yeah, it goes way back. So obviously something they've avoided time and time again. And RQ perhaps trying to identify the weakness in that, and maybe suspecting that, you know,
พี่น้อง
what
เจอ
are
เพื่อน
you
ชื่อ
gonna
ตัวเอง
do,
ครับ
right? The double duelist no longer an option.
Team Secret
Obviously,
ได้
we
กลับ
would've
มา
seen
ครับผมน้อง
since
ตีเน็ต
NDG joined and thinking that, okay, double duelist was kind of your go-to because you couldn't figure out what else you wanted to do with the meta. And now, what's going to be your option? But Team Secret, their own take, you know, on this aggressive setup, and of course, still a lot of trap play setup as well for the defense. So I like the flexibility. We'll see if RQ's figured out the answer.
Now things gonna be a bit slow. Is okay. You know, quick little swing out from Flips. Gonna go unpunished, even though it was a fairly wide peak. Does manage to back away.
So one thing that we're noticing is RQ, even after the timeout and before it as well, they don't want to give up mid control, right? Their positioning, their reactions are always about trying to keep mid control, but also their utility
tap
setup,
มันต้องโดน
etc. on
ใช่ไหม
the sides of the map aren't exactly being
แถบมันแก้
respected
ยาก
just because there's so much pushing power from Team Secret. So this time at least a quicker rotation as Secret being a bit more cautious post timeout.
Sparrow taking a very aggressive position here. It's Rolling Thunder gonna crash
Oi.
across. Not gonna spot him though.
Oi,
And
Mum.
that's just gonna be a double
Oh,
mowdown from
เหลือ
Xparrow.
เชื่อจัด
We'll find him now. It's gonna be full flash, but covering fire in from Gem.
มุมอย่างเนียน
Protected as Vash will fall. VNNDG
ไม่
now
ต้องถามว่ามุมนี้เนียนได้ไงดีวะ
Players remaining.
มันแบบว่าอันพิดิกอะ
This round is very much gotten away from Team Secret.
So much patience from Xero in that. I mean, he was
30 seconds
as
left.
close as you physically can get to that smoke. You saw the aura around it on his screen. Cross it over.
คือ
to
ถ้า
his
ตามหลัก
weapon.
แล้วมันก็เป็นแมปกันนะครับผม
Gonna get that
แต่ว่า
V.
Yeah, that's
เดี๋ยวนี้เวลาในแข่งมันแบบ
Anything over top of this smoke, but they're not giving the
มันเล่นกัน
sideline.
สบุกยับเลยอะ
We'll just end up
30
falling.
seconds left.
NDG, last one now alive. As they go rushing forward.
บางที
One
ก็
can
บุ
be
ก
taken.
ต้องดูสถิ
It's
ติ
gonna be
รวม
Xpero
ๆอะ
now getting the neural theft online.
yeah. I mean, these are just picked up guns here for our. Oh,
They
okay.
didn't see him.
Not sure who's happier about that situation, but
เดี๋ยวนี้แบบบางทีแบบ
I mean, RQ
แต่ละแมป
could
มัน
have tried to go for the
ออก
ultra
ยากมา
on
แบบ
those
การแบบ
upgraded weapons,
อยู่ที่
so
คอมอยู่ที่อะไรด้วย
getting that ult online, but also all of the
ถ้าตาม
moment away
ตาม
is
สถิติ
huge.
ก็ยังกันจ่ายอยู่นะ
Absolute patience.
เป็น
And
แม
then
ป
the
ที่
Siren
เปอร์เซ็น
Cage
ต์กัน
immediately
เยอะ
afterwards
สุด
to cover his escape. Meanwhile, his teammates are there.
เป็นแมปที่เปอร์เซ็นต์กันเยอะสุด แต่ว่าด้วยความที่บางคู่
Single-handed
คอมอะ
Cypher brings RQ back.
I mean, and look at the ult economy
ถูก
right
กันยับ
now.
ก็มี
Roll, you know, the showstopper there, the Rolling Thunder was used by Jesse in the last rounds. They got that out of him. To no avail. Pit. Even Estrella's ult. Nearly built up here for RQ.
And once again, mid control as well. This time the Trips trying to help cover ramp on top of it. Because that toxic screen, again, hasn't been respected too much. Obviously, it still finds its use on retakes, but you've got to be alive for that. So
Got the spot on the two there. Flip's just going to force them back with that snake bite, and Pete hoping and praying that he swings out a little bit wider. Instead, just off to play this a little bit more patiently. Continued smokes coming down.
Not much more utility to hold on to mid, though, unless you rotate some people over, right? All sneak bites are now gone.
Thinking about what he wants to go for. Jeremy trying to get the drop down here, but this, again, covering fire. Jimkin's there. He's there to protect. Showstopper out. Xparrow's already claimed that kill. Jimkin now on the drop down. Knows that there's going to be one in there. Can't quite flush him out. Pushing the corner. Shots flying. Jesse Batch going to be taken down. Xparrow will be able to come away with that kill. And now Envy is all on his lonesome. Doesn't manage to find Elmy more despite paranoia. Getting the read there, but as he pushes back up on top of the rope.
สวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับสวัสดีคนที่มาใหม่ด้วยนะครับ โอ้ย
Who's going to be able to take the lead?
เหมือนซีเคทกับ RQ จะเริ่มตื่นแล้วแต่สตรีมเมอร์ยังไม่ตื่นนะ
Obviously, sometimes he gets caught, but that's maybe second, third time now where he's been able to draw them in and just be prepared for it. This time with the help of Jemkin. Jemkin was sitting in vents that entire time until, yeah, the aggression happened, and that's exactly what happened. They got baited for sure.
Jemkin's just playing bodyguard.
I mean, that's getting him 12 kills so far, so I'm sure he's happy to do it.
A hell of a glow up. It's very slow going. They didn't have to do as much on that jet in the past, but it's looking damn good right now on this raise.
Now the pit to control mid as well. We'll see. I mean, Team Secret, especially with the weaponry now, and not too much, right? Sure, you got the Prowlers, but not too much to try to break through that, so they're going to have to find other ways. Xparrow, he was a great anchor, a guardian of A-side on Heaven. Getting a lot of value just knowing that they haven't pushed up into ramps just yet. And NDG not getting as much with his camera right now.
Jemkin at ramp has been big pain here for them. They're going to spawn one, but Envy counter spraying through.
เดี๋ยวนี้เขาใช้พลังเชื่อมจิตยิงกัน
Manages to stay alive and get that
มา
opening
ใหม่
kill
สวัสดี
here.
ครับ
Secret trying to get this Thrifty online for
2-0
themselves.
ไป
So Secret's going to just stay in the site, right? Not much weaponry. They didn't want to risk pushing up through ramps.
They have this Nightfall. If they just send that over towards screens here, that could very much be a major deterrent against RRQ. Think bite down. Envy, yeah, he's so far in front of this one. Swing in. That's going to be Envy taken out. Jemkin able to find that kill. Going out wide. Jemkin gone. NDG flushed out. Jeremy still, however, delivering. Finds himself. Gets himself 4. 41 HP. He holds on. As Secret will be able to get the round victory.
And NDG, even though he's not able to clean up the kills, the fact that he peeks out and draws across there 2 people completely ruins the pinch that RRQ had. RRQ thought they had Team Secret absolutely trapped. All they had to do was spray and pray. But it's going to be NDG that draws away some of the backup, and that allows Jeremy to get the picks. I mean, look at him moving, weaving back and forth around the map.
Investment.
I mean, it's actually... It's a fun contrast, Jeremy versus Jemkin, right? The reactions are somewhat similar, but also very different.
Oh, it's great. Jemkin, though, deep push. Flash out, Jeremy full blind. Elmymore able to get that kill. Jemkin looking back over towards Robin. Finds him behind. I mean, it is just a slaughter in mid. Elmymore with 3. As I love the call from RRQ. Just upping the pace, upping that presence in mid. Spikes now down, and they know exactly where NDG is. At least the vicinity. As they hear that util getting used.
ผม
I mean, you know, they only pushed out once so far in the first 9 rounds, and that was just Elmymore. They're kind of expecting that was on their bonus. Then they just hold passively in mid for 6 more rounds, and then it's triple stack. I mean, you always expect it to happen at least once on the defending half, but so far RQ's movement never led them to believe, and it was a good one, right? Crossfire already set up, the flashes in play as well. Good cover from each other, and Elmymore picks up the triple.
จะหลับจริงนะเนี่ยแม่งแบบง่วง
30
ร่างกายไม่ไหวฟู
Think about the next round for Team Secret.
โอ้โหตัวไปจริง
I mean, listen, you already have the 5 rounds. It's not exactly a bad half so far. Sure.
Anything else from here is just a bit of a bonus.
Yes, exactly. And yes, you know, the competition, again, it has a lot of power that you can utilize to promote the attack here on Split, right? Kind of cover some of the weaknesses that the map offers. But again, if you have good reads against your opponents, the trap plays you can set up with the Breach and the Fade that pairs along with the Raze, even the Paranoia to boot as well. There is a lot of ways that Team Secret can regain control of the map on the defending half.
I think that kind of surprised me the most is that RQ are not really pursuing for this kill. They have an immense amount of money. They know that he already has the ult online, so I'm kind of surprised that they don't try to take that rifle out of his hands. But, I mean, this is just a fantastic crunch. Just everybody, you know, watching the corners that they need to be watching the angles that they need to keep tabs on. And it works a treat for RRQ, so now in a position to maybe take the lead for themselves. Secret
This goes
by
here.
a little bit more once again. Stinger, Guardian, looks like Jeremy.
หลับเลยเกมเราดูได้ไม่เป็นไรดูเกมมาเยอะไม่เป็นไรดูอยู่ดู
Just
ดู
gotta
ดู
watch out for that full send ultimate here on the side of
ดู
RRQ.
ล้าไหมวันนี้
See if they're
ไม่เป็นไรครับ
prepared
เดี๋ยว
for it.
พัก
Just gonna
ผมไป
trade
แอบ
the
หลับ
spike for the Prowler.
เพราะว่า
Avoiding
ถ้า
that
เกิด
weapon
คู่นี้จบ
disadvantage.
2-0 ก็น่าจะเบรกนานอยู่ แต่ถ้าไม่ 2-0 ก็รอเกม 3 หรือไปอาบน้ำตอน
Try to set himself up.
เกม 3 ก็ได้
Bit of
ชิ
a
ว
miss on that same fight. He'll have to
ๆจะได้
take a take.
ตื่นๆไง ไปหาคาเฟอีนใส่ตัวสักนิดนึง แล้ววันนี้ก็สตรีมยาวไปยัน14 ทุ่มพรุ่งนี้ แล้วก็น็อกทีเดียวเจอกันอีก 2 วัน นี่คือแผน
Well, Secret, if they're able to take control of mid here, and then slow creep up with the cyber cages, the fault line, letting them know that Vent's been taken over. Now, no opposition. You sense that this is going to be a far back defense from RQ, but when does that showstopper come out?
Okay, well, there's the boom bot. Bounce out onto the rafters though. Jemkin position for
จริง
now.
จังดิ
Still masked.
Noise.
There's the Wrath ready, and there's the kill.
Hmm,
Jemkin
Jeremy
can't
cool.
get away from it. Still getting taken down. Jeremy knocked down to about 60 HP, but still finding the value, still finding the kill.
Borkum.
Just
Borkum.
a lot closer than Xphero might have registered there. Ends up coming up with the elimination. Give them now the man advantage. Be low on HP. The rest of the team healthy here for RQ as they try to make their exit. It's just a little bit too whippy though with the sheriff shots. Some damage found, but kill gets traded back. 3v3 now.
This choke point, they will get topped up a little bit by Elmimore.
There's the first challenge for Borkum. Good for it. NDG now going to be noted, but Borkum continues to hold there. That elbow swings back around the opposite side to get himself a 4K and get Team Secret up to 6.
A big round, and RQ, I mean, I wasn't quite sure if Flips was maybe just trying to sell the idea of a fake that they went over to B, because they heard the boom bot come out from vents, so they knew there was presence from the showstopper. But the cam not exactly seeing anyone actually enter into heaven, and maybe they thought it was already a rotate over, or the main forces were already set up on B. Whatever it was, Jemkin tries to get the pin,
บอกคุณไม่โกเสก
already
วิน
out in the air. And NDG
ได้
once
เลยเดี๋ยว
again, just good.
12 โมงขึ้น
You know, kind of crosshair aggro there in the last bit, setting up Borkum.
สตรีมแรกก็ต้องตัดอยู่ครับ พออันนี้ปุ๊บ
Last round of the opening half here. RQ look to try to tie this up 6-6, but 7-5.
เล่นวาโลเล่นไนโคสลับกันไป
Open would still be incredibly strong from them, especially considering that they're playing an unorthodox comp. See how they fare though. Nightfall still available from Envy.
I mean, if they'll probably check main with contact here. Well, Guiding Light might have to change that a bit, but I was expecting they might just check ramp with contact and then use it to push out of screens once again. Now that they know that there's presence.
Quick clear on that Trailblazer. No way to spot anything. Is okay, Jeremy swinging the corner. Is able to find Jemkin. Trades that back. Elmimore hearing the rotations as they push their way up forward into the site. Jeremy lands right there next to Estrella and is able to take him down. That's going to be lost at the same time though as Elmimore finds one. Jeremy pushing back in, but it's that full flash from Elmimore top ramp. Repeats. He's whittled away at. Now Borkum going to be dead, and that should just about be the close up here.
ทำไมเขามันกันอย่างไรคู่นี้
หัวจัดโนไม่หยุด
ซัดกันไม่พักเลย
Turns back towards the site. Xphero will take his head off. 6-6 RQ. They do manage to keep it neck and neck at the half.
Team Secret,
อ้าว
there was a good way that they could have tried to
Ngon
secure that
luôn,
last
khuất
round as
lông
well.
sofa.
Sure, send the Nightfall, but they want to take advantage of it because of the numbers, right? They didn't quite feel safe. They didn't have the spike planted just yet. So they want to take advantage of the fact that, okay, they don't have audio. They're on decay. Let's push back out and kind of clean up the surrounding area. Unfortunately for them, Elmimore not hit by the Nightfall. He's able to use a Guiding Light to buy time. Of course, he doesn't get the immediate trade because he flashes himself a little bit on that swing. But it's enough to draw out even more of Team Secret away from the site. That gives space back onto screens. Now it's tied 6-6. Of course, again, considering split overall, sure, Secret gonna be okay with that. A pretty solid score line.
I mean, again, I wasn't expecting this comp. I wasn't expecting the game to be this close at the moment. So I think that this is still positive trends right now for the side of Team Secret. It's just a matter of whether or not they can get over that finish line. Because again, they have not gotten a win on this map since they played against Paper X week 2 of last season before something had joined the team.
Yeah, where Jesse Vash gets that knife kill with the Cypher. That was a long time ago.
And even then, you know, since then, I think they've maybe only played it 4 times.
Yeah,
Most
not
recently, you know, was versus Zeta in the LCQ.
Which, I mean, we saw, right, from the stats of RQ's win record so far. Even LCQ was a while ago. So Team Secret trying to turn a new page here in 2024. And so far, I mean, I'm liking the comp and the idea. We'll see what reads they have, though. Because the way you got to play this on defense, you got to have a real good read on RQ setups already.
Yeah. Don't have that double control. You don't have that Viper to really try to slow up the other side of the map. Curious to see what this approach ends up looking like. It's just a couple straight shots out. Jemkin needs a little bit of damage. That will be fairly slow going. Shadows traveling. This camera's still there on ramp.
ดูอยู่ใจเย็น
That camera staying alive, the trip staying alive, all of that is a lot of information for Secret. They already have main control as well, and again, this is what you got to do, right? You got to be a little proactive. Jemkin.
So the pain shell to create some space here for himself. Only more in the meantime, rushing forward, just ready to charge through that cage. It's not still.
แต่ว่าไปแฟนซีเคทก็เยอะเหมือนกันเนี่ยช่องเรา
right here around mid. You draw some additional attention over with Jesse Vash now rotating back through the spawn. Pain shell will clear out Mail. That's going to make Secret a lot more confident. This does.
โอ้เจ้ากิโมนี่ก็ใช่เลย
Only more on the drop down. NB able to find that kill, swing it out. NDG gun and comes up with the goods. Elimination found. Jemkin. Here at
สำคัญจัดวินนี้
will finish him off. No HP bonus though is
ตรง
okay.
นี้มันเนียนได้ด้วยเหรอวะ
อ้าวบอมตกข้างบน เฮ้ย
I mean, if Jemkin can just stay alive by
หา
time
รีบ
for
ไปไหน
Fritz
อะบอม
here.
อยู่ข้างบน
No, it's gonna be split 180.
Now watching back in for this one though. The wall comes up. Yep, he's just gonna get shot from behind. Jeremy with a headshot, able to find it, and there's just nothing else that Jemkin can realistically do here. Push up the challenge. Not ready for Jeremy in that position. That's gonna be another pistol round going the way of Team Secret.
Splitting 1-1 on the pistol so far on both maps. And Jemkin, 17-8 and 1, doing the lion's share of the frags for RRQ, but they just couldn't. I love how they played the map though, right? They drawed a lot of the util. They drew the fault line a second time. Yeah, but at the end of the day, they just can't get into the site. It's going to be Envy and NDG bugging them up, gunking up the entry from heaven. They'll take a little too much of their casualties.
It's like just gonna be heavy stack and push here. Oh
อุ้ย
my god.
อยู่ดีก็เจ็บตัว
สะดุ้งเลยค
ค่า
รับ
เดินผ่าน อยู่ดีก็เจ็บตัว
It's not available.
Oh,
I mean,
Pang
Warren does
Jat.
not have those purchases coming into this round, so
ตั้งผ่านทางแพงจัด
can't try to fix any of that. Jeremy will be able to find one before getting taken out by Jemkin. Classic.
จัดได้อร่อยแค่คนเดียวเองเหรอ
And
พี่
Judge picked up.
จัดเจออีโคน่าจะได้
HP bars
มากกว่านั้น
continue
นะ
to suffer as Xfero as well now whittled away at down to 56.
Yeah, if Jemkin
อะไรนี่คือแผน A to B อ่ะ
trying to blast back with the judge, but right now things look a little dire.
Vash playing it stairs, sends out a flash to try to slow them up, but ultimately doesn't want to overstay. Will rotate back around towards Ellie's side, get himself maybe pushed up onto the side. Looks like he's going to play this one out patiently, wait for the approach to come in as the fault line now goes across. Swings out, finds one, Borkham as well. Down to Shreya.
ถือว่าแก้ได้สวย
Second. Leaves just Xfero all on his lonesome. The weapons out of reach. Position noted. NDG
ยิงสเปกเตอร์อย่างกับยิงเฟนทอม
It's just one casualty here on the side of Team Secret as they now move up 8-6.
แต่เจ๊ก็ต้องทิ้งสเปกเตอร์แล้วก็เก็บปืนที่ดีที่สุด
ทำระบบ
ให้
โดเน
มา
ท200ส่งน้ำ
Once
ซึ่งเมื่อ
Jesse
กิน
Vash
ระหว่าง
is
นอ
back
น
in position to help with the trades and the crossfire, you send the paranoia out
That's
to buy
insane.
time as soon as you get an inkling, and then you're hiding, making them think that they can swarm you. Jesse Vash is there, immediately capitalizes on the paranoia, and then it's just a crossfire, clean and set up with better weaponry. So while once again RQ they do what they can to make sure they have a numbers advantage, the weaponry, etc., the utility.
ไม่ไหวครับ ตอนนี้ Gen G โหดมาก
So far, we're seeing the positives of this comp. They're playing it to perfection, taking over this aggressive space, basically denying any use and value of that toxic screen.
Robbing that away from him. Judge now positioned right in front here. They'll clear that out.
เฮ้ยอร่อยเลยเนี่ยเจเรมี่
มาแล้วอร่อยหรือเปล่ากูจะไม่มาดิ
เออ
Do not know about
อุตส่าห์
around the corner, but
เอาโอเมนแรกไปตัว
Barkley RQ, very little interest in playing in towards garage.
แต่ไม่แน่นะพี่
For the time
ถ้าเอ
being.
แบบว่า
No smokes remaining on the side of Team Secret though. And that trip, they want to send them to B.
เอาวะ
right?
ได้อร่อยพี่
No, we
โอ
pushed
เค
them
แล้ว
to A. You gotta
โอ้
go.
โหอร่อยจริง
Oh,
ระเบิด
it
เก็บ
set
ปืน
up just too perfectly. Gets a
เฮ้ย
weapon
ทำจริง
as well.
Jump pick across,
Bana.
spotting two, fault line sent there. As Xfero will catch NDG,
NDG.
trying to work his way out of vent. But this is
Bana.
a big spot of bother for the set of RQ. But that being said, Mash does fall down. Now, blast packing over to the side. Jeremy trying to play elusive. Swing
อันนี้
around
เรียกว่า
the
ชิบ
corner.
หาย
Deacon landing. Plants his feet
30
firmly,
seconds
finds the
left.
kill. Envy now alone to see what kind of damage he can deal.
โอ้
Jim
โห
can
นึก
have
ว่าจะ
19
ถอย
HP.
เข้าไซส์
Spectre in hand,
Ah!
still available here to the fade. Some drift across, tries to get the jump, gets the headshot in. Xfero going to be taken down. Now the 1v2. Sets the interrupt on the plant, but they're running out of time. Haunt cleared. Jemkin out into the open, caught with a blast pack. Now the C's around the corner, trying to get the catch. Estrella able to dodge.
Oh!
He gets the headshot.
เกือบจะยืนเลย
He's on his feet for damn good reason.
ป้าจับ
What a hell of a clutch. As Team Secret now stretch the lead by 3.
Envy made every single
อย่าง
decision
ตึง
perfectly.
แบบ
Everything
เขา
that
เราเอา
leaded one step closer to that clutch win, to that Red Bull clutch.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Right, he first of all tries to isolate. He expects someone else is still going to be in main to create that crossfire. Takes out Xfero. Then he tries to delay, gets to delay. Once it's on the second plant because of time. I mean, yeah, you got to shout.
Hello.
He knows it's going to be a 1v1. He knows he's low. And then the C's immediately after because now you have to stick the plant. All of it to perfection. Keeps the lead here in the second half. Gets that bonus for them. Showstopper online as well. On both sides, but it's full armor for everyone on Team Secret.
RQ this time taking
แบบเขาเราเอา
a little bit of space there in garage, not wanting to concede it. Will immediately drift
เฮ้
away.
ย
Flips continues to lurk forward. Jeremy, though, a little bit of an off angle. Not often that we see too many players up on top of box just in the exit of garage.
There.
วันนี้ผมจะกินทุกอย่างที่อยากกิน
Position. As for now, with the smoke dissipating, it's just going to be a little tuck away there from Flipshider.
Team Secret, they heard this. Obviously, the trip gets broken as well. Trying to weaken up ramp, and at a certain point, you're going to want to start to send Xfero to get value. Whether it's to A or B, that remains to be seen, but it looks like they just want to pressure them there. Expect that they've weakened the site. Now, this is all bait. It's for Jeremy.
Showstopper.
Everyone's
Oh, he's
flashed.
slowed up.
Oh.
Fouls in, but Jeremy recovers his vision just a little bit faster. Looks like they didn't quite read where he was.
That's
Gets himself a second kill before getting taken down. Now Borkham holding things firmly on the site. Went back out in NDG. Looks like Xfero just not ready for that one
Oh,
at all.
no.
Flash right into
Oi.
his face. He's still plus forwarding. And things are really starting to slip.
ทำอะไรอะเห็นนะ
RQ
อะไรอ่ะ
not in
ตาวิเศษ
control
เห็นนะ
at
เมื่อกี้
all here in this second
อะไรอ่ะ
I've seen a couple of these moments where Elmi Moore gets a little rushed with the guiding
เดี๋ยวไม่
light.
สูสีอะพี่
He's gotten away with it
ถ้า
a
เข้า
couple
ชาร์จเขาก็ต้อง
times,
สู
but
สีหน่อย
when push comes to shove, I mean, first of all, that was going to be a hard round no matter what to clutch, but it's just unfortunate that we're seeing these micro mistakes. If they're happening when you're getting pressured, even if it's not an impossible clutch situation, right, they're likely to come up. So I was fully expecting that timeout because a lot of panic starting to show. And probably something that Coach Iwa is going to need to talk about is the players in the server, they might not have any idea what's going
ตอน
wrong.
นี้เอ
Because
สเซอร่า
quite
เครียด
frankly,
จัดอะบอก
they
เลย
feel like they're taking the control of spaces that they wanted to, right? You're able to push them out of mid. Now that you've identified that they push early, they get early control of main and garage on B. You push them out of there. You have that control. You clear mid again. You have vents control. What is going wrong? We tie them up in ramps. What in the world is going wrong? And that's something that Coach Iwa is going to have to talk about. One of it is, of course, you're not drawing out all of the important util. You draw out a fault line, sure, but then there's still a Seize, still a Prowler, another Haunt, another Paranoia. There's just a lot in the bank that can be used at various ranges that they'll have to account for.
This goes here.
I mean, it's just in every single metric right now that Secret have control. Ult economy very much in their favor as well as that Nightfall about to be online for Envy after the clutch.
เทียบอกว่าโนนีครับน้องมิม
Now, Showstopper, Neural Theft, both ready to go. What's the game plan here? 4 Stingers and a Sheriff to see if they can try to find a thrifty win. Paint Shells lead the way, but Trapwires for now still standing. Do get spotted out a bit by the Trailblazer.
They hear the Stingers. Know it's a weak buy.
Flash out.
Now just playing a long range. Still got that camp in heaven as well.
Jesse just basically about to just full util dump everything that he had, and does so.
I mean, but again, Team Secret, they don't mind if they get pushed away, if they push RQ away to me. In fact, they'll just get a double kill before that even happens. Because
be playing off that so perfectly. And they know the TP back there from Estrella. As he does get knocked down about 51 HP. But jump up, Jemkin trying to open things up a little bit more, trying to find that catch, but Jesse Vash manages to stand his ground.
แม่งเก่งกว่าบี
Shadow in the
บีตรง
meantime
เนี้ย
creeping forward, trying to get his way out over onto the
Tại
site.
khổng.
NDG not necessarily
impact.
reading this at the moment, but also not really in a position where he's going to get caught whatsoever by this Viper.
oh, look at Jeremy's position on the
Last
mini
player
map. He
standing.
goes down. I mean,
Spike down mid.
And there you go. Finally susses it out.
Time for a
Cleanup is going to be good. Just Envy lost in the fight. Team Secret now up to 11.
Find them. I kill them.
As it's again another 5-round win streak going into a second half.
คู่ไหนบ้างก็คู่นี้จบเสร็จต่อ
lead as
GEDA
well
ครับ
off of that. Of course, tied 6-6, but a great position here for Secret. Not only do they get,
Enemy remaining.
a happy amount of rounds in the first half, but everything coming to fruition. And we talked about, again, the kind of high risk, high reward that this kind of comp can bring to Split, but so far the reads are on point. And the way they're cycling a lot of their util, they always have kind of the ones that don't refresh, like the Paranoia. It's always in their back pocket.
Bomb buddy out.
So
แน่นอนอยู่แล้วแล้วโอ้โหเขาเล่นกัน3แมปครับ
across these next 2 rounds. Very slow going here for RQ. Showstopper at the ready. Spots one.
Oh.
Gets the cleanup. Elwin Morgan be fast and trade.
ยังจะต้องแลก
Going to be raises taken down on both
ตามมิ่ง
spots.
เจมคิมแบบโคตรเซ็ง
Raise
อะ
down on a single duelist for RQ.
จับตัวก็ไม่ได้
Anything else that can really force the site open either. It's just the sky right now for the initiator. Things are looking rough. The only thing they can hope for is Xfero on the lurk, but he doesn't exactly have control of the site just yet.
Creeping their way over now.
โอ้ยจังหวะนี้ใครจะมาซ้อนครับ
This is A side.
Anti late ma,
Still
Kai
there,
Pu.
still not dealt with. Trailblazer can try to spot him out, but just a couple shots in. That's Elmore down to 5 HP. He didn't even have the reveal on him. Just heard them moving forward. Trailblazer now trying to spot things out. They have identified that he's going to be back screen, but displacing him is still going to be a completely different task. Bash now arriving up into heaven. We'll be able to find the final 2 of the round. Is
ขออนุญาตขึ้นแท่น
looking absolutely dominant here on Split.
A great showing. And I love it because they bring out their own interpretation of a composition.
Go
and
next,
they're
go next.
using it so well, right? It's not just that they're fragging out.
จะได้ไปอาบ
The
น้
way they're cheating their utility, the way they're understanding how to create space, how to take space, the way that they understand on defense, we're going to have to push out on the early rounds to take control of a portion of the map. I mean, all of it clearly shows us that this is not a result of, we don't know what else works, let's try this one. This is a result of a goal was met during the scrims. We came in with an idea, and it's time to show RQ what it tastes like.
Can they hold on? Feels like 6 rounds in a row. Even though Secret have done just that. Right now for RQ, feels like an impossible task.
I mean, look at the ults as well, right? Both Nightfall and Rolling Thunder online. These Seekers aren't going to mean too much.
Envy fishing around. Sparrow does get tagged up a little bit as Envy will be able to get the catch. Jemkin taken down, but not before NDG does fall. Util now taken away. After Shockwell Force flips away for a brief little moment, and Envy swinging back around on the side itself is able to find Xfero and keep them very much in a winnable position. They look to close out this map. Flips, about to be jumped here from behind. Fault line set, finds one. Pulls off the angle, but does he realize that he's being hunted? 2 more players behind him. It's Borkum now.
Oh, this is a cheeky spot.
First line of defense. Here's the rope. Swings under the corner.
Hey.
Gets one. They can't calm it fast enough.
Spike down.
ำบอกคุ้มว่ะ GG เลย
He will be
เรียบร้อยแบบเขาเราเก่ง
3 kills for him as Secret run away with a map here on Split 13-6. Absolute
เดี๋ยวมาแชทแป๊บนึงอาบน้ำก่อนล้างหน้าตายมันตื่นก่อน
You can't count out Secret. They came in prepared. both teams with some changes here, both in terms of kind of who's playing what agents, the compositions, things like that. So this is a fresh slate. So it's not even really the story about, well, Secret does well in the rematches. They come in prepared when they can ante. It wasn't about that. It was more so about the fact that Secret had full confidence in what they had prepared.
Well, we have a 3-map series here on our hands, but first, we'll go ahead and pass this back over to the analyst desk to break down all the craziness from Split.
And just when you thought it was going to be over, Team Secret said nope and took RRQ's map pick from them of Split.
Yeah, that's my job to say nope to
Yeah.
people, like keep them off the
Or
elevator.
nope.
But, yeah, but
I was
I mean,
inspired.
a flawless defender side for them, an incredible performance. Their attacker side looked really good overall. Kind of similar ideas, I thought, to what we saw in Breeze with a lot of mid pressure. And in that last round, or the second to last round of the first half, RRQ found a way to deal with that, where there was a showstopper available for Jeremy. They get ahead of it. That was good, but then they get over to the defender side, and Team Secret just ran them over. I mean, it was crazy how strong they looked.
Yeah, it was pretty beautiful. I mean, the defenses they had on the top of A was just like, there was just no getting in for the side of RRQ. It was like, had every angle covered, and then on the opposite side, it just felt like the entries from the side of RRQ weren't that great. So kind of falling apart there. It was 6-6 half, but just the flawless one side was just too much for them to handle.
I think there were some little warning signs early on, Valdez, when you pointed out, too, when we saw the kill count, and it was a little bit too heavily skewed towards Jemkin and Elmi Moore very early on.
Yeah, I mean, the other 3 players had 2 kills apiece, and it was 12 and 11, respectively, for those other 2 players. So definitely felt like there was a little bit of carrying going on even from the beginning, and then once they got to attackers, it was just kind of lights out for them. They had a decent amount of first kills, but look at the post plants, 0 out of 1. Like, they didn't have post plants.
Well, that just goes to what you're talking about, right? Like, just doing such a good job of controlling the pressure points on this map, not giving them the opportunity to get there. Envy really popping off here. Borkum had a great game. So some of the players who were, well, Borkum had a good breeze, but Envy in particular, who did not have a good breeze, showing up much more here on the fade. This double initiator really worked a treat, especially on the defender side and the attacker side, to be honest. The 6-6 attacker side is quite good on Split generally. You'll take that most of the time. So really everybody stepping up big time. Yeah, Jesse may not put up huge numbers, but the breach util does a lot for delay. They did a great job. One thing that I really noticed with Team Secret, especially on their attacker side, was the way that they cycled their ults. They were staggering them. They were only using one at a time. Like, you know, the casters were talking about it. You could see when you have the Rolling Thunder and the Showstopper available at the same time, you could, you know, launch the Rays with the Rolling Thunder, but they didn't need to. They were just like, we're just going to use one or the other and then save the other one for the next round, then do that. So really smart game planning here from Team Secret.
I do like how Jeremy, you know, stepped up. He wasn't looking on his best form the other day. So and honestly, the last map. So seeing him on this map, starting to feel more comfortable. I mean, when you're on the Rays flying through Split, you need to be confident with every decision that you make.
Yeah, it was kind of funny too, because this map started off with RQ. You know, they won the pistol. I think it was a 4K from Jemkin, just like lining them up. It was crazy. And then for some reason, after that, it was, you know, it was very even in the first half. Obviously, it kind of went back and forth, but you know, we had an ace from NDG who was looking pretty good, and you know, there were some nice comeback moments for Team Secret, kept it close, and then really, you know, it just felt like a totally different map once we changed sides.
But you could see some of the ideas, like with this double initiator comp, it puts this like kind of like pressure on you as RRQ to have to worry about being caught by it, getting tethered, because it's a lot easier on Split sometimes to kind of like track those angles and deal with that. And then even, you know, throwing in the judge in there for Jeremy, you know, catching them right outside of B main. Just everything so well thought out with this composition for Team Secret. So, you know, we talked about earlier today that it's hard to come into this stage and know what teams are going to do, what maps are prepared, what agent picks are prepared. And now we're seeing that, you know, finally a team has come and cooked something and it's actually come out well done.
I like the whole cooking process there. I really just enjoyed that.
I'm
That
definitely
sounded
a chef,
delicious.
yeah.
He's not just an elevator guy, he's also a chef. Does this change your predictions at any point? I know, again, infamous flip-flopper here, just in case with how things going.
Yeah, I'm infamous for a reason. I do kind of feel, you know, before we started this segment, I'm like, maybe Team Secret take this actually. I mean, going in an Icebox, I think they should be pretty comfortable. And RQ did look kind of flat in that second half. I think that was mostly just because Team Secret playing so well, and they really shut the door on them. So as long as Team Secret keep up this level of play, I mean, there is a pretty good chance they go into this map of Icebox and take it. So I'm not going to change my pred. You know, I've turned a new leaf for the new year.
New year, new
stick
you.
with RQ. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm not. You know, I'm willing to say that okay, there is a pretty good chance that Team Secret take this anyway.
Very happy with the growth of Valdez. Definitely, you know, no more flip-flopping. I'm going to stick with RQ, but I think it's going to be really darn close on Icebox. I mean, obviously, you know, seeing it from both of these teams earlier this year, both of them had to play Gen G on it. They both pushed them basically to the limit. I mean, there was the overtime, right, with Team Secret. RQ got close to the overtime, so I don't know. I still think RQ probably has a little bit more firepower and those kind of things. That's where I'm going to lean. I'm going to stay with RQ.
Okay. I will share my thoughts on that after we address the guess in game poll result. The question was who's going to thrifty first on map 2. And because there was no thrifty, both of them managed their economies like actually really well. Nothing happens. We stay in gold. Forever gold. Yeah. Pony boy.
I should have bet on no thrifties. Yeah. I wish I could have bet on no thrifties.
Yeah.
I was denied.
I know.
I think all of us would have bet on that though. It's not very common that you see a thrifty, right? So.
We did have record of you saying that, so I think, you know, mentally we know. In terms of how this is gonna go for Icebox, it can go both ways. Especially with performance like this coming from both of these guys. I think if it was because it's a 1-1 score, I know how strong Secret can be on Icebox, so I'm actually now completely up in the air. But I will stick to my prediction because it's a new year, like Valdez said.
เอาที่เก่าเลยครับผม
We're just gonna stick
อ๋อ
to
เลือกได้ในไนเวอร์ครับ
So proud of the growth.
the year commitment.
So proud.
Yes. So here, Jeremy Jemkin
มันต่างกันไงไฮบริดกับออปติคอล
performed phenomenally, but Jemkin just couldn't be the only person killing everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to, I think...
อ๋อไอ้แป๊บนะโอเคครับผมขอบคุณครับผม
talked about a lot on that second map, but it just feels like everybody's pulling their weight on the side of Team Secret, whereas even in the beginning of the map for RQ, it just felt like kind of a two-man show from Jemkin and Xfero, and the rest of the guys eventually caught up, but yeah, it just felt like a better team performance from the side of Team Secret, so... And the fact that Jeremy also hit 333 ACS is pretty good, on top of everybody else performing really well, like a 31% FB percentage as well. So yeah, I think they've got the hot hands right now, and I think this is going to be a very close match. Wouldn't even be surprised if we go to like overtime or something like that on Icebox.
Absolutely.
I think we're going to overtime.
Yeah.
That is very highly likely. We are going to go to our agent picks now for the third and final map of this first series of today between Team Secret and RRQ.
I was going to say, Jesse's playing Sova, I can tell you that right now. Like, before that even came up, 100%. But, okay, Envy going to be on that KO. You're seeing teams kind of lean into this a little bit more with that extra space on B. It's a little easier to flash behind yellow and things like that. So, teams are going into it. But that RRQ going with more of what we're seeing globally on this map now with the Gecko, some kind of double initiator. But it is the Sova, so you're seeing this kind of
มีอยู่ 2-3 คนน่ะที่เขาไปดูกันนะครับมีแฟนเขาไปดูกับมีคนที่ไปดูแหละน้องหญิงไม่รู้เขาเดี๋ยวน่าจะมาหรอมั้งเขาไม่น่าบินไปดูวันเดียวป่ะพรุ่งนี้ก็น่าจะดูว่าหรือวันนี้พักวันหนึ่งเพราะพรุ่งนี้ไทยก็แข่งอีกนะน่าจะบินไปดูทารอนถึง2 วันอะไรเงี้ยน่าจะมา
Historically, even since last year, both these teams have kind of been neck and neck every step of the way throughout Pacific. So
คือที่ Inter Park ครับสามารถพูดและจองที่นั่งได้ราคาบัตรธรรมดาอยู่ที่ 1,500 วอนมีเว็บไหมมีเว็บไหม Inter Park หรอเว็บบอกเว็บ Inter Park หรอ
Crucial championship point. Both teams have put up some strong performances on this map. Back at kickoff, RQ playing it twice versus Gen G.
Yep.
10-13 score lines both times.
Yes, exactly. Getting very.
ทำไมบางครั้งการแข่งถึงเกิดแมปเขาแล้วเก่งเหรอครับก็อาจจะเป็นเพราะว่าเลือกฝั่งที่ได้เปรียบก่อนครับคนที่เลือกฝั่งที่ได้เปรียบก่อนเมื่อกี้มันกดดันครับผม
They were playing the Sage back then. They were experimenting with it. Now back to the KO for Envy, and honestly,
สมมติว่าแบบเราเลือกแมปนี้มาอีกฝั่งหนึ่งเลือกฝั่งที่แบบการจ่ามาอย่างเงี้ยเราตีไม่เข้าปุ๊บแล้วมันกดดันครับน้องเฟย์ไปเลยครับผมแล้วเขาก็เก่งเหมือนกันใช่เขาถึงมาแบนใช่มาถึงปล่อยหลุดออกมา ซึ่งเขาก็พอเล่นเป็นแล้วเขาก็ได้เลือกฝั่งที่ได้เปรียบก่อนนะ
Widely the site conceded here by RRQ, looking to just play a full retake. As Team Secret themselves amassed here. Darts going in, not gonna find the connection there.
ตอนนี้น่าจะต้องเปลี่ยนเป็นแบบเราเขาเก่งกว่าครับผมไม่ต้องเปลี่ยนสโลแกนละสโลแกนเก่าอาจจะใช้ไม่ได้
Seeing that Sova, actually with the help of Helms, will be able to just go ahead and flush him out. So let's get that elimination.
แบบนี้เราต้องเป็นทีมซีเคร็ตอยู่แล้วครับผมเดินไป2-1ต้องภูมิใจแต่เขาแล้วทะเลตอนนี้เขาก็ไม่มีแล้วครับผมไม่เหลืออะไรแล้วครับตอนนี้เอามา1ก่อน
Great mid-rounding from both teams. Team Secret, they get the initial contact, they recognize that the Jet has given up pipe, so they immediately press the issue, try to push forward as a death ball. Now meanwhile, RRQ, they're not able to stick with it anymore, but just so they can bring flips back over from B side, they decide to group and cover mid, right? Just to see if it's going to be a rotate, and that way they can still try to push the flank or at least put pressure on it. And initially it looked like it was going to work out, but the plant goes down. And then good positioning from Team Secret to make sure that they hold everyone at screens. Jesse Vash going over to the rafters. That was the big difference maker.
Yep, just absolute, basically zero investment for the most part here for this side of RRQ. As push his way out of tube. Dashes, back.
เฮ้ยอะไรอ่ะหายแล้วครับผมเกมคิมช็อตนี้อะไรวะล่ะ
Got the outlaw for Jesse Vash as well. So everybody in dire danger here.
ไปดูสถิติจริงใช่พี่คิดเหมือนกันครับพี่ว่าเกมคิมแม่งโอเคอะแต่ว่าการเป็นดูอิลิสมันต้องระบบทีมอะไรมันต้องซัพพอร์ตด้วย
On an aggressive lurk, just with a pistol, anything like that. You want to be able to stick his 5, keep as many of these weapons going forward.
Recon at the ready. Only more waiting patiently.
The timing of this will be so crucial.
See if he gets anything at all, any kind of inkling that they're moving forward. Catches a good timing on this one.
วันนี้ขออนุญาตยืดหน่อยเว้ย TS ทำให้ภูมิใจหน่อยเพราะคู่หน้า 2-0 อยู่แล้วเฮ้ย
Can't quite find a third, but Jemkin with covering fire will be able to take him down. So already very bloody here. The Secret suffering more loss.
อะไรวะน่ะ
Certainly would like to have on this approach. Can they find more? The push up back, able to take him down, gets both kills collected. The Guardian
ต้องให้ถึงมือนาเจสอีกแล้ว พวกน้องๆหนู
but NDG can't get there in time, so it'll be the outlaw picked back up. Decent damage dealt, but still a 2-0 start for Team Secret.
Yeah, I mean, just because it was buys across the board, it's going to be a little costly, like you said. And while the recon bolt was delayed thanks to the drone, they just aren't able to check 4 flips, right? A little too distracted by Elmi Moore.
มันทิ้งการเดียนวะ
And so a lot of damage done. Now we saw initially.
I have died every day.
Everyone will buy down to the full armor. They'll give up 1 piece of utility each to make sure that happens, recognizing that the outlaw is still a threat on the other side from Team Secret.
Checking, watching over there. Pipes to see if anybody's going to poke their head out. Time, double push up. Jesse Vash, Borkum investigating over towards B. See if they can spot anything out. Nothing seen. We'll just go ahead and back away.
Yeah, but this alarm bot's getting so much value for RQ as well. Right, able to just deny Kitchen, now the turret as well, so relatively safe in mid. Now they won't spot anything with the drone.
I saw his shoulder just a bit there.
Yeah, just a
ไว้ลองคู่หน้านะครับผม
Now, of course, they're also still holding on
แต่
to
คู่หน้าไม่น่า OT ดิ
no reason to over-rotate from RQ, but the question is can you hold on to the site? Because if the execute's good, it's a bit of a pain here on A.
ซีเคร็ตมาว่ะดันเนี่ยผมบอกเลยซีเคร็ตไม่เงี้ย
อุ้ย
ซีเคร็ตมันเดือดจริง
หมด
ทำไมมันถึงได้หนาวขนาดนี้วะให้เขาเปิดแอร์แบบบ้าคลั่งจัดเลยวู้
ปืนไม่ค่อยดีปืนไม่ค่อย
กด
ดี
แอร์หาย
And that decision not to
Damn.
shoot out the 0 point, that made the difference, right? Not able to spot out Jemkin. He's able to cover for his teammates. Flips got flashed and then of course dashed on right from Jeremy, but Jemkin still there to cover all angles from above like a hawk in the sky. Buys enough time for Xfero as well with the crossfire. And the energy's coming back up.
เฮ้ยไม่ไหววะ
Flips the trash dunk is back as well.
Well, that's just the bonus round, so now it's going to be full firepower, full shield.
I have died every day
as well.
waiting
So
for
far, and gotten kills off both of
มา
them.
ละเปิดกล้องเลยเวลา
เจมส์คิมจะไปเฉิด
หวัง
แล้ว
ว่าคงจะไม่จอฟ้านะ เปิดกล้องแล้วมันชอบจอฟ้า แล้วถ้าบินก็เจอกัน
Hasn't used it yet, so we'll see if it gets used at all this round. But they get spotted immediately, like you mentioned, so that means they have to give up pipes control. So no reason to try to push out for even more info. Trying to just hide the position of all teammates, just keep Team Secret guessing. They still got that alarm
ฉัน
once
กำลัง
again.
ยืนอยู่
Mid covering, both parts around tube with the turret.
Still not fully committed here. Double creep up. Pushing their way now towards yellow.
มาครับ
Like what
น้อง
they're seeing over here on this side of the map.
โอ้
Might just
เปิด
be
กล้อง
able
แล้ว
to
ไว้ตรง
rotate
นี้
back around. It looks like
แล้วแฟนทอมซัดกันตรงนี้เลยวะเอเทล่า
Suspecting that the Viper's going to be alone, but quick to replace here is Xfero. Gets himself shifted over, and looks like they're going to leave Jeremy in forward position over on this.
อันนี้ถ้าแบบว่า
อาบแล้วครับ
A B แตกนี่รีเทคยากจัดอะ
A little bit of damage there. Otherwise, spike now planted.
กินแคร์
So
Viper
well set
ตายไปแล้วครับ
Jeremy.
โอ้ย
Obviously not going to spot him.
โหรูปปากรูปปาก
อันนี้เป็นกันแดด
เจเรมี่รูปปากช็อตนี้
ต้องทานหนึ่งกัน
เรียบร้อย
Now this is such deep control here for the side of Team Secret, but NDG
เอ้ยพี่เอ้ยขอบคุณครับ โอ้โห
Hey, goes above the grading as
เฮ้ย
the fuse held to half. Hunter's Fury.
ผมไปอาบน้ำมาพี่เอ้ยแบบว่า2 ช่องให้เหรอ
Finds two. Would've
Oh.
gotten away more, but NB takes him down just a little bit faster.
เกือบได้นะครึ่งหนึ่งเมื่อกี้
All is lonesome, 24 HP.
เมื่อกี้คุยกับอาร์ตเอฟอาร์ตจะสตรีม2 ที่ใช่ไหม
The weapon will rotate
Hey.
out.
อัดไปไหนเหรอ
Get the catches.
ไม่คุยในเฟซสักพัก
Lips thinking
อาร์ตบอก
about
ส
it.
เปคมา
Wanting to give him that line of sight, just
14900
tucked away.
4090
Weapon, but
โอ้โหสบาย
moving
ถามพอไหม
ever so necessary save there from the rifle.
พี่เอ้ย ผม
Some semblance
ผมก็สตรีม2 ที่เครื่องเดียวอยู่นะ
at least
ตอน
some
เนี้ย
hope for one.
ก็สเปคเดียวอัดเลยยกเว้น CPU
They're trying to
อ๋อ
abuse
CPU
the kind of
ใช้อะไรอ่ะ
12.9 ของอัดเป็น 14.9
Of course, the trade, but
อ๋อ
what's
เซ็ต
really smart from Team
FC 4090เลยเหรอ
It's not an enemy
ใช่
over-rotate.
โอ้โห
They still
แรงจัด
use utility to keep them up in A, and then they
ผมซื้อ
still
ต่อ
have
พี่ชายมา
that gives them
ใช้
that
การ์ดจอ
option
สตรีมใช่ไหม
that you will
ใช่
get
ครับ
the flank, right? I mean,
คือแบบ
Jeremy
เหลือ
needs to move
2K เล่นเกม AAA ยังเหลือ
That's when
กำลัง
Arcus
บอก
started to
โอ้โห
go over.
อาร์ตบอกสเปคมา
Multi-step
จะรั่ว
plan.
อัด
แรงที่สุดในตลาดตอนนี้
Line once again.
ขอบคุณคุณพีชนะครับสำหรับซุปนะครับขอบคุณครับ ไม่ใช่ซุปถึงของซับนะครับขอบคุณมากครับ เดี๋ยว อัดเข้ามาเดี๋ยวนี้ตัวไหนก่อนดีวะเนี่ย เนี่ย ตัวไหนสกินแคร์เต็มไปหมดเลย
ก็จะแรง
ดู
ขนาด
เกม
นั้น
ไม่
ฝาก
สกินแคร์ใช่
เข้าช่องเพียงช่อง
แร
แรง งจั
จัด
ด
เฮ้ยอันนี้ม้อย ตัดมาก่อนเลย1 ปืน
So far, it's been A site every single time. Sure,
Beauty
I mean,
Walker
they
वालों
eventually
का।
rotated over to B, but it's been the A pressure every single time, and they don't stop at pipes. They will always try to get some form of control right up to the site.
พี่เบสให้มา
แต่ของพี่
จัด
ของพี่อะ YouTube ตอนเนี้ยใช้เครื่อง2เป็น CPU ยิงใช่ปะแล้ว CPU มันเก่าแล้วอะ
นี่มัน
ภา
กั
พ
นแดด
ภาพมันแตกว่าจะแบบว่าจะเปลี่ยนคอมใช่ไหมแล้วก็เอาเครื่องที่เล่นเกมอยู่เนี่ยเอาสัก 4060 มาใส่อะเราไปยิงสตรีมแบบใช้การ์ดจอยิงสตรีมอีกที่หนึ่งแก้ปัญหาเอาไม่อยากแบบว่าใช้เครื่องเดียวยิง2 ที่เพราะอีกที่หนึ่งมันจะแบบได้แค่720นะ
ใช่ มันเป็นปัญหานะ
เพราะว่าสตรีมหลักพี่ก็ยังเป็นทวิตอยู่ไงมันเลยทำไม่ได้
Set up here. Nearby screens, all of his util still online. Decides to pull back even
หวี
more.
ก็หายเอาหวีแมวมาหวีก่อน
Right
ได้ไหม
there
วะ
could have very well saved his life.
ป้าวิภาอยู่เจิมด้วยแต่กล้องไม่จับเลย เมื่อวานก็มีครับผม
เจอผมก่อน
But clear. Dizzy gone. Thrash now coming in, hunting for a target.
เป็นมันใช้แบบนินจาเปล่าที่มันแบบ
On top
เครื่องหนึ่งที่หนึ่ง
trajectory of that snake bite coming through. Flash and drone searching for a target. Flips does get noted by that. Borkum now
สนใจ
repositions.
จอ50ส่วนครับ ติดอยู่อย่างหนึงครับผม
Try to get that Dizzy.
ตังค์
แพงไปฮะ
Off in. Chep get a quick peek, trying to find the shot. Can't make it happen. Borkum stays alive. Does get pushed forward. Does get flushed out as Estrella is able to
เจ็บ
find
จะ
the
จบ
kill.
นะพี่
Now getting more
4090
straight
นะ
Jesse Bash
โอ้
will
ไม่ไหว
Times out, unable to find value as Jemkin will get that elimination. And now
ก็คือพี่มีไอ้นี่อยู่แล้วอ่ะ 7900 XA อะ
they're so damn low, but Jemkin
Oh.
will be able to keep him protected.
ตึงแล้วนั่นแหละ
Two members left
อืม
standing.
แต่ว่า
Retained. RQ tied up at
มันมี
3-3.
ปัญหาอยู่
แซวเก่งอะเรา
มันไม่ซัพพอร์ต
ชิโกะกลายเป็นตัวละครที่ขาดไม่ได้จริงชิโกะชิโกะช่วงนี้ไม่
แล้ว
ก
ก็
ล้า
ยิงภาพสตรีมยัง
ผมว่าเดี๋ยว
ยังไม่
อาจ
ได้
จะมีโดน
ดีขนาด
เนิร์ฟ
นั้น
หน่อยๆครับคิดว่านะ บอกว่าทากันแดดทา3 ข้อกิน 1
แต่
ได้
ถ้าไป
เฮ้ย
สตรีม
ทา
เป็น
ปากเฉยเลย
AV1 แบบดีเลยอ่ะ แต่ถ้าเอามายิงในทวิตแต่ไม่ดี ทวิตมันยังไม่รองรับ AV1 ไง
มันมองไม่เห็นนะไม่มีกระจ
พ
ก
อมันสตรีมแบบเก่าไอ้264อ่ะภาพมันแบบจะมีจังหวะภาพแตก
Jemkin posted up. He's going to be going up against a weaker buy, so can just go
ไม่
ahead.
เดี๋ยวฝีปากดำไง
Swing and see if anybody peeks their head out in towards the nest. Looks like it's just going to be a ground approach here. As Drone will stay low, will get the tag here. Flip shutter can back away. Ooh, wide peek out. Jemkin able to find the shot there. Sends another one moments before Jesse Bash would have likely
พอละ
swung in
ครบละ
to his crosshair.
5 ขวด
Shot's gone, but Wiley it's just tags here onto the member.
CGI it.
The spike can get planted.
Gotta play it a little bit safe. Yeah, wait for that retake.
Oh, Jesse.
เราต้องชิมก่อนเดี๋ยว
Gonna be stranded forward
กิน
now.
แค่ต้องชิมเนี่ย
Committed. RQ very much wanting the lead for themselves, and it's going to be a lockdown on the opposite
Oi.
side. Now invested. Xfero pushing forward. Jesse Bash unable to find the headshot. Does end up falling.
มาละ
Lockdown had been
ทำไม
destroyed.
ไอ้นี่มันรีบใช้น้องจังอ่ะ
Only for the defuse, they get it up to half. They just think of the whole time. Xfero
Oh.
with a quick little second glance. Spots Borkum, takes him down. Fragment from Envy will find
เมื่
one.
อกี้มันคนที่เล่นสกายแฟดหน้าตัวเองจริงปะเนี่ย
Coming away
เหมือนคนละคนกันเลย
โคตรฮา
for the squad as they take the lead.
คือข่าวแล้วแก้เขินด้วยกันไปแม่งเลยแล้วกัน
It's just that ace side over and over again, and yes, Secret
ทำเป็นเหมือนไม่บอดใช่
อะไรนะ
It's on Haven, though.
อีกคนยังไม่บอด
ไม่ใช่ไอตอนที่มันแฟดหน้าตัวเองอะแล้วมันก็วิ่งเลือกที่จะวิ่งต่อไปอะทำเป็นเหมื
จ
อน
ริ
ไม่
งๆ
บ
มัน
อด
ควรจะหยุดอ่ะ
เดี๋ยวเสียฟอร์มไม่ได้ไง
หน้าตายจริงช็อตนี้สมควรแล้ว ปล่อยน้องวิ่งแมนทิ้ง
So perhaps after all these times, right? It's several things. RQ.
ผมลืมเปิดไฟ
They also know how to anchor depending on which utilities used first. You add the op now. So Team Secret, they're gonna have to decide if they want to switch up the default at the start of the round.
Timeout called from Team Secret. Trying to get them right back into the driver's seat. Nothing that can't be undone quite just yet. Still just a single
จ้าจริง
separating the two squads.
มันช่างจ้าสิเหลือเกิน
Timeout swinging. This is going to
ปิ
be
ดไฟเพดานเนี่ยพวกความเนียน
go
Very
ahead and
negative.
equalize very quickly.
โทนห้องต้องเป็นอย่างนี้
Because of course after a timeout, surely the operator gonna hold a different position here. Whether it's going to be green or mid, could be that push out from tube as well. But it looks like
ตื่นแล้วครับมา
over to the B site.
ยาวๆ
I mean, this would be the round where Team Secret says, you know,
Keep going,
sure,
yeah.
yeah, surely we don't go in and get another
ถอด
time,
แว่น
right?
ดู
And then they go again.
And it looks like
ไม่มีที่เช็ดแว่นแล้ว
biting on that. It looks like it will be okay. Borg, rather, Estrella will rotate over to at least be lingering a little bit closer by.
Okay.
ว่าตบโหต้องรอดูว่า
ต้องได้เสื้อแล้วแต่เกลือไม่เป็นไร
ไปได้
ยังมีเพื่อนอยู่แถวนี้เต็มไปหมดเลย
Okay, just gonna be the nano cleared out. Alarm bot's still standing. Second nano now set up there from Xfero to try to slow up the approach. Should it's very much end up coming over to A, which right now it looks like it is.
ถ้าทันอย่างนั้นบอกนะเดี๋ยวพี่ติดต่อหลวงพี่ให้
So RQ, they've got
Lunghi.
things in place, right? They've got a little bit of mid control. They could go for the.
อาจจะต้องไปอาศัยกุฏิหลวงพี่อยู่
They're They're still ready for the potential lurk. They have no reason to rush things out. Alarmbot's still alive on A. You'll have the pit, and you still have screens control.
I mean, they'll have the pit if they can avoid. Okay, I was gonna say the null command that is available here from Envy. So pit comes out first. Arrows popped. It's Jeremy just playing alongside this one here for now. Jemkin in the meantime gets the catch on the Borkham, who's lurking over outside of green.
เป็นไม่ได้คนเราต้องมีความเชื่อครับ
Try to shut things down on Evan, but he can't. So they'll get the plant, but it's going to be a very tough post plant to hold. A lot of it comes down to Envy. Just holding.
But he
Hey.
Flipshider does manage to take him down. A couple other players getting blinded there by the Dizzy.
ทำชั่วจัดอินวี่ช็อตนี้
As that wall drops, Jeremy can
Oh.
only find Jemkin. Otherwise, the cleanup will be swift. 2 kills there for Elmi Morris. Xfero
มันรีเทคได้ยังไงวะ
cover the
มันสุ
operator.
ดยอดมากเลย
The fuse can now come in.
โคตรนัวเลยเมื่อกี้
Well, to counteract, not allow for that timeout to lead to a round win. So now they stretch the lead very slightly, just up by 2 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, the mind games are in place for sure after that timeout. Trying to guess where the op's going to go. Say that maybe this time is the time that it works, but didn't quite account for the pit. And of course, RQ, like you mentioned, it's not just the pit.
เฮ้ย
I haven't heard Elmimore taking on him for
เกิน
clips
ไอ้
in a
นี่
long
เกิน
time, but RQ's feeling the energy. We'll see if they can keep it up to the end, though.
Still a multitude of ults to work with there. Borkham's death does give him the pit. Bash with the Hunter's Fury. If he'll be able to work his magic, is assessing what they really want to go for here, and it's still a decent.
มันน่าจะมีเกมเมอร์ที่แบบว่า
Bulldog.
พอยิงได้ปุ๊บลุกขึ้นหมุนตัว แล้วก็มูนวอล์ก
โดนโค้ดตบเลยงั้นอ่ะ
กระตุกเป้าไปทีเป็นที่ไมเคิลแจ็คสัน
Keeping that operator
น่าจะโดนโค้ดเล่นเลยดิ ผมมึงนั่งดีๆดิ
Try to rotate around, and he actually does manage to make it across unscathed. So now can get into position, drop this pit here for his squad.
Yeah, they'll have to get there fast, but the question is how do they hold the flank, right?
อ้าวเรียบร้อยเลย
There, and that's a great
Enemy.
note
Ui.
from Jeremy.
I mean, yeah. And Elmimore whittled down to 2 HP as well as they just sat there. I mean, Gunbarrel.
เฮ้ยปืนโผล่
They've got nothing to really.
อยู่นี่ตัวหนึงอยู่นี่ตัวหนึง
Snake
ข้าง
bite
ใต้ข้างใต้
เอาเรียบร้อย
low enough that it gets the kill itself.
อ๋อถ้าหันซ้ายจะปืนโผล่
ปืนโผล่ตรงนั้นเวลาหันไปหันมา
มันต้องถ้ามันหันซ้ายปืนโผล่
เออ
Or couldn't get the timing for the kill.
โอ้
Did they read?
จ่ายแบบไม่ต้องเล่น
No, they did not.
Ow!
AG.
มุมนี้แม่งอร่อยเฉย
Two, Sheriff in hand. Now, Elmimore trying to escape.
โอ้โห
Will not be able to do so. Team Secret.
แม่งทำมาอย่างดีวินเมื่อกี้วินนี่โยนทิ้งเฉย
Come back in with a much more solid game plan. Love to see what exactly went down in mid because it felt like Borkham should have been dead.
มันคันจังวะผิวแตก
Being held by Jemkin.
Yeah,
I'm not Uri.
เข้ารอบ
ถู
ก
ก
รุ๊ปละสามครับ
น้ำที่ไม่ได้ตั้งใจอุ่น
สอง
ด้วย
มาสาม
อุ่นชิบหาย
ที่หนึ่งแต่ละกรุ๊ป
All props to Jeremy
Wow.
for making that happen. Opens up the site with the setup that he's received. NDG
ที่เชียร์ใคร
คือ
ที่
NDG
เชียร์
มันเลิกหาแล้วน่ะ
ไม่เขาเรียกว่าอะไรหาอะไรวะ
Here's the scary
ได้ครับ
part.
50-50
Has to focus on A side again, right? They tried to take some mid control, it didn't work.
เอ้า
Secret's ready for it.
I mean, he had the shot ready to go, but Jeremy just a bit faster. Flipshider now in a very committed position. The drone coming up over the top will spot him out.
ไม่เนียน
There's a Hunter's Fury.
ไอ้ฟลิป
It won't even be necessary. Jeremy will be able to just go ahead and get the headshot.
อุ้ย
Elmimore
อยู่ดีก็คม
creeping forward, looking for more.
ดื้อจัดเลยอะ
Take
ฟลิป
him
อะ
down. 5v2. And a call to just completely abandon the site. Team Secret. They will go ahead and get this plant. We'll wait for that spike to detonate.
I don't know if he'll be able to carry over these weapons.
หรือว่ามันกลับตัวก็ไม่ได้นะพี่จังหวะนั้น
Might try to get a cheeky extra lockdown going here if he can try to find a couple extra kills.
Yeah, I mean, plenty of reasons to hunt. Xfero, the one person you probably don't want to come across, given that he's a little bit closer to having the lockdown, but only a few more rounds to play. Looks like widely Team Secret will just take this patiently, take this safely. We'll just hold on to all 5 as they get this flawless round and tie us up at 5-5. And Des was talking about it, you know, they felt like it was going to be likely that this ends up going to overtime, and right now, given how inseparable the teams are being, it does seem like that could very well be the case, but we kind of thought the same thing on Split.
Well, and we also felt that way both times that RQ played Genji, and they never quite made it to overtime.
Good point.
So we'll see. But right now,
พูดไป
Secret
ที่
right back
ที่ไอ้
in
ขับ
command of
เอาไป
round-to-round pacing. Because, you know, after the timeout, they go for it again. That time RQ reads
ถ้าวัน
it.
หนึ่งวาโลมัน
They
มี
go
แบรน
for
ด์
it
เอ
again.
เจนต์นี่มันจะเป็นยังไง
RQ
วะ
surely not
โอ้โหมันต้องซ้อมกันหนักกว่าเดิมเนี่ย
เป็นไปก็เป็นไปได้นะ
ที่แบบว่าสมมติด่านนี้แม่งแบนเจ็ตถ้าต้องหาตัวดูลิทมาแทนอีกตัว
เพราะพอตัวละครมันเยอะๆมันก็ต้องทำแหละ
พี่ชอบเสื้อดำใช่ไหมคือ
ตอนนี้เท่าไหร่
ที่ซื้อมาเยอะอะ
ถึง20
เสื้อดำจริงใส่ได้ทุกสีขาวก็ใส่
20เนี่ยหน้าแบนแล้วล่ะ เพราะเดี๋ยวนี้ทีมระดับโปรมันไม่ได้ซ้อมคอมเดียวอยู่หรอ
อืม
ซ้อมหลายคอมอ่ะที่จุด20 กว่าแล้วเหรอก็ได้แล้วนะถ้าเขาจะพลิกแบน
แต่เปเปอร์เล็กน่าจะชิวปะ
โอ้ชิว ไม่ได้เกี่ยวที่เอเจนต์เปเปอร์เล็กอะ
แบนคอมนี้กูเล่นอีกคอมก็ได้แบนเจ็ตกูก็เล่นเลน่าแต่เปเปอร์เล็กถ้าแบนเลสนี่แอบหนักอยู่นะ
น่าจะออโต้แบนเลสอะโลจริงมันไม่ใช่โลดูลิตเด็ดมันโลเลส
โลเลสจริงๆก็ฟินิก
โอ้ย
ฟลิป หมดกันภาพยิงคมเกมแรก
โอ้ยปลายปืนแบบไอ้นี่พอดี
โหดนะเนี่ย RQ อะด่านเนี้ย
โหดจัดเมื่อกี้วิกชไนเดอร์ ดูฟอร์มเซนเนลปีนี้เนี่ยแชมป์มาสเตอร์อีกมีข่าวว่าเซนเนลจะพักมาสเตอร์รอบเนี่ยเป็นตัวแชมเปี้ยน
แปลกๆว่ะพี่ช็อตฟิล์มเมื่อกี้มันยิงไม่โดนได้ไงวะ
ใจสั่นอยู่จังหวะนี้
เพราะว่าปืนมันก็จะว่าเป้าต่ำไปปะสูงไปปะ
มันโดนมุมเสยอะ
เห็นภาพ OT ไหม
แข่งเซตหน่อยใช่ครับ
Maybe the first time, and we've seen some sidelines drawn towards mid, but never really a push like this from Secret. So a bit of a change up here. Just how committed to this they're going to end up being is just eating a little tiny bit of damage there.
มันได้ยินเสียงร้องไม่ได้นะ
ได้
เรียบร้อยเลยมีป้อมตรงนี้
จังหวะเมื่อกี้ต้องไปแล้ว
On that B side, he's going to have to rotate over quickly. His flip shot are going to be taken down. That's a thrash now out of the equation. Elmore eventually is able to find Jeremy with the spray.
นึกว่าได้นะเนี่ยเมื่อกี้
นึกว่าเจเรมี่ได้เมื่อกี้
โดนเฉย
กดสเปรย์แล้วยิง
Very much makes Jesse Vash second guess this plan position. Spraying through and
Nè.
Elmore finds it.
แผ่นดีฟอลต์ก็ต้องโดน
สแปมแม่นจัด
Killed off. This very much changes up the game plan.
โอ้ตายคนมันอะ
Commit in for the stick, but that gives
Lord.
him the tag. Orcup trying to escape.
โดดอย่างพิ้ว
Will not be able to find its
ผม
mark.
ไม่ค่อยดีเนี่ย75 ติดโดนอยู่
Needs to open things up here for the team. This 2v3 and it does.
คือแล้วไหลมาอย่างเนี้ยบ
Lurking around the back, the wall.
โอ้โห
Farrell,
ร้อย
his contributions not needed. RQ with 3 members left will be able to close out this first half 7-5.
Yeah, the mid kill onto NDG was huge because we saw that the Killjoy was nullified, so that turret wasn't going to have much value. It still gets taken down. NDG is trying to draw aggro out so his teammates
เป็น
can
หนุ่มแว่น
land
กันนะแต่แว่น
onto the site. But of course, that makes Xfero
ขอบคุณ
very
เค
vulnerable.
ลินนะครับสำหรับสมาชิกขอบคุณนะครับ วิซับทวิตเหลือ76 คนเอง
The lurk battle comes in
แต่ว่า
favor
ไม่
of
เป็นไร
RQ,
เดี๋ยว
and that 7-5 lead
มันใกล้แล้วเดี๋ยวผมจะทำฮอลเฟมเก็บไว้ให้
the squad. See if they can get that first victory. It's been a long time, like the desk talked about as we were preparing for this match. And RRQ, a lot of people wondering what really was the true power level of RRQ at kickoff. Sure, Gen G, they looked like they continued to improve, but could that have been RRQ, right? So many questions on a lot of people's minds. And if they want to prove that the potential was there, they got to make sure that they can close out a better 3 first of all.
Sure. I mean, like Ewok was saying during their interview on the analyst desk, you know, we consider that we're still in 7th place until proven otherwise. This would be the first step in proving that. Team Secret are certainly looking to test them and keep them as low in the standings as they possibly can. 7 and 5. Not much of a difference between these squads. Secret 1 additional pistol round so far. Let's see if they can add another one to the mix here. And just immediately cut that gap in half.
All right, Secret. See if they try to do a little bit of that aggressive push on the A site. You know, at the end of the day, the overall idea being the same for both of these teams as they both still have that Silva. It's not going to be super aggressive like the KO Geckos, but of course you can still get a little bit of that early info control. Try to set up your jets for success.
0 point forward. I believe it got the catch onto anyone. And we'll just move up, grab that orb. In the meantime, chasing from behind. We'll get the tag on him.
They haven't checked for Jeremy though. Still hidden on top of the screen.
And this could be a very unpleasant surprise here for RRQ. There you go, makes his presence known. Now they noted, but not everybody getting the Shadow still gets taken down, but Jim getting able to find 2 before getting traded out by NDG. On top, Xparrow. Sheriff is able to find
ใจเด็ดจะมาซื้อเชอริฟ
gets them into a better position.
เอ้า
Back around the side for the headshot.
ยากเลย
แล้วพี่ดีก็พ่นสเปรย์อะแต่เขามันจะได้ยินมั้ย
Can he manage to make it happen? Snake bite going to be thrown down. The wide swing coming across. He
Ui,
will be able to get the bite kill there onto Elmi Moore. Sheriff and a Ghost will be retained as RQ. They tie it up 3-3 in pistols across this series, and they stretch the lead even further.
Yeah, this is as close as it gets. 3-3 on pistols is a crazy stat line. Really just goes to show, and I think everyone that was trying to predict this match all around the world, everyone agreed it was 50-50. It's just where you put a little bit more faith, right? What do you weight a little bit more? Is it just the stats that we saw at kickoff, or is it what you think is going to be the interpretation of the roles and the comps? And right now, I mean, both teams, I think, subverting some of those expectations on both fronts. But nonetheless, a very tight match. But maybe RQ can change that up now that they are on for the anti-eco.
Jeremy dropping down. Estrella certainly
มัน
will
ฟีด
hurt
ฟีด
this.
มันแหลกจัดตัวเนี้ย
Couple shots go his way. Now he's going to look for the catch. He does find it. Nicely, patiently played out. Comes up with the goods. Jeff though getting overwhelmed.
Hey.
Back yellow does end up falling, but Shredder will be able to take out Borkham there. As Jesse Bash still wanting to fight, pushing
โอ้โห
forward,
เจ
gets
สซี่
the arrow on his arm.
สงสัยแรงหมด
With the recovered Vandal.
เมื่อกี้เจสซี่ได้นี่มีลุ้นเลยนะ
Here for RRQ. Selmy Moore still far forward, getting
โอ้ย
hunted.
เราได้ปืน
That's another weapon recovered.
That's what Elmi Moore wanted to protect, but yeah, now you don't really have a choice. Now your positions are good, right? You've got Defender spawn, you got the spike planted. So Elmi Moore just has to play for time.
Goes the challenge. Recon quickly cleared out.
Oh.
Gets the headshot on a
Hey.
one. Can he find the
เล่น
second?
มุม
Sends out a warning shot, but Envy
Oh.
continues the challenge. Finds the kill, but now he
สำ
himself
คัญ
in a
จัดอะ
1v2 spike
นัดเมื่อกี้
already planted. It's against 2 Bulldogs.
อันนี้ปืนของ RQ หมดเลยใช่ไหมไอพวกเวนดอลเนี่ย
Little fake tap there on the rope.
มีกลางไซด์
Stop some of this post plant util from coming through, but Bosch already thrown down. Wingman going to be cleared out. He does get the suppress, so the snake bites can't come into play for the moment. Top of the spike swings out, finds one. Is
One more.
ready, though for the approach on the bomb, and he is
โอ้
4 bullets,
ไม่
but
ทัน
no
เลย
time.
โหไม่ทัน
Such incredible efforts from the side of Envy, but Elmi Moore, like you said, had to play time. He bought enough of it, got that kill as a parting gift. And it just wasn't enough to work with. So RQ, they do get the round win.
แต่
They
ชนะก็เหมือน
lose
แพ้อะ
everything in the mix
โดน
there.
จัด
But Team Secret just knocked down another peg.
Yeah, and honestly, if you're an RQ fan, though, I would say that that round starts to show a bit of the same concern, because that was a round where the team wasn't all on the same page. Were they going to back out or not? Are we going to stand fight or not? You have the rifles. You don't want to give that over. And that starts to spread you thin. It's going to cost you this bonus round. You do have the Soul Vandal. We'll see if they can make a miracle out of it to try to keep the lead.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Hey, hey.
goodness.
Jeremy very much lucky to get away with his life there. Jesse Bash does find Elmi Moore for his trouble.
Yeah, basically says, don't bother my son. Shuts him down.
เวลาเรานี้เจสซี่ซื้อปืนฉลาดเนี่ย
Now just flush against the wall. Envy Right there alongside him. Triple
หวานเจี๊ยบเลยอ่ะ จัดเอารอมาเราเนี่ย
RQ though, not going out of the same playbook as Team Secret. They will inch towards the B site this time.
ซื้อเอารอมาซื้อออฟ
Ball goes up.
They can get the plant down. Will be the thrash available, whether it's this round or the next. Now they've got mid control as well, trying to back out from the utility.
I like this though. It's just a tap on the spike. Try to draw out what util they can get. So bite down. Borkum revealing that he is going to be playing back at Snowman.
So they have mid control, so they're considering rotating over because of the time, which I don't mind that in and of itself. But will they have the leisure to clear out the site? Because Jeremy is still there.
Yeah, could still very much shut down all hopes and dreams of getting that spike planted as Estrella not going to be noted by the drone, but by the 0 points. So they know that there's still some forward presence here.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lot of assumptions for RQ. They're hoping that their movement out has kind of made this site a little bit weaker. It's not going to be the truth.
Okay, well, flip
โอ้
shot
โห
taken
เฮ้ย
down as the spike interrupted.
เอา
play.
เอาละครับ
10
วางไม่ได้
seconds now remaining. In the hands here of
เฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ย
Estrella finding NDG. Push forward. Borkum is able to get
โอ้ย
Estrella.
ดี
That's the spike planted. Or it seemed like it shouldn't have been possible for them to have that one come through. Playing together now.
Not checking for mid.
No, they are not. Turn back, look towards kitchen. Jeremy now just on the opposite side of this wall, and as Jemkin swings back
timing.
through, he will fall. Team Secret able to close out this round. Bonus not converted here from RRQ. Only 2 members lost, so overall could have been worse for wear.
ตื่น
เล่นยากเมื่อกี้
On both sides, right?
Take
Things could
some
have
time.
gotten a lot worse for RQ as well. You could have just not gotten anything, quite frankly, on this round. Given how the anti-eco went, still got the plant down, still got the thrash online, got a couple of kills, forced Team Secret to have to buy up once again, making sure they can't just start banking up all the way to infinity.
Just the instant nade death.
Yeah. The thing that Team Secret will also have to recognize is they're also getting a little antsy, right? Trying to just shut down the plant and then giving up an extra kill here and there. So hopefully the players discussing that and coaches hopefully liking what they're hearing in the comms. Gonna be that forward control. The ping won't happen as that dart's a little bit too deep.
Yeah, not quite on the corner of the wall, so Jeremy can go unnoted for now, given the noise made earlier. Got a decent idea. 0
เศร้าเลย
points until the rest of the drone.
โดนหลบ
Well, that means
Has
that
had the
they
drop off.
มินตี้มินนี่ขอบคุณ23 เดือนนะครับมินนี่
that thrash as well, right? They have to respect the space they gave all the way up to the front line. So Team Secret, it's either empty the site entirely or try to flood it. And that has left mid entirely open for Jemkin, no matter where they go.
There's a ping down on Tube, but I'm not necessarily sure if it was under Tube or on Tube itself. Either way, they have to be aware that there's going to be somebody in kitchen. Crash now going to be coming through. For any kind of target, we'll just go back around over towards Flip so he can get the quick recovery.
Oh, the
Getting
drone
noted.
and the turret to
Yep, drone.
clear him out.
Okay, he'll just go ahead and clear both. Xfero take it down in the meantime. Trying to go on that deep forward push in towards the A side, but Jeremy very much privy to it. He's able to find that elimination.
คู่นี้จบพักประมาณครึ่งชั่วโมงครับ กดแรงได้ตาหนึ่งอะ
Hope to come back up here for Flips, which it is now available. Man gets the plant across.
ปัญหาคือเจมส์คิมตรงกลางเลย เจเรมี่
Oh, Jeremy makes
โอ้
it that much more difficult for him.
เจมี่เอาได้
No command now going to be
โอ้
invested here.
Oh, that no command.
ขอบคุณนะครับน้องเดวิดมอน
The thrash can't be used. You just have to hold on to yellow with your guns.
Hit beat on the floor. Flip try to rotate around, get himself across the side of that fragment, but he just ends up dying to it, and it's a catastrophic mistake. As the res was in, and in the end, it's still 4 players alive retaining their weapons here for the side of Team Secret. Just not able to get across that. There's no safety on that side.
Yeah, I mean, just trying to decide which way he wants to peek out for an extra kill, but like you said, that means he stays in the middle way longer as
โอ้
well.
เจเรมี่เลยว่ะวินนี้
Takes too many hits. Elmi Moore a little shaky on that last fight as well. So surely, okay, it's going to be a timeout. Gotta imagine from RRQ. Because you're probably hearing a little bit of that breakdown, right? A little bit of the discrepancy on what the call is. A little bit of discrepancy on, you know, what value do we hold right now? Do we want to hold on to yellow? We still have mid control from Jemkin, things like that.
Haven't seen any intervention from Ewok on this map quite just yet, but now that they're back within touching distance, only 2 rounds separating. Yeah, wants to get in here and clean up whatever is going wrong on stage. Also a moment of reprieve perhaps here for Team Secret. 2 rounds picked up in a row for themselves to make this just about neck and neck once more. We'll take a look as we get ready to go back into this, what the economy looks like at the moment here for RRQ, because, you know, going into the second half, even with the wins, they have not been clean. And as we can see, the buy isn't either.
Yeah, it's just going to be a full half buy here. Or, yeah, just a half buy, I guess is a better phrasing for that. And the thing is sure, you've got mid control a couple times, but it hasn't really meant much in the grand scheme of things. Team Secret is very well aware of how much space they have given in mid. And curious to see if RQ continues to try to utilize it, if they think they have better ways to utilize it, or if they start to just stack the numbers a bit more in their favor on the execute. Now this time we will see a turret ready. So NDG gonna position himself.
ถ้าคิดว่าดวงดีก็แพ็คเล็กครับผม ถ้าคิดว่าดวงไม่ดีก็จัดแพ็คใหญ่สุด
Onto A. They recognize the half buy coming in.
I hear that heal out onto one there, but for now it's just blind spraying through walls, looking for any kind of straight connections they can get. Fragment out to try to interrupt, but Plant has already come through. Just a moment too late, that util there, but more ability still going to be found. Clips in a straight up, both peeking so damn low. And, yeah, that's just going to be a very dominant retake here from the side of Team Secret. Not losing a single player. It'd be sure down to 1 HP, but unless you're dead, doesn't count. So that's going to be Secret now, closing this gap even further. 9 to 8. We have to suspect that this is the round that the timeout is for. RQ get ready to come back in with a purchase.
See what value they can get out of it. Both sides, one away from the lockdown. Blade Storm's available as well. So you can't really rely on the out cycles to be in your favor at any point. They're always going to match up against each other. So it has to be the reads from round to round. Now that one, sure, you know, it's off the timeout. You expect the half buy on both sides.
Team Secret
So you can chalk it up to Team Secret just having a good read.
waking up.
Now it's going to be that early push onto green. No lurk on the side of A, mind you. So a big commitment here.
Drone cleared. Jeremy noted up on top of yellow. There's a recon dart from Jesse all the way at top mid. Does get the ping out on the 2. So they know that there is a decent amount of players on this side. Scheider getting tucked away. Play safe here is Elmimore eating even more damage. Knocking 75 and flips. Oh boy.
Jeez.
What a
ผมนึกว่าไอ้ฟิปจะออกมายิง
ไม่เอาฟิปอ่ะ
The man is just an absolute lunatic.
ทำไรอ่ะ
Fragment in this.
ไม่เอาละ
I mean, the fact that
ไม่เอาแล้วหรอ
than Elmimore as well. Elmimore just took all those shots into the toxic screen the entire time.
Getting absolutely destroyed, and that is not how you want.
โอพีโอ้ยก็ยังนิยมใช้อยู่โอพีแบบนี้
Team Secret should be fairly prepared for this. So go ahead. Of course, the orb having been taken, the lockdown, and the pit as well.
เปิดครับเปิด
So RQ
น้อง
just
เก็บ
wanting to
คู่
try to keep the lead. Surely they use the pit. Because the lockdown not quite available just yet for NDG.
But not being sent, but Wingman in a very
Oh.
odd position. Does end up getting taken out. Tap onto the plant there from Flips. I mean, it's just so damn low, but it's going to be Jesse Bash. Somehow that falls first here in this round. And Estrella able to find that kill.
โอ้โหนะเจสชิบหายละ
Still not committed
ปุ่ง
here.
จัด
The pit doesn't give you too much room to work with for the plant. Now
Okay, well,
finally they're dwindling the numbers though.
That'll
That
certainly
is
help.
it.
Yeah, Envy going to be taken out. They could just try to go ahead and flood retake this one. They're going to try to swing their way forward into the pit, but it's just an absolute
ใจคอจะไม่ให้แพนกันเลย
RQ, I mean, just about every disadvantage they could have been handed early on in the round without somebody dying. You managed to scrape by with that victory. They keep Team Secret at an arm's length distance at the moment. So once again, moving up by 2 to get themselves to 10-round wins.
Yeah, overall, kind of a good idea from both sides, right? Team Secret, sure, their econ's fine, so they wait for that last attempt to plant. If you can just take out the spike, then that should give you the round win. Meanwhile, RQ using that against them. Make sure that they dwindle the numbers first, and then you just spam through pre-fire on that potential retake for the challenge.
I mean,
Now the op online.
Elmimore, that's the second time he's gotten wall banged in that position while doing that same drone. Now he's down to 54 HP.
Gotta be careful where you activate those. Well, for now, at the very least, he's still alive. The utility can assist. Now, cutting noise for the time being, but nothing sighted in mid. So, Team Secret, they've already shifted the op over to A. That side's well covered. Still 2 members on B to delay.
Alarm bot triggered there. Quite going to be sent in. Wingman going for the plant, however. Fight a little bit too deep to actually get the kill. So, plant is in. The full 5v5 for the retake. NDG with the lockdown though could cause some chaos. Selling more still 2 away from having that Hunter's Fury, so they do not have an easy clear.
ล็อกดาวน์เอาละ
Double flank around mid though. They've always only sent one. Going for the double and it's
สอง
planted
ได้
for
มา
mid
แฟ
as
งมิด
well. So if they can just get
ถ้าสองคนตรงกลางทำไม่ได้เนี่ย
โอ้ย
วิกฤตเอ้าแตก
ฟิปมันไปยิง
More going to be finished off, and Xpero caught NDG, so cognizant of that flank coming in from mid. Strikes him down, swing out back yellow. As Jimkin's the last one standing, but not
ยัง
very
ดี
long. Only the single
เกือบจะหลับจะกลับมาได้
ยินดีนะ
fairly decisive and quick retake. Team Secret will continue to hang in there.
NDG gets both on the lurk. I mean, they try to send a failsafe there, and he just understands my job is to make sure that there is no flank. I mean, surely after they see the spike plant location as well, somewhat aware of it, but how does he read the second? Just incredible.
Nice, boys.
So very clean here. As there you go, another timeout now. Only 3 rounds separated here from RRQ. The pressure heating up now.
You have to imagine if you're on the side of Secret, though, it feels good to draw out these timeouts so close to each other. You know that the pressure's getting to them. You see how they're playing in the round, and now you got to imagine that they're probably a bit flustered during the timeout. I mean, one of the things that we got to talk about with the coaches during some of the timeout episodes didn't quite make it into the final cut, but was also about just how precious the timer is in a timeout, right? You don't get to just sit around and discuss things. It's about just sending a message, getting maybe one piece of feedback back and forth, and then you got to move on with a couple extra steps of plans and really set up your players for the mid-rounding, the round-to-round adjustments, everything in just a span of 60 seconds. So curious to see if Ewok's going to be happy with the message he was able to share.
It's a hell of a lot easier when all you need to tell your players is turn your brains off. So.
Some teams just have it easier, man.
Let's see if any of it's lost in translation here from Ewok to the rest of RRQ.
ทีมไหนชนะขาดเหรอ
Health economy is swinging back
ยัง
around
ไม่มี
here
เหรอ
for Secret at the moment. A couple crucial ones nearly there for RRQ. That Hunter's Fury, that Thrash, just single charge away for both those players. As I mean, Jeremy, he's like, well, where's the drone?
How?
The wall goes up and then the drone comes out. Where's the drone?
Well, the also only tagging the 2 members. So RQ looks like their original plan was
สภาพอย่างนี้ต้องไปเล่นวาโลให้ตื่นนะฮะ
the main forces into A, then
ตื่นแน่นอน ร้อน
kind of rotate back around, but gets spotted out early. So you have to reset. Now it's just death ball into A site. Now no command available for the retake and the pit too if they want to use it for the defuse. So RQ, they got to decide before they go in. Are we pushing out or not? Because you're not going to have much time to decide afterwards.
Infested Bite goes down. And DG just out of range of that Mosh. Just tucked away here at backside. Like that.
Ui, home.
It does get flushed out there as Flipside is able to find the kill, but Borkham quick to reply. Playing up on the back Raptors. It's that
เมื่อ
headshot.
กี้ NDG มันน่าเปิดไข่วะ
Aggressive position, swings back out. Able to find Xpero. Finds Elmore. And that is
บอก
the
คุ้ม
cleanup.
บอกคุ้ม
Timeout be damned. Team Secret once
ถูก
again.
จับ
Just swoop back in onto the site. The fuse is theirs. One player lost.
โหถ้าเราบีไปเป็นเล็กเลย
Plenty. And now we are
คือ
tied
เป็นเล็ก
at
ภาพ
10-10.
ค่อนข้างชัดอยู่
Once again, I mean,
แต่เรา
Team
ต้องดูวัน
Secret,
นี้ครับ
right? They had the things like the null command. Sure, you have the operator on the side, but you have the blade storm. Everything is there.
ไข่คิวจอยครับผม
Oh my
เฮ้ย
I mean, that was kind of the deal breaker because otherwise, Jimkins
โอ
was
เคให้อภัย
pretty good.
ยิงอย่างนี้ไม่ต้องเปิดไข่ก็ได้ครับ
Post play scenario. NDG making sure that he becomes the wild card for Team Secret, and now they've tied it back 10-10.
Caution here.
I mean, the first time that they've had the lead since round 5 here.
Scanning
Team
ahead.
Secret.
Oh, Jeremy. Couple shots across the straight down to 85, but still alive. Noting a multitude of players there.
Take flight.
Hit now, just invested Borkham, wanting to make this B side of the map completely unassailable for them unless they go under tube.
I
Only
really
more.
like this pit.
He's looking through this one.
Oh no!
And this could be catastrophic. Two players already
One
down.
top.
Sparrow jumping back, answering
โอ้โห
straight,
แล้วบอม
find anything that he could possibly get, but for whatever reason, the spike now stranded. Does get picked up. Jeremy aware of this, sends out some shots. and Borkham
อ่ะ
ไม่เนียน
as he exits.
ขอสาร
Side. Jeremy
เล่นง่ายๆเล่นง่ายๆ2-5ไม่ลงเสี่ยง
whether or not that spike is still on the ground or if it's been recovered. They just know that Flipshider was in the radius of that 0 point. In the garage here for now.
Flips is just waiting for someone to peek out, but again, there's no reason to. So it looks like it's just going to be a save here if they can help it for RQ, but not exactly a safe position for it either.
Not at all. Jemkin now sat back here in the attacker spawn. Spots ahead of one. He's able to go ahead and take that down. But I don't think he has. Maybe he has no idea that Envy is just on the opposite side.
We get low.
Getting ready to push. There's the swing out. Shot goes a little bit wide. Jemkin will be able to find Envy, but Borkum
User joined your channel
มาละ
third as Team Secret
โอ้ย
regain the lead.
พูดเท่าไหร่อ่ะปะคู่แรกปะ
รุ่นแรกกำลังจะจบ
นี่ดูสกอร์มันสูสียังวะ
Coming to fruition. We've seen teams in the past, a pit comes down. It's like, okay, well, they won't expect us to try to flush him out of this one.
อย่างนี้มันก็ต้องเชียร์ใช่ต้องเชียร์อีกกลุ่ม
Absolutely ready.
ผมว่าซีเคร็ตว่ะ
คู่สองใครบ้างอะ
คู่สอง
DIX
DIX เจอกับ Vision Strike
Vision Vision Strike
เจอ GE เช็คดูว่าตื่นหรือยังจะเช็คดู
ปาเบนจากเท่าไหร่ว่า75
Results still not coming through quite
คู่สอง
การ
มา
นี้
ดู
การ
ด้วย
ผ่านกันแล้ว
There's one. Crash, try to lead the charge. I mean, just bringing it back around for the quick recovery. Taking a couple extra steps forward here. But I mean, this is right now a game of inches by RQ.
Yeah, doesn't give you much though. Sure, just on both sides. But you have so much to clear. Shock darts not clearing any of it.
วางไข่แบบเนียนจัด
2 nanos available, but just on the outskirts is that wingman with a Hunter's Fury as well as that snake bite lobbed in. Plant cannot come through, so now going to be scooped up. Shiner be able to put
ไม่แกว่งรอบ3
down. 5v5. RQ look to try to retie things here at 11-11.
Jemkin was spotted when he tried to push out of Raptor, so we'll see. TS.
เอาจริงนะบางทีเก็บ Hunter ไว้ตอนรีเทคก็ แจ่มอยู่นะ
Let's manage to stay alive. It's a little bit of damage, but then also comes back around, finds Estrella, Elmi Moore, catching the
ได้ยิน
lurk
ปะ
forward, gets rid of Jeremy.
ได้ยินป๊าว่าไง
DG, yep, they
ได้
know
ยิน
ไม่ใช่
where he is.
หมายถึงไอ้ตัวกันหลัง
It's a matter of whether or not he can try to clutch this one out. Time is going to be dwindling. Have to get himself onto that
พอ
spike.
เจอซีเคร็ตปุ๊บโดนเลย
Still do some
โอ้ย
significant
เฮ้ย
damage as he finds Flips. Nick Sparrow will bring
อันนี้
that
ไม่ยอม
one
เลย
to an end.
เจอปุ๊บโดนเลย
11, tied up once more. Make a wish.
ทัวร์นี้เขาแข่งกันที่ไหนเกาหลีจ้า
Have no idea.
โอ้ยทำไมมันเป็นอย่างนี้ไปนอนแม่งเลยโมโห
Tooth and nail for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Team Secret, I mean, they seem to have a couple extra steps to try. I mean, of course, they have to come a longer way here to try to retake the lead, or at least keep it tied up. So a couple extra rounds, right, where they're one step ahead, but not enough to stay ahead fully in the half. Now, Hunter Series still online for Elmi.
นัดพี่เบสไว้ดิวันนี้ไม่เป็นไรหรอก ยิง
They're also just 1 point ahead.
หาคาเฟอีนยังวันนี้ไม่ได้เติมคาเฟอีนแม้แต่นิดเดียวเลยครับหรือเราควรจะเติมคาเฟอีนสักหน่อยมั้ยกินผมกินกาแฟแล้วง่วงเลยต้องกินคาเฟอีนอย่างอื่นอ่ะพวกโซดาแอปซี่
กลับไม่กลับ
งีบเหรอ
Not the way that you want to start things off. Flips dead. So much of your util, your corner check.
อยากให้แชทช่วยให้ alert ไหมยังไง
Quote unquote easy
แช
play.
ทช่วยได้เหรอตั้งแต่ผมกินมานะโอ้พูดได้ปะเนี่ยพูดไปก็ไม่เข้าขายเขาฟรีไปเดากันแล้วกัน
ตัววัดดวงต้อง60การันตี
เป็นโซดาที่มีราคาแพงมากกึ่งเครื่องดื่มชูกำลังดีสุดๆอันนั้น
Dart goes up. Welcome again.
Early alert from Estrella.
Sends that.
เซลซิป
Moves forward. Does get the plan across. And DG going to be taken down. Estrella with that lurk, as you were mentioning, does come up with a huge pickoff. DG's been the one keeping the team honest as well. Jeremy still just continuing to swing out. Finds the punish.
ระวางไม่ค่อยดีด้วยดิ
Lockdown does buy space and time here for RQ, but now a 3v4 to try to keep this defended. They don't have very much post plant.
แต่ว่าล็อกดาวน์โคตรดีอ่ะเมื่อกี้
with this Hunter's Fury.
ตัวย่อ
ใครเป็น
สองพยางค์พอตัวย่อข้างหน้าเลสข้างหลังบู
Your point out, there's Hunter's Fury on the back and held to half.
Oh,
He'd be
boy.
gone. Jemkin able to pick off Jeremy moments before. Sparrow goes in through this time. No NDG to keep tabs on this. He finds the kills in RQ. They get themselves a advantage point.
Despite the situation, one of the more calm rounds we've seen from RQ.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
just cold-hearted in terms of what they needed to do for the win condition. First of all, an earlier lurk, they know that they've been getting picked off if it's late. Second, they go for the Hunter's Fury. Jemkin still covering the Sova as well, but understanding that the half could have been done, they send the flank once again.
วางตรงเมื่อกี้ทีเด็ดมันอยู่ตรงกลางเลยอะ
Now
กลางแม่งมา
finally,
ยิง
that
ทะลุได้
counter timeout from Team Secret. But it almost looks like it's Ewok's timeout. He's going at it on his screen.
Oh, I mean, at this point,
เมื่อกี้ลืมดูการเงินซิกเก็ตเป็นไงบ้าง
team's going to be given everything that they have. RQ, a good recovery despite the very rough beginning of that one, losing out on Flipscheider. Seemed like maybe that was going to cost them dearly. That lurk from Estrella, even though he doesn't get the, he does get taken down by Jeremy, he can try to keep that off a little bit more honest. Pick on the NDG, he's been the one that's been responsible for keeping track of those flanks coming through. Allows for Sparrow find an immense amount of value there right at the end of the round. Now Secret needed this one here to push us into overtime. The desk was talking about how likely it is, but ults, none available for either team.
All of it used up. NDG just about the closest one.
ขยันจับจอซะด้วย
Thrash as well, but 2 points, not something that you can really bank on within the round. Not something you want to greed for sure.
Yeah. Lockdown from NDG could be there if he finds some solid impact. Now it's just going to be playing back, like you said.
ขอโค้ดซิกเก็ตสัก
Hunt to be able to get those charges online. Could very well be your undoing. So see if they just come to him naturally.
The early nano swarm used in
ไม่เห็นภาพโอเวอร์ไทม์
sitting in
ภาพอยู่
kitchen, right? That a couple times. So Team Secret just trying to make sure that they're not caught off guard. This way they can focus a little bit more on the site, only worry about under tube. This time a very classic 4-1 setup. Still a full minute on the clock. This is exactly where RQ wants to be as the attackers. Meanwhile on Team Secret, starting to get a pretty decent read given the utility usage.
Dizzy up over the top. Rotation's not yet beginning here for Secret. As they are going to be, they're very wary about this potential lurk forward.
ไปส่ง
Double
บ้าน
coverage. Watching out for
ไม่มีครับผม
He's playing so far
มีคนสั่งข้าวให้จริงๆเหรอ
Yeah,
Yeah. เดี๋ยวมาหลายจานกินไม่ไหว
I think that's what they're banking on.
Four has now dumped everything. There's Amashi into the back here, trying to flush them forward. Oh, flushes them forward.
เอ้า
An angle there on that
27 วิ
Jeremy's patience has paid off. Xfaro dead. Flash out, drop down off top of yellow. See that position, but the spike gets planted all the same.
โอเคไวเปอร์ยังอยู่
For Team Secret.
ของไล่หลังกล่องเปล่า
That's the biggest hope right now because you can't go for another lurk
It's
after
instantly
Jeremy stays
cleared.
alive.
Flashes out. Flipshedder going to be taken down. No chance at using that one again.
เฮ้ย
Fragment
จ้า
Finding the kill. The
อย่านะ
Jesse Bash gets the headshot.
เนี่ย
We are
ภาพมาจริง
again, 12-12. The disc prophesies that the teams have delivered overtime here in our opening
แอบไป
series
ก่อน
of
เล
the
ย
day.
What patience from Jeremy. Just the fact that you have full faith that it has to be this, because if it was a death ball, if it was a 5-man, surely there is more action. Surely there's something more
แต่เมื่อ
going
กี้
on.
เจเรมี่
That
โอ้โห
there
รอบ
just
ครอบจัด
wasn't. They stopped at yellow. They didn't attempt the plant. They didn't attempt to draw out more utility. So I will still stick around. My teammates still have utility to delay, and it pays off. Tenfold for
ศึกษาการวางไข่ของ
overtime.
นี่ก่อน
Overtime to settle it all. Another timeout awarded to both of these squads.
เอาไว้กันพวกเกคโคเดี๋ยวนี้เกคโคมันชอบเกคโคมาวาง
Another round to go A for Team Secret. Looks like that's going to be the plan.
That's why you
once
got
again.
4 players from RQ on that side of the map right
ไม่ผิด
now.
ไม่ผิดแจกไม่ผิด
Jemkin, see the flash, quick clear out on the dart.
โอเค เนี่ยเกมกิ้มมันพยายามจะมาตัดนานละไอ้ฟิปเพิ่งมายิงให้วินแรกมันเนี่ยใช่ปะวะ
Very good about denying.
ไอ้ช่วงต้นเกมแม่งไม่มีคนยิงให้เกมกิ้ม
RQ, I don't think there's a single round where they were really able to hold on to it. They tried to contest for it a couple times, but
ฟลิปหรือบาวนี่เนี่ยที่จะหลับ
kind of go to their next step B. This time it's going to be that mid hold. Xfero has found some success with this during kickoff as well.
They very much want to make sure that they got rid of this alarm button, but it was recalled by Xfero. Very nicely timed. And figures, well, if I place it again, yep, they'll hear that, but maybe I can draw even more utility out of it.
Now with the alarm button, he can try to stay focused.
รู้ NEG รู้ครับผม รู้มีใกล้หนึ่งแต่เลือกไม่สู้ว่ะ หวานเจี๊ยบทั้งวันนี้ เอาอะไรไม่โดนโดนแมปนี่เช็คกลางไซด์ไปก่อนรู้เลยว่าเอเคียโดนกดดันละโดนกดดันครับมีเล่มเดียวเสี่ยวทั้งบอมดูดิมีเล่มเดียวเสี่ยวทั้งบอมแล้วบีเคลียร์โอ้โหแล้วไอ้นี่ไม่โดนด้วย
มอสฟิช
Even on the back end, an alarm bot would have gotten taken down, but yeah, just didn't throw it far enough. Now RQ, how did they get themselves out of this hole? Team Secret in such a strong position. Kurt set up, Dizzy up over the top, not finding much. You get the ping across there, NDG and Jeremy both being revealed. Chimkin,
แย่จัดโอ้โหแย่จัด
back, finds Flipshider. Chimkin, so much more work to be done. Drone at the ready. Gets one, pulls out the knives, finds Borkum,
What?
โอ้โหแย่จัด
Chimkin
เต็มคิมเอฟเลย
Ace.
Terrific position to get the opening round win in overtime. Show me again.
มันไปอยู่ผมมันช่วยแกไม่ได้ครับผม
Oh, and from there it's just absolute.
พอยซันคาวรูปปัญหาเลยเนี่ย
ฟัก แจกไป1 ฟัก
We were all thinking it. He's just the one that said it.
Wow.
Well,
I mean, what a bailout for sure, because they got played on the map. They just absolutely got handled on map control. But Jemkin,
สำนักผม
that might have been the round that everyone's
น่าจะโดน
been
มาดู
waiting
อะ
for since they heard the announcement.
ใครไปทักเกมคิมมาดูเหมือนเกมคิมอยู่ในแชทเลยอะเกมคิมแบงยิงให้ดูเลยไงเกมนี้
Secret, can they continue to push back and persevere? Tying this up once again, or will RQ finally be able to break away from them and get that first win here of the season, of the year? They're on the dart Borkum, still going to be noted though. Backs away for now. Still no forward presence. This time though, RQ, they're playing this one out patiently, and that does keep Jeremy tied to that A site. He's suspecting that there's going to be that lurk once again. Now they all start working their way forward as NDG nearly caught with util in hand. Drops down, but Xfero
โอ้โห
still
เลยเทว่ะ
working.
จีจี
จีว่ะ
Dead. The plant
จีเลยจีเลย
to keep themselves in this matchup in this overtime. Otherwise, RQ looking to close out the series right here, right now.
Team Secret, they feel pressured. There's always been alert, so they want to push in fast.
They know that Jeremy's far forward. In the cloud burst here, the swing out. Jemkin puts him down. Stray going to be traded. Jesse Bash able to find Elmi Moore. 2v3. Spray to the box. Bash. Reed finds it. Now he's in onto the spike. Flip shot. Last one standing. Forces him.
โอ้ไล่ฟิปเป็นประคมช็อตท้าย เข้าเกมก่อนเดี๋ยวไปเติมน้ำกินแป๊บนึงจบสักทีหนุ่ม
เหมือนเจมคิมมันอยู่ในแชทอะตอนแรกกำลังคุยแบบหมิ่นเจนคิมมีคนหมิ่นเจนคิมอยู่คุยกันดิสคัทกันอยู่เจมคิมบอกไม่ต้องเถียงกันพวกมึงเนี่ยกูยิงให้ดู
โดนนิ้วโป้งให้ดูอีกทีเอ็ดนะ
ยังชั่วยูวี่กับคุณสมาชิกนะครับ
โอ้
ต่อไปป่าเบนเจอกับ DIX
อัลฟาน่าจะโอ้โหหนักแล้ววะอัลฟาน่าจะได้ไป2 ทีมมาดูแล้วโอเมก้าน่าจะ4โอเมก้าชนะหมดเลยครับ
ผมเพิ่งจะดูดไปปื้ดเดียวดีขึ้นเลยอะ
จริงๆบอกเอ้านี่เราที่ 1แล้วเหรอ ยังไม่ได้ทำอะไรเลยงง
สวัสดีครับ ครับผม
ด้วยน้ำจากทางเราไปนะคะ ไม่ทราบว่ายังใช้งานอยู่ไหมคะ
สั่งซื้ออะไรนะครับ
ระบบระบายความร้อนด้วยน้ำนะคะ
ตอนไหนอะครับ
อ๋อเดี๋ยวรอสักครู่นะคะคุณลูกค้าได้สั่งซื้อไปในปี 2021 นะคะ เดือนพฤศจิกายนวันที่ 5
ครับผม ก็ยังใช้อยู่ครับ
อ๋อยังใช้อยู่เหรอคะ
ครับ
คือว่าอย่างนี้นะคะคุณลูกค้าเนื่องจากว่าสินค้าล็อตที่คุณลูกค้าได้สั่งซื้อไปเป็นล็อตที่มีปัญหานะคะ เพราะว่ามีลูกค้าหลาย ๆ ท่านได้ใช้งานและแจ้งกลับมาว่า ระบบข้างในมันร้อนเร็วผิดปกติ มันระบายความร้อนไม่ได้นะคะ ไม่ทราบว่าคุณลูกค้าพบเจอปัญหาเหล่านี้บ้างไหมคะ
อ๋อเจอครับ เจอ มันต้องแก้ไงครับ
ค่ะเนื่องจากว่าสินค้าล็อตที่คุณลูกค้าได้สั่งซื้อไปเป็นล็อตที่มีปัญหา ทางเราจะทำการชดเชยคืนเงินให้กับคุณลูกค้าทุกท่านที่สั่งไปในล็อตนี้นะคะถ้าคุณลูกค้าสะดวกคืนสินค้าทางเราจะชดเชยเป็นเงินเต็มจำนวนแต่ถ้าคุณลูกค้าจะได้สินค้าต่อทางจะชดเชยเป็นเงิน 80%
DI ครับ
ไม่ทราบว่าคุณลูกค้าสะดวกรับแบบไหนคะ
เอาเป็นชำระเงินก็ได้ครับ แล้วผมต้องทำไงบ้างอะครับ
งั้นรบกวนคุณลูกค้าแอด ID ไลน์พนักงานฝ่ายบัญชีเรามา และจะมีพนักงานชี้แจงรายละเอียดให้กับคุณลูกค้าอีกทีนะคะ
อ๋อ ต้องแอดไปเหรอครับ พอดีผมไม่ได้เล่นไลน์ครับ
อ๋อใช่ค่ะเนื่องจากฝ่ายบัญชีจะเป็นผู้ที่ชำระเงินให้กับคุณลูกค้านะคะ
ครับผม แล้วคือผมต้องแอดไลน์ไปใช่ไหมครับ
ใช่ค่ะ ID ไลน์จะเป็น JIB 5101เป็นตัวพิมพ์เล็กนะคะ ไม่มีแอดไม่มีเว้นวรรคค่ะ
อ๋อครับ อันนี้เขาคืนเท่าไหร่อะครับ
คุณลูกค้าได้สั่งซื้อไปในราคา 5,490 บาทเราจะทำการชดเชยเป็นเงิน 80%คุณลูกค้าจะได้รับสักครู่นะคะ
80%โอเคครับ
คุณลูกค้าจะได้รับเป็นเงิน 4,392 บาทค่ะ
โอเคครับ งั้น
ค่ะ
ให้ผมแอดไปอันนี้ใช่ไหมครับ
ใช่ค่ะ ID ไลน์จะเป็น JIB 5101นะคะ เป็นตัวพิมพ์เล็กไม่มีแอดไม่มีเว้นวรรคค่ะ
แต่ตอนนั้นผมซื้อไป80 ตัวเลยนะครับ มันต้องคูณเท่าไหร่ครับ พอดีผมเปิดสำนักงานนะครับ
แต่ทางเรามีแค่เครื่องเดียวนะคะ ที่คุณลูกค้าที่สั่งซื้อไปนะคะ
อ้าว อันนี้ใช่ป่ะครับ ผมว่าแปลกๆแล้ว
ค่ะคุณลูกค้าได้สั่งซื้อไปแค่เครื่องเดียวนะคะ แต่คุณลูกค้าสามารถติดต่อหรือว่าถามพนักงานเราที่ไลน์ได้นะคะ
อืม เปลี่ยนเป็นไฮไฟได้ไหมครับ ผมไม่ได้เล่นไลน์ครับ
อ๋อ งั้นทางเราจะส่งเป็นอีเมลให้กับคุณลูกค้านะคะ
ได้ครับได้ครับ ส่งมาเลยครับ
ค่ะค่ะค่ะค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ
ตัดข้างหลังมึงก็พูดดังจังเลยนะ โอ้โหไม่ดูไม่รู้เลยข้างหลังมึงก็โทรหาคนอื่นอยู่เหมือนกันนะไอ้ฮอคักแล้วไหนเมลอ่ะ เหลือจะชื่อ KP5101 ยูดีคอนเทนต์งงจัด แล้วมันชื่อรู้ยันชื่อผมเลยนะ รู้ว่าผมซื้อไปตอนไหน คือไออันเนี้ย ผมมีปัญหาจริงเว้ยแล้วผมก็เคลมไปแล้วได้เงินไปแล้วตั้งแต่ปี 2021 อันนั้นคือของจริงเว้ยแล้วจริงๆผมมารู้จักกับผู้จัดการสาขา เพราะว่าผมเคยทำงานอยู่นั้นไง แล้วแบบ คือทุกวันนี้เนี่ยจะซื้ออะไรก็แค่คุยเฟซกันอะแล้วก็เดี๋ยวแบบเดี๋ยวไปเอาที่สาขา จ่ายเงินไปก่อนก็ได้อะไรเงี้ย แล้วแบบ หายง่วงเลย ตื่นเลย น่าจะข้อมูลหลุดครับ แล้วผมเขาเปิดสำนักงานไงซื้อ80 ตัว รู้จักเปล่าร้านเกมอ่ะ คอนเทนต์ไม่พี่เมื่อกี้มิจฉาชีพมันโทรมา
ว่าไง
มันบอกว่าซิงค์น้ำผมพังจะต้องเอาไปเคลมแล้วมันจะบอกว่ามันไม่มีของคืนให้เลยคืนเป็นตังค์แทนให้แอดไลน์ไป
แล้วซิงค์น้ำมึง แล้วเขารู้ได้ไงว่าของมึงพังอ่ะ
มันน่าจะข้อมูลหลุดปะ
สรุปพังจริงปะ
มันพังเมื่อ2 ปีก่อนอ่ะกูเคลมไปเรียบร้อยแล้วไง
ไอ้เหี้ยพังไป2 ปีแล้วเพิ่งจะโทรมา
ก็เลยบอกว่าให้คืนเท่าไหร่บอก4,000อะไรมันก็อุตส่าห์ไปคูณเลขมาให้กูอะบวกลบมาให้กูเลยบอกว่าแต่ผมมีตั้ง80 ตัวนะจะคืนยังไง
ซิงค์เหรอ
บอกว่ากูมีซิงค์
แล้วเขาว่าไง
พังมาสิแต่เขาไม่บอกมันบอกว่าแต่มี แบบเสียงกระตุกอะ
เขาไม่
มี
ด่า
แค่ตัวเดียว ไม่ได้
เหี้ยดูว่าจะโดน
แล้วเขาบอกว่า ก็บอกโอเค ถ้าจะคืนแค่นี้ก็ได้แล้วเดี๋ยว ให้ผมแอดไลน์นี้ไปใช่ไหม ก็เลยบอกว่าไม่มีไลน์มีแต่ไฮไฟขอแอดได้ไหม มันก็เลยบอกว่าเดี๋ยวส่งอีเมลให้แล้วก็วางสายไป
ไฮไฟไอ้เหี้ย
งงกันสะอึกสะอัก เมื่อกี้คือเสียงโทรศัพท์มันเข้าไมค์ปะผมเปิดลำโพงแล้วลองจ่อไมค์ด้วยขำที่มันได้แค่อมยิ้มอะเมื่อกี้มันหลุดขำไม่ได้ดิเราต้องเนียน ชัดแจ๋วเลยอะดินจาแคทรับหมด ผมขอไปยิงบอทเล่นแล้วระหว่างรอ ตอนแรกนึกว่าของจริง ไม่ใช่ครับ จิ๊บเขาจะไม่โทรอะไรแบบเนี้ย คือ JB อ่ะ คือเขาจะไม่มาบอกไว้ว่าอะไรเงี้ย ไม่ต้องมานั่งแอดไลน์อะไรด้วยเขาจะส่งมาทาง SMS ไม่ก็เขาเรียกว่าอะไรอะอีเมลอะไรเงี้ยที่เราลงทะเบียนไว้ แต่นี่มันเหมือนข้อมูลหลุดอะมันก็เลยต้องเนียนได้ ดีผมไม่ถามว่าซิงค์น้ำแบรนด์ไหน QR code อะไรไปจี้มันมากๆเดี๋ยวมันด่า ก็เลยเล่นแบบว่าเบาๆไป ตามน้ำไป ดูเล่นให้ดูเป็นคนโง่ไป เอ้ยแต่ตอนที่ JAB เขาส่ง เมื่อ2 วันก่อนอ่ะ JAB ของแท้เขาส่ง SMS มา ผมยังโลกเลยนึกว่าเป็นแบบว่าเนี่ยเดี๋ยวผมให้ดูในกล้องแป๊บนึงนะนี่เขาส่งมาแบบนี้เห็นไหมจิ๊บออนไลน์เขาส่งมาเตือนภัยว่าเตือนภัยมิจฉาชีพเห็นไหมเขาส่งมา แล้วแบบอย่าหลงเชื่อไอ้เชื่อผมก็นึกว่าที่มิจฉาชีพเพื่อนไอ้สรุปกดเข้าไปเอาของจริงครับขอโทษครับมี2 อย่างครับป้องกันมิจฉาชีพ1เลยไม่โอนเงินก่อนก็พอครับ2ก็คือไม่โหลดแอปแค่นั้นเองจะกดลิงก์อะไรก็ช่างหัวแต่ไม่โหลดแอปไม่โอนเงินพอ จะคุยกับมันเป็นชั่วโมงก็คุยไปเลยไม่โหลดแอปไม่โอนเงินคือจบไม่ต้องให้ข้อมูลอะไรด้วย เพียบสตรีมเครื่องเดียวอัดที่สตรีมคือถ้าอยากให้ทวิช1080กับ YouTube 1080ด้วยต้องยิงบิตเรท7,000แต่พี่ต้องยิงบิตเรท20,000เพราะว่าพี่สตรีม 2K ใน YouTube ไงแต่ที่สตรีมเครื่องเดียวนะเจนเสียง AI โอกาสเป็นไปได้ต่ำมากครับเพราะว่าเทคโนโลยีตอนนี้มันไม่ได้ถูกปล่อยออกมาขนาดนั้นนะแล้วแบบว่าไอเจนเสียงเนี่ยคือมันต้องเก็บข้อมูลเราพอสมควรเลยนะพี่มันต้องเป็นอัจฉริยะแห่งโจรมันถึงจะทำได้ตอนนี้นะแต่ถ้าสัก10 ปีนะไม่แน่ใช้3 จอครับไหวสบายสเปคเราอัดระหว่างรอขอสักหน่อย
You disappoint me.
Stage change.
คู่นี้พี่เอฟพี่เอ๋ยให้ใครครับระหว่าง G กับ DX
DRX
2-1เหรอ
20ครับ
เฮ้ยขนาดนั้นเหรอเอฟ
Reloading.
ป่าเบนไม่ค่อยเอาเท่าไหร่วะช่วงนี้
Neon's on stage.
Check out.
Reloading.
ไม่ถามว่าดูแข่งกับเล่นเอาร้านไหมในแคทกู
พี่เบสชวนเล่นวาโลไปแล้วตัวไปลงแรง
Jet starter.
เดพินตอบแค่เลยค่ะ
แป๊บนึงนะ
Four in the dust.
Stage 3.
3 จอสตรีม2 ช่องทางมาอัดมาลองดูได้2 ช่องทางแปลกๆวะดูปืนนี่
สายรายงานอยากไปจัด
No ball back. Reloading.
นะ
ลายเสื้อ GE อ่ะ
มัน3 สีอะ
น้องบอกน้องมา
Like I never left.
โอ้ย
New stage in 10.
That was close.
Final stage.
Finished. You had your fun. My turn. Have one of these. That's a kill. That's
มึง
3.
ดูถนนเกาหลีดิ มีที่ให้คนเดินเขาเยอะเลย
ชิวเดินแบบประเทศเรามันมีแคบไม่เท่าไหร่แม่งยังมีของขายด้วย
เสื้อเขาไม่เอาหัวพี่
I'm out
ป้า
of
เหร
here.
อ
ตึงอยู่ดิเมื่อกี้ซีเก
เล่น
ต
กับ
แพ้
สาวอยู่ดิ VPR ที่ห้อง
As your wish.
It's you and me
Refreshing.
ตาแรกใครชนะพี่
ก็เลยครับ
ไอ้นี่ชนะRQ
Get out of my way. Crown.
ใช่เหรอมันเราไปเกมยังตอน CPU มันพังยากมากเลยอัด
อะไรนะครับ
เมื่อวานพี่
อัดใช้ CPU สตรีมเหรอ
เมื่อวานพี่หายไปดูกิงฟองมาครับผมตอนแรกผมก็มันจะไปไง
Here. Catch. Reloading.
คู่แรก
Back up.
โอ้ยอย่าพี่ผมชอบ
เสื้อ
เล่น
ฟังดีกว่า
No peeking.
ถ้าป้าอยู่หรือเปล่า
เอเธอร์ฟังอยู่
ใช่เหรอ
ใช่เอเธอร์กินข้าวยังครับ
กำลังคิดอยู่เลย
Kills remaining.
ฮัลโหลเอเธอร์
Heal up, squad.
เอเธอร์เด็กแปลก
Like time.
เดี๋ยวขอกินน้ำไม่กินข้าวแล้วไม่กินน้ำ
Have one of these. Hi, I'm pissed.
เอเธอร์ยิ้มให้กล้องหน่อย
เอ้ยกำจัดสตรีใช่ไหมล่ะเอาพวกออกก่อนมายัง
ฮัลโหลเอเธอร์
ไม่ครับลุง
ลุง
เฮ้ยมองกล้องแล้วบอกมือเร็ว
เอ้ยนี่ไงอัดเชียร์อัดดีกว่าอัดลงแข่ง
Match found.
กดเดทแมทเพลินๆได้
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
หาน้องชอบ
อ้าวนี่มันช่องพี่บูมนี่หว่าผมกดมาช่องพี่บูมได้ไงวะสตรีมสไนด์เหรอ นี่เล่นตัวนี้ตื่นแน่นอน การ์ดไวเปอร์นี่ไงมีคนได้แล้วเนี่ย เปเปอร์เล็ก อันนี้นะครับ
User left your channel.
I saw someone trying to tinker with the teleporters. You can't out-engineer me, agents. You'll leave when I let you.
อย่างไรอะใครมันบ่นอะไรวะพี่
Fight!
Gotta go. Go, go, go!
You're
Whole cat! Blinded. I'm out of here.
Charge your
Shocking!
ults.
a fuck เป็นเรื่องของมุมเมนต์เลย
10 seconds until stage change.
มันเป็นเรื่องของมุมเมนต์
Go, go! Too slow!
Stage 2.
I'm out of here! Gotta go! One less. Almost done. Stop! Go, go, go! Reloading. Reloading. I'm out of here. Party's over. Go, go, go!
โอ้
I'm out of here.
ละมาว
Kill.
Charge your ults.
คนนี้แฟนพี่เล็กเปล่าวะใช่ปะ
Bye bye.
ใช่ใช่
อ๋อคนนี้อ่ะ
แล้วปืนยิงอย่างยาก
Not
เฮ้
ready
ย
yet.
คนนี้แฟนพี่เอ็กซ์ปะกำลังพูดอยู่เลย
ใคร
10
อ่ะ
seconds until stage change.
มา
I'm out of here. Shot. Get out of my way. Go, go, go.
โห แล้วด่านนี้
Go, go, go.
เขาเหมือนกันเด้เลยว่ะทำไมเขาไม่เล่นลุงมาด่านแล้วมุมอร่อย มันจะได้
I'm out of here. Gotta go. Finish. That's 3. This way. Gotta go. My ult's ready. My ult's ready.
โอ้
Blinded.
ตุตุย
New stage in 10. Get out there. Kill something.
Go, go, go. Scout destroyed.
Final stage.
Shocking.
ซิงไปเลยฮู้อย่างวะ
Had your fun. My target. Not ready yet. Get lost. Look at that. Taken out. Go, go, go. Buried. Gotta go. Reloading.
Every guy dead อยู่ใน F
แป๊บนึง
I'm out of here.
นัวอยู่
Nice drag. Gotta go. I'm out of here.
อย่าเอ็กซ์สู้ๆนะอ้าววิ่งตาม
On low.
โดนตัน
Gotta go.
kills to go.
เฮ้ยทำไมผมเห็นเนี่ยมันยังตายแล้วมันยังยืนอยู่อะยืนตายได้เหรอ
10 kills to go.
Not ready yet. Go, go, go.
You want to play? Let's play.
Go, go, go.
5 kills remaining.
เอ้าอยู่นู้นเหรอ
I'm out of here.
โอ้ยท่านโอ้ไม่แบ่งเล่นกันเลยนุ่มพอเลิกสตรีมดูแข่งเฮ้ยเช็คก่อนมีอะไรขายเฮ้ยเวเลียนโอเปอเรเตอร์ไอ้คิงไอ้มังกี้คิงอ่ะกูยังตึงไม่ซื้อ
the very first Masters Reykjavik. So GE, again, they're going to have to battle against Titans, but of course, GE, squad full of a lot of veterans. So they've met each other before in various capacities. We'll have to see what they've gathered, because here was what I took away from their opening match against Zeta Division. While sure, Zeta came out even stronger, GE, first of all, looked a lot more organized than they did at kickoff. They were at least able to prove to us what they wanted to do, what the ideas were. Again, maybe a little bit of that execution, like you mentioned, especially in terms of setting up their star duelist Polvi. We'll see if that comes into play.
And I was talking, of course, I always run into Canada.
คู่นี้ครับเป็นทีมระหว่างที่ประเทศไทยกับทีมเกาหลีครับ
One of the toughest matches that we had
เสื้อครับ
was against Global.
ประเทศไทย แต่เหมือนจริงนะตรงปกคอ
ให้เห็นถึงชาติศาสนาแล้วก็พระมหากษัตริย์นะครับ
It's good to have that approach.
มีลิงครับเป็นสัญลักษณ์ประจำทีม
They'll be taking a couple extra moments here on stage.
จะเริ่มเขียนบอลแล้วนะครับรอดูก่อน
หน้าคนแข่งไม่มีคนไทยสักคน
And ready to go.
And you mentioned the setup for Polvi, but I think it goes both ways. I think also important for Polvi to kind of recognize what the tempo for the rest of the team is, right?
Sure.
Even if you think it's the right call, if the comms aren't quite there, you can't just rush in and say, I'll create
อาจจะ
space.
เพราะว่าเป็นลายอันนั้น
Especially a squad like DRX where they know exactly what angles to cover, things like that. Going in alone isn't going to work. Even Paper Rex, they used to not be able to do that against DRX. It was only when they started working as a team that they took down the Giants of Korea.
Let's see how they do fare into this one. Is I think what we can safely anticipate coming into our opening map, which is Ascent, is that Polvy's going to be back over onto that jet going head to head alongside.
มาดูว่าโพวีกับรัฐจะลั่นเปล่าถ้าลั่นก็มีลุ้นอยู่
Keep our eyes on as we go into this, but I'm curious to see if there's going to be any kind of differentiation.
You know, I do hope one of these days.
โหแอสเซนต์ด่านแรก ยังตึงปรี
here and there, but
It's been like twice.
I know, but for the time being, it's going to be the age-old compositions. Obviously, a lot of kind of new highlights just because of the roster and the role swaps here for DRX. And Bane will be picking up that Sova, so that was a big question as well. He picked up the Omen because he wanted to play double controller on both of the maps that they played in their first match against Secret. But now that it's just going to be the one Omen, Mako will stick to that. And Bane, I mean, Sova's the next role that he's played a lot of, so it's definitely not a completely foreign concept. We'll see how well he's tuned in terms of timings, though.
I'm sure that Stax is more than happy to not have to go for the Sova. Was looking all right at the back end of kickoff, but everything before that was definitely rough around the edges. But here we go. We are ready to jump into the action for map number 1 in our second series of the evening. Global Esports versus DRX. DRX going to be first here on the attack.
Wow, yeah.
As the fans are here in the audience.
They've definitely filled up. We saw a lot of people filing in during that break. Now, one thing I also want to mention is Bane was playing quite actively, quite aggressively on that Omen. And sure, you know, while it wasn't all 100% clean, it helped create a lot of space. It helped create a lot of combos, draw a lot of aggro for DRX when they were playing the double controller. Now, when you're playing that Sova, you can't do that. It's not going to be as beneficial, especially on a map like Ascent. So curious to see if just the extra couple days was enough to get their comms in order.
เอ็ดนะเวลาเลยครับป๊าอยู่หรือเปล่า
Now,
34 33
32
32
31
KJ
Some
Util that would be here.
9 28
28 27
26
เดี๋ยวเราไปหนึ่ง
24
สวยครับ
3
เอาสอง
On a bit of
Hey,
an
man.
acceleration mission here as Smoke just
ไปไป
back over here on Cat. That's gonna be Buzz taking down a Russ. Russ finds that.
เฮ้ย
โอ้โหรัฐมันตายยากจังวะเมื่อกี้
แต่ GE เปิดได้ก่อนไงวินแรกเปล่า
Mako clutch.
ป้าตัวอะไรวะ See if Mako got a magic he can potentially work here.
ป้าตัวอะไรมา
Only have that
แมวปลอมครับ
วันนี้มุมนี้จะเป็นเหมือนอาร์ติกป่ะ
Yeah, the position is pretty good for Global Esports. They've got, you know, a double stack. They've got the crosshair right now. Lightning Fast is very low, so if he gets
ป้า
taken
ดู
out
นี้
instantly,
เป็ดป้าไปฉีด
all that
ป้า
attack.
ไป
Just giving information to his squad. Mako now, not sure if he saw both, but so they're right here around the corner. There's the paranoia.
เฮ้ย
There's the big
โบ้
out.
จังหวะนี้
Lightning Fast gone, but now
สโมกขังอยู่ในสโมกไปเลย
a little bit more complex.
เป็น
ยิงล้อหลอกไป1 ที
ตัวเนี่ย
แล้วมาโก้
ร้อยครับ
ถ้าเป็นตัวนะ
Noted
ก็
to
คือ
take it down. Global will
Chụp
find
tay
themselves in this
nè.
round win, starting off Ascent with a nice little victory.
so DRX,
Papa
I mean, they try to pressure mid, try to make sure that they're clearing any potential killjoy until they pressure it to make it
อะไร
look
นะ
like they're going mid. That means that defenders have to
ด้วย
back
ได้ไหม
out
อยาก
of
นั่ง
market,
ป้า
and that gives them
อ่า
time to
ได้เลย
push
ครับ
up
ป้าป้า
นั่งนะ
all the way
Papa.
here to tree. They even have the Sova on the lurk, right? To send an arrow in, a dart in as
ดู
well.
แล้ววันนี้ดูไปแล้ว
Ball is just too fast, right? You hear a little bit of that.
ถ้างองแงจะให้ลงไปข้างล่างนะป๊าไม่ให้งอง
The energy's there for Global Esports, and Polvy, he was calm this time. Didn't overheat. Waited until Bane showed himself. Provided a little bit of extra damage. Very good pistol.
All right, well, I mean, 0 point half.
Hey.
Buzz able to find
Yeah,
one.
hi.
Lightning Fast claiming 3 for himself. Will end up falling. His Stack's just going to be scooping up that spike, but weapons getting that.
วิ่งไง วิ่งไวไปหน่อย เมื่อกี้กดสปีด
Well, just
Here.
taking an inch off of him there. Shots just moments behind Stax. Lucky to still be alive here as
Ui.
Polvy goes for the reload.
นี่สปีด
Scoops back in. Does eat a little bit of damage there.
เอาคุ้มเลยดิสแต็ก
Stax is just going to be looking to make the most out of this opportunity. Grabs that orb. What they do from here, that is the question.
Oh.
It's still-
ส่ง
แล้วทำไมให้คนเลือดน้อยไปเล่นก่อน
หน้าส่งของ
This is the
ชัวร์เลย
weapon
พี่
over to Foxy, despite the fact that he is
นี่ไง
lower in HP. Granted, I guess going
ถือว่าอ่านขาดครับ
to
จั
the
งหวะ
elbow.
นี้
Yeah, wants him to be able to swing
ปึ๊บ
off the
แล้วก็
flash.
พีกมา
ปัง
ชิปป้อง
ปัง เรียบร้อย
There's the
You gun
And
here.
that's what the Outlaw was built for. All in all, I mean, DRX, you know, on their end, not necessarily doing a lot of damage to Global Esports, but they were able to take away a couple things, right? A couple kills. You get the ult point as well for Stax, trying to get close halfway there for the null command. So considering the round, not the end of the world, but Global Esports, the aggression that they have in mind, going for these hard reads off the bat, the round start, it's good for now. But again, you cannot go through a full map of Ascent with just plays like that. You have to start getting ready for those mid-round calls.
When we go to the bonus. See what Global can get done for themselves as Lightning Fast. Stinger in hand on a very far forward push. Russ there to try to back him up and spray across. That's 2 kills found. Buzz and Mako both taken down. Looking for a little bit more. Stack's going to eat some damage there and doesn't offer that much else in reply.
ทำไม GE ดูดีจังวันนี้
นั่นหรือว่า DX ดูบุแหลกป๊า
They're at 85.
DX น่าจะแปลก
นะดูบุแหลกบุเบรนเขามาแทนใครอ่ะ
I mean, you don't really have any control of the map. Of course, you've given up mid entirely. There's the outlaw. Now, Foxy 9 does have full in a single shot, but he will be at risk as he can't trust that turret just yet.
Checking over towards market, nothing spotted. Volvi.
ไม่ทำมิ่ง
Not able to scope it fast enough. Great swing from Bane. Gets the headshot. Does take him down, and that brings it now an equal count. 3v3.
ๆ น่าจะกลับสู่สภาวะปกติ
There
วัน
for
นี้
GRX is Foxy. Gets a very clean
แต่
headshot.
ว่าวาร์ปมาครับ
Having built up the ult.
ได้ยินอยู่
Himself situated over here on the B site. Now Swarm still in play.
Paranoia as well.
Benkai grabs that outlaw. Still wary about somebody pushing up into mid. In the meantime, everybody's just working their way past that nano swarm and Lightning Fast. Slip the net here. We're gonna find out very soon.
อุ้ยใกล้
Get planted. Swing in Foxy. Find that kill. This fight needs to be planted now. Just a second to spare as it does go down. Gonna force him off the corner. Foxy.
มาไวจัด
Bit of
Foxy
damage.
โอ้โห
62, but
มาไวมาก
not reading the
น้องใหม่
time.
เขาจัดให้อะสิ DRX
Round from Foxy
พี่
9,
เกือบ
but still
โยนแล้ว
more
ทิ้งแล้ว
solid one from Global Esports. Yes, they cannot convert that bonus.
ต้องให้น้องๆมาเก็บ
Still
กว่า
do a decent amount of damage.
Yeah, 3 guns down, armor off of 1 extra member as well. Sure, you give up the plant, so the creds flow in for DRX just enough to try to have another shot at stabilizing. But overall, Global Esports, they should feel good about the default that they had, the ideas that they had. Lightning Fast going right up close against that one-way. It's just these kind of mini trap plays that they have prepared, and now they'll finally start to back off. You've got that alarm bot in market. You've got Bolby just peeking out in mid. Sticking with the
เด็ด
outlaw.
เทเลพอร์ต
Be a bit of a mystery there, though. DRX going to be wary of that. 4 members with full armor.
Weapon-wise, though, it's just wise. DRX still with a decent advantage here. I mean, half armor on everybody aside from Polvy. If that comes back to
ช้าเลยเราพอดไปแล้วเนี่ย
ป๊าป๊าแอตตันกับเอสเธอร์เคยแบบว่าทะเลาะกันไหมเด็ก
โอ้ยท
Warning things coming down. Aware that there could be some kind of deep lurk getting set up here from Global Esports. Smoke will come in.
ๆอุ้ยใบสวยจัด
Man Buzz, if you can get that tailwind off just in time. The site is going to be spotted. Doors now shut. Minimizing any potential peaks, and Stacks is just going to be planting right here outside of Pop.
อุ้ย
Double pump. Oh, the
อุ้ยหัวเกับหลุด
Volvi. Lucky to be alive. Void's getting taken down there.
AN เข้ามาทิ้งเหมือนข้ามหมอเบรก
Breakthrough on the Odin. Bane in the meantime also down to 10 HP.
The lurk from Foxy 9 is going to be a crucial one.
เบรก
As
ส
soon
วย
as that door gets broken.
เฮ้ยลอยขึ้นฟ้าไปแล้วบูบี้
Up and over the top. Polvy does manage to entry for 1. Takes out Stacks. Benkai now finding Bane as well, just spraying into the smoke.
ยังนิ่งอยู่
Himself
หนึ่ง
low on health. Buzz finding 1. Gets that kill. Swings back out. Is able to stabilize.
โอ้บัส
Spray.
น่าจะ
บัสมัน
ยาว
สุ
แล้ว
ด
หลังจากนี้
Tie things up
ทำไม
to
ฟ็อกซี่
2.
ถึงไป
Polvy,
Sentinel.
a heroic attempt and a
ยิง
good
แพ้อะ
setup here for the retake. They break
น่า
the
จะโอน
doors
น้อย
and
อ
the
อก
utility of
ก่อน
Polvy flies high. He's able to land on Jen.
เอาง่ายดิอยากเน้นเจ็ดกันโอ้แล้วแพ้
Of course, right by the door, it's still.
มันน่าจะเฟกได้หมดอะเพราะว่า
Foxy 9.
ตอนแรกมันเป็นของแฟลชแบ็คที่มันแฟลชแบ็คออกไปมันเลยเล่นแทนแปลว่ามันน่าจะแบบ
extra support.
ยืดหยุ่นได้เยอะกว่าอีกคน
See, though, it's, you know,
ไฟฉุบแพ้
the scrappier buy into another one. Marshall
ทำไม
picking up
เสียง
here
พี่เอ๋ย
from
ถึง
Volvi.
เบากว่าเสียง
The call is Wiley just
น้อง
try not to buy down too low. Russ will invest, leaving himself with about 1,000.
Lightning Fast getting pinged far back means that they should feel a little bit safer close, but they know that he could have crept up. And that's one of the things, while they don't have to use that play every time, it's done enough to force DRX to respect this one way a lot. Find them a bit of time in the early part of the round.
Flash in, nothing spotted there on the peak.
เด็กๆพลังเยอะใช่ไหมอยากกลับไปเป็นเด็ก
Just looking to pull away and maybe just see if they can set up a trap. It looks like they really just want to continue to play this ambiguously and allow for Lightning Fast to, you know, try to scale up and gain some space here, but it's not biting on it. Playing back here within the site.
Yeah, I mean,
patiently and allowing for DRX to come to them.
Creeping out now just to try to gain space on a on a broken
แล้ว
round
เขาซื้อ
like
ถูก
this.
ไซส์อะดิ
Death sentence for you. So I love the patience from Global Esports. They do have the stand going on A.
เขาล้ม
Oh, what a shot!
คาราล
That
ม
investment so far paying off. Does find that instant jump onto Buzz, taking him down. Out. Sand does need a bit of
ไป
damage
อัน
for
นี้
the
เท่านั้น
fragment.
ย้ายเลย
Yeah, picks himself up a bit, but now yeah, TP across the map. Polvy trying to get there in time to be able to intercept this one, but looks like he's just gonna miss the angle. He could have put that spike down on the floor, but the rest of the team very
ท่า
disconnected.
เยอะจัด
Right now coming through. Bane in the meantime. Very big lurk back over
Ui,
on
ui.
that A site, hearing these rotations coming through. His
บอกซีดุ้งเลย
tag taken out. Polvy
อยู่ๆก็ยิง
pumps there on that Marshall for the final kill, but now Bane looks to strike, finds one. Hunter's Fury coming through,
เฮ้ย
fishing, but I'm not sure if he's going to be rewarded for it. Will won't even try to go for that final shot. Will just go ahead and put the bow away. Stacks in the meantime, going around in main, around the sides of that smoke. Paranoia flying Mako's way.
Lightning.
Dodge on that
Oh.
lightning pass with a quick 180.
Home.
Turns back, gets a headshot there to take down Stacks. Mako
Oh.
now finds one.
โอ้ มาโก้
3K for
อย่า
him.
มาโกะ
ไปล้างจมูก
They're able to stabilize. I mean, the multi-layered lurks there. They're able to use it from the shadows. And of course, Stacks still going the far way around the rotate. Bane still sticks around. And while it can feel like it's a little bit haphazard at times, they even had things like the Hunter's Fury coming online with the kill. So all things part of the plan at the end of the day. Even if Mako had been taken out, Bane, of course, arrives in time on stairs. So each of them understanding the win condition. But overall, I mean, GE, the reads they're having are correct. That should be the scary part for DRX. A couple more of these, and this could be, again, similar to that split that these teams faced off on last year, where it went to just so many overtimes.
Flash in. Russ. All of that. Just to back away. Again, you can see, DRX very much just fighting to stop these peaks from coming out of main now. Since those first 2 rounds. Lockdown at the ready.
Yeah, B's been cleared out with the drone, so they know that the ult orb was taken. Should be wary of the lockdown, so starting to empty the site. I like that they're trying to pinch onto mid.
อุ้ย คม
Dead Buzz.
อุ้ย
Strike a little bit faster. Oh,
แล้ว
on
พริว
the corner. Finds Russ as
Wait,
well.
wait.
Fast trying to hold his ground. Does manage to get Buzz there on the tailwind forward. And Stacks will get picked off. Benkai rushing out. Does manage to find him. It's going to be a 2v2. Spray across. Spike in the hands here of Foxy. Will be able to get that planted.
ยอดนักสแปมในตำนานไปแล้ว เตรียมตัวตายได้เลย
Benkai looking forward, but Mako privy to this, expecting it now, having it
เหมือนจะ
confirmed.
เหมือนจะตายว่ะเอฟ
Get done.
นี่คือ
แปลกๆว่ะ
สุดยอดนัก
แปลมุมนี้ นี่ไง
แตก
เฮ้ย
But has been
เป็น
spotted.
ไง ยอดนักสแปมในตำนาน
Blaze King.
Oh,
Keep them in
di
with
bang
an
man.
advantage. Mako now.
เหมือนพลาดนะพลาดหั
See
ว
if he can try to clutch this one out. Blaze King at 34. Benkai full HP. There's a push forward though. The headshot comes
ทำ
through.
ไมเดินอย่างนั้น
Mako just standing
อุ้ย
tall.
มา
โอ้
Snapping
เวอร์
the follow-up.
ทำไม
A
อย่างนิ่ง
clean here again
เดิน
from
กูนึกว่าตัว
Mako.
ปลอมโยนลูก
4-2 now as DRX
เดินตรง
stretching
เกี่ยว
the lead.
เนียน
You know
เนียน
what you
เผื่อ
see,
เนียนเข้า
though,
ไซ
at
ด์
the
ได้
end of that round, is this is the power that players like Mako
ยอด
have
นักสแปมในตำนาน
start to play scared. They know the clutch is such a real
ส
possibility.
เปรย์ระยะ
It's a
นี้นะ
2v1, and sure, one of you is low health, but you just send the full health guy to try to
โดน
clear
แฟดหน้า
everyone
มันก็
first.
ตื่นเต้น
I mean, I get it. I get exactly what's going through their head, but that's just what happens when you've got a player like Mako who's able to clutch up any
นิ่งนะ
situation.
เฉยๆชอบแบบนี้
They
ผม
start to
ผม
play
เฉยๆครับ
into his hands just a little bit.
ฟรีเลยแล้วกัน ดูช่องไหนกันวะเนี่ย ช่อง
Kickoff.
เจแปนนะ
まあ流れは悪くないけれどもという話ですね。
そうですね。
โตเดซิเน่
た
เฮ้ย
だ
เดี๋ยว
このシ
เดี๋ยว
ョッ
Or the gentle giant of DRX.
To be fair, also Ascent, no comp changes, right? The map hasn't changed. It's the same style through and through. So it could just be that regardless of which players are on the stage, Mako knows exactly what his job is. It's a comfort zone for him at this point. That's
เธอมีเอาจริงว่ะไม่ใส่สูตร
very still awkward to see Termi in a jersey.
Yeah, I can only assume that he spilled coffee or something on his clothes.
Oh,
or the
yeah.
dry cleaning wasn't ready, something like that.
Could be. Could be.
Either way.
Although Termi feels like the guy who would have like 10 of the same suit jackets
เฮ้ย แปลก
and
ใหม่
shirts lined up.
ชีวิตเริ่มยากเมื่อลูกโตแบบแพ็คคู่
Which one
จริ
do
ง
I go today? Beige or cream?
Well, GE
อันนี้สบายหน่อยลูกคนโตแล้ว
ยังไม่โตครับมึงมา
เอ้ยยังไม่โตอีกเหรอ
ยังไง
โหเราโห
ต้องเอก่อนเนาะ
วิรัตมันทำชั่วพี่
มียังต่ำ2 ศพ
นี่มุมนี้อร่อยจัดเฮ้ยแต่ข้างหลังมาดิ
อร่อยมาก 1 2
โอ้โห2จริง
อ้าวป่าเบน
ปลกปลาเป็นปลกมาแล้วสแปมวิเกือบตาย
เซฟ
the killjoy here from DRX. A bit too good. Blaze King now.
ปืนแพลงรับปืนแพลง
Noted in hand. He's just going to be keeping it that way.
ทำชั่วไม่ลง
The other thing to consider here is the fact that all of the good reads that they've had, the solution has been kind of these curveball plays, right? The bit of aggression, kind of these trap plays where as best as you can get them here on Ascent with the compositions that you have. And at this point, DRX, they're building a tolerance towards it. And of course, this is a team that is used to playing against things like that and knowing how to overcome it with basic fundamentals. We're starting to see the consistency come through for DRX. So I would love to see GE have a little bit more depth. Because again, the reads are good. The game plan overall in the right direction, but maybe just a bit more variation. That's what could bring them home a couple more rounds here in the first half.
เฮ้ยเพิ่งเห็นน้องขิมเปลี่ยนรูปอ่ะเอาว่า
Start running away with this one.
ไม่อยากเล่นด่านบลีสไอ้ปุ่ง
ด่านบลีสสนุก
Attempts are good. The ideas are there.
ตรงไหนวะเนี่ยไม่อยากเล่นด่านสปริตด้วย
I think building up a tolerance is one of the best ways that you could
เท่ป่ะโคตร
step by step getting an idea of what GE's priorities are around over
เซ็งอะแซวไม่ได้แซวไม่เข้าแซวแล้วแบบว่าไม่เขินนี่คือเซ็ง
This is a round where again they can play it slowly, check every corner, and then once they're ready to go.
เฮ้ยภาพกระตุกหรือเปล่า
A little whoopsie on the shock dart from Bane. It's Blaze King. No ambiguity here.
Just trying to push him away from here.
Will be dash at the ready. Got the reveal on the one swing. Some decent damage across it. Bane down to 35. Oh, Russ nearly caught out in the open. That could have been catastrophic. Still has an immense.
วันนี้เบนไม่หน้าไม่เหมือนอัดละ
เฮ้ยว่ะมุมนี้หน้าเหมือนอัดเลยว่ะ
เอ้ากูเพิ่งพูดว่าหน้าไม่เหมือน
เหมือน
อัด
เอฟเหมือนมากเลย
เมื่อวานเหมือนกว่าเมื่อวานแบบว่าเห็นแค่ครึ่งหน้านี่คือเหมือนจัดเลย
ใช่มีเหมือนกว่านี้อีกเหรออันนี้เหมือน
มีเมื่อวานคืออัดเลยอ่ะ
ใครเป็นดาราได้
ไม่เมื่อวานไอ้นี่แหละเบนเนี่ยแต่มุมกล้องอีกมุมนึงไงผมว่ามุมข้างกว่านี้หน่อย
โคตรเหมือนเลย
นั่นคืออัดเฮ้ยยอดนักสแปมตาย โอ้โหดูมันวางเป้าดิพี่
โหดวางโหดจัด
ป่าเบนมาแล้วครับเรื่องนี้ป่าจัดการให้
ไม่ได้มันโดนหัวตัด
ป่าขออนุญาตเก็บ1ตัวที่ช็อตเลยแล้วกันป่าอ่านมาแล้วโอ้ย
โดนช็อตยิงละเอ้ยอยู่ดีก็
เป็นใครเงี้ยเป็นใครโหหนักอยู่นะหลังๆ
ผมว่าเป็นใครไม่ไหวละ
เมื่อวาน
ฟอร์มหลุด
ก่อนเป็นใครแบบแปดไม่หลบเลยทั้งเกมอ่ะเข้าใจเลยว่ายังไงเพราะปกติเล่นก็ไม่หลบแปดเหมือนกัน
แต่มุมเนี้ยเหมือน
หลบไม่ทันนะไม่ใช่อะไร
หน้าเหมือนอัดนะ
อัสกุง
นี่เหมือนอัดเหรอเนี่ย
try to shift their weight to the other side, or is it much more going to be kind of the standard spread out default?
เดี๋ยวนี้เวลาครับผู้เล่นเข้า DX นี่ติดมืออย่างเดียวไม่ได้แล้ว
Now it looks like that's the
ต้อง
answer.
เคสหน้ากล้องด้วย
ตอนอยู่เป๊ปกว่าปรับเบน
This though, right? DRX once again, they just want to make sure Lightning Fast never ever considers pushing up on A main. They want A main control every single remaining round of the first half.
มุมนี้นี่แม่งอร่อยตลอด
ไม่เห็น
เห็นแล้วได้ปู
aware of it, does go ahead, dash away, keeps himself safe and elusive for the time being. With Foxy not in the meantime, able to find Russ.
ทำไมเขาดูบุกเข้าง่ายจังวะพอไปเล่นเองเนี่ยโอ้โหกว่าจะได้เข้า
buy committed, but DRX
เราไม่มีตัวแฟดแต่ดิบิม
มัน
ไม่มี
เขา
แฟดถ้ามีสบายเลย
เขาใช้ของอะไร
Those
จังหวะ
tough moments, they may just have
เนี่ย
to make the call to
เป๊ะ
go
อะ
for the save early.
โควี่ไม่ได้
But look
ตัด
at
เลย
this.
เกม
Foxy says no saving for you.
ขวาก็
I
ดี
mean, he's gone all the way through the B site.
ถ้า
They're
ส่ง
gonna
ของไม่
commit
ดี
the
เผลอ
lockdown
โด
to
น
this,
ตัด
and
หนึ่ง
they are
โควี่
going
ได้
to
เล่น
have no idea that Foxy has made it
ส
all
แกน
the
ลูก
way
นี้แหละ
through their own
อร่อย
spawn.
But DRX, they're not moving. Buzz is still sat here. He's waiting to see if he can take somebody down on the entry. He is going to be able to find one
Minute
place
spam.
and then clean him up. Lock on the
อันนี้แหละครับ
finds
โปร
lightning
ปิดเกม
fast. Everybody else tucks back
อุ้ย
away.
ป่าเบนเอาหน่อย
Foxy 9 now
ต้อง
getting
มี
ready
ถึง
to
ดาบแล้ว
strike. The reveal out swing.
เฮียป่าเบนกูไปแล้ว ใครจะอยู่ก็อยู่
Foxy 9, I think gotta die. Yep, he gives his life to the cause there to pull off that flank.
โอเค
I mean,
ป่าเบนบอกได้เดี๋ยวเอาให้ขอเกมหน้านะ
ปีด
really
เข้ากระตุก
shot
เก็บ
them
ตังค์
through in GE's first half
ไม่เป็นไร
for sure.
แบบนี้เดียว
I
เลือก
loved that call from Foxy because the thing is he got
มัน
that kill
มี
early
กระ
on
ตุกกระ
against
ตุกไม่ปิด
Russ, so you know they're
ไม่
well
ไม่
aware
ก
of
ระ
the
ตุก
lure.
มา
So rather than just playing for the chances, he wants to absolutely ruin any
นาน
hope
ๆทีกระตุกทีเล
that
ย
G will have of trying to climb back on the
เหมือน
defense.
เฟรมดรอปใช่ไหม
ใช่ใช่
หรือว่าผมเป็นคนเดียวที่เป็นนิดหน่อย
7-2.
นานๆเป็นที
Rounds in a row.
Yeah,
naan
7
เป็น
rounds
ที
in a row, as you say. Ever since the bonus, the GE need to find something. Need to find some wins.
กะเอาใกล้ตายเลยนะ
Wonder Fresh
I think about Pacific Ascent. I think about the defending side.
ที่เลือกครับ
I also a lot of times think about DRX, their flood retakes.
ที่เลือกมาโดนฮะ
It's not going to be an easy one. Even
Last
if, you know, they have to work with Bane getting used to the team right now on the Sova. Quite frankly, they probably have a pretty condensed
เหมือน
version,
กับว่า
a
ทัวร์
little
ที่แล้ว
sparked
เหมือนจะ
version of their
เด่นกว่านี้ปะ
playbook at this point.
มันยังไม่เข้ามือเท่าไหร่
ก็เด่น
Follow the
เด่น
flowchart.
แหละแต่เจอเด็กไม่ได้เล่นนะ
0 points sent out. Check and see if there's going to be anybody lurking over by Wine.
ผมว่าใน DRX คนที่เสียไปไม่ได้เลยคือบัตกับมาโก้แล้วก็โอ้โห
Nice and steady. Now
สามคนเนี่ยไอ้สามคนนี้ยังไงต้องอยู่
no command and just here, even with the Waker weaponry here for GE.
Look at Foxy though. Still sat here in B main, looking ready to
Oh,
try to
oh.
intercept onto those two players.
Time in the
Here's
check.
them starting to rotate out, and there's the first one.
เฮ้ย
Back off screen, Colby dead.
ยิงได้ไงวะไอ้แบบนั้น
Side rush trying to duke it out against Buzz. Just taking dangerously low, 13 HP remaining there on that
Timing.
Genesis. Foxy now just keeping Blaze King completely locked in
ดู
this
แล
B
สอง
side
ตัว
prison.
แต่ว่ามันก็ต้องอยู่นี่ตลอดไป
You want to help your friend? You want to go to the A site? I don't think so.
ไม่มีทรงเลยวะ
View for Blaze King,
Gee.
man. That is. Oh,
Oi.
this is just
Foxy.
the worst.
Okay,
Ay, di ba?
we'll be able to scare Foxy
ปืน
off
น่ากลัว
now.
I mean,
But
sure,
it's
but
just
บา
it's so
ชิง
much
เต็ม
time
เต็ม
on.
ร้อยเลยอะ
And Blaze King doesn't want to carry that singer forward.
exactly. Wow, I mean, I'm impressed.
กำลัง
by
จะพูดเลย
Foxy
เมื่อกี้ว่า
Nine.
เดี๋ยว
One of the
ฟ็อกซี่ก็
things
จะ
that
ขาดไม่ได้ละ
everyone around the world agreed on
เดี๋
was
ยวช็อต
that
นี้
he
เข้า
would
ไปคิดดูก่อน
overheat. He was that typical star potential rookie
กูแล้ว
that
ดักได้
used
คนห
to
นึ่ง
play
นะเนี่ย
duelist, was a solo Q
อัด
demon,
เจอ
and then he would overheat. He would
แต่
overheat
ผล
again
ล้ำหน้า
and
ครับผม
again.
โอ้โห
He's become this kind of steady sentinel.
เอามือ
Not only
Lek
does he
กันไป
not overheat, but he's gotten even craftier.
หัวกินนัดว่าเมื่อกี้
Very nicely played there.
มันอยากสแปม
Blaze King is able to upgrade his weapon, but he's the only one
ขอสัก
carrying
นิ
it
ดนึง
forward. Is Russ getting traded out at the very end, able to maintain control of that weapon. Well,
ฮาคุนิฮันยงนามัสบิดะ
Global now calling their second time out here in this first half.
Wow.
Yeah.
มีใครเห็นต้าไหม
You definitely want more
Down.
on your defending half. Sure, it's a scent, but when you go to the attack, at least you have the initiative. You're going to be able to control the tempo a little bit, or at least that's of course a little bit more likely. So trying to right the ship before you get there, you'll have halftime to discuss the overarching plan for the second half. You can get to 4-8.
นอน
Not all hope is
ก้อน
lost,
ก้อน
but
ขาวๆอย่างนี้ก้อนเม
anything
ฆ
less than that on Ascent starts to feel like absolute
Nah,
miracle territory.
แผนเลย แล้วก็สกิลเพย์สู้เด็กไม่ได้ครับผม
I mean, we need to see immediate changes.
หน้าฮอนให้ดิ
This round, this time out, it has to lead to
สั
something.
งเกตการเลือกผู้เล่นคือไม่ได้เลือกผู้เล่นที่แบบอยู่ในช่วงท็อปฟอร์มมารวมกัน
It's,
เป็น
you know, it's into the next
ทาง
one.
เบน
That's
ก็
where
เหมือน
we
เอา
need to see
อะไร
the
มา
fruits
เติม
of
อะ
the
ไรเงี้ย
labor. Well, the RX are now at 9.
Yeah,
So
it's
something
already
needs to
too
pivot
late.
here. So 8-4 already a position that you do not want to
ไม่
be
มี
in.
ทรงเลย DRX ก็มันโหดด้วย
Some tools to try to make this work.
It's so unfortunate though.
ผมว่า
I mean,
DRX
look
ชุ
at
ดนี้
the
โหด
ults.
มาก
You've got the Huntress Fury one away from the lockdown. DRX can just buy time again and again and again, get the orb, and then launch whichever ults they want to crush this timeout's value.
ยากละโอ้โห
ไม่ได้เล่น กลับยังไงดี
Quick updraft will stay sat right in front of market doors here. So you parting
แล้ว
shot
เสีย
dart
ของ
to
หมดเลย
start
สำหรับ
clear
โฟวี
any util that might have been lurking forward. Turning sights now back
แค่
over
แฟ
to
ดแบ็ก
mid.
แฟดแบ็กติดชาสุดตัว
We'll go ahead and take note of him. Now he's just got a hightail out of there.
ไปไหนไม่ก็โดนไอ้สแกนไล่
Good adjustments from both sides. A good read from GE on what DRX is going to want to do after B main was shut down.
นึกถึงเสียไอ้เจมส์เลยที่สแกนนี่ไม่ง
Oh, well, Ross
กูรัดปะ
turned away
We
from
love-
that one, able to find a second kill. Buzz and Stacks take
เอ้า
it
หรือ
down.
ว่าคอมโบกับไลนิ่ง
Bane finds that one, but Foxy pushing forward. Knowing Lightning Fast position.
You should run.
เมื่อกี้ถ้าไลนิ่งมาช่วยยิงน่าจะได้อยู่
Spike planted.
No health here on Bane, but so much space bought by this ult as well as time. Mako, rare look with him
Lock down
loaded
ตรงนี้
in his hands.
รอคอมโบสโมก
พรุ่
ต่
ง
อ
นี้ถ้าพี่เอฟง่วงแล้วหลับนี่ทิกเจอร์ไม่ได้นะ
He's going to become
หลับ
an
ตาม
Odin
ใช่เหรอ
user. He's gonna
ถ้าพี่หลับก็ให้
become
ทิกเจอร์ไป
thrill
เล่นเถอะ
man.
Start out, repositions. Paranoia now sent.
เรียบร้อยนักสแปม
Immediately rewarded for it. 30 bullets remaining. I mean,
กลับ
even
เลย
the
ละกัน
ult just to try to fish him out of here.
เซฟเลยจ้ะ
It's just impossible.
เซฟไปกี่ตาแล้วเนี่ย
They
สา
will
ม
be sent
ไม่มี
packing
ทรงเลย
once
ไหม
again. As DRX will now move up to 9.
ฟรีแต้มหรือเปล่า ฟรี
Again,
แต้ม
the
ฟรีดิกหรือ
immediate
เปล่าสำหรับ
reactions,
คู่นี้
the calls from us are pretty good, I have to admit, right? You shut them down on B, you're still holding it with the op. Polvi tries to retake control of it, so now you smoke off mid, you drone it, you reposition Polvi towards mid. They drone it, but you still think that you're able to slow it down, and that's when DRX throws a curveball. Sure, you shut down the initial part of it, but then Foxy9, the late delayed push from main. And we saw it in the back of that screen. Mako still shrouded stepping in as well, just to be able to trade should things go awry. There's just too many layers to DRX right now.
This is how you know that Mako's an honest person. He closed things out with that Odin, didn't take it forward. Not carrying it forward into the next round. Says, okay, this is just the best tool for the opportunity that I have right now. But I'm not that kind of gamer.
You know, one day he'll see the light.
That's the darkness. You are the
เข้าไว
Sith
จัด
whispering into his ear. Buzz on the entry though,
Oh.
turns back, finds Lightning Fast. Back
อ่าไปด้วย
Benkai in hell is able to find one. Russ with a great approach.
อุ้ย
though,
มาว่ะ
swings out. Benkai
มาแล้ว
ว่ะป่าเบนมาแล้ว
Looking like a decent
เฮ้ยปะ
chance
เนี่ย
now. That
93
9-3 half here for global. Benkai at 5 HP, but just Foxy and Bane
เฮ้ยจะ
now
เด็กไม่น่าไหว
remaining. All the
เฮ้ยก็ทำ
veterans
อะไรดีเอ็กไม่ได้
have been eliminated. Thrown to check. Benkai
Hang up.
spotted. Try to see if they can flush him out.
ช็อกด้านลูกนี้แหละ
Would
อร่อย
survive the trick.
เล็งอยู่เล็งอยู่
Thinking
เล็งอยู่
about it,
เฮ้ย
just figure out which lineup to use here.
โอ้โห
They kind of whiff on
Ow.
it though. Actually, it does take
เอาจนได้
still
ถอยหลังไม่ได้
2v3 with an operator on the opposite
โอ้แล้ว
side.
เหลือ
as
เหลือ
well
นั่
as
นเหลือ
that
สองคน
Odin
นี้อีกแล้ว
up in heaven. They're inching closer and closer, getting ready for the peak. There's the flash.
โอ้โห
Setup
ไม่
is
ให้เล่น
good.
ไม่ให้เล่น
Vayne now with
น้องใหม่เอาหน่อย
everything to do, with no tools with which to do it. A double stack Odin up on
30
heaven
seconds left.
with Russ down in front.
โอ้โหสวิงยังไงไหวอะสามกระบอก
Down global, finally able to break that win streak here in the very
ถ้า
last
ยิงได้
round
น่า
of
จะ
the
ต้อง
half.
พอสเอ็กคอม
9-3. DRX
แปลว่ายิงสามตัวเลย
control here on Ascent.
9 rounds in a row since DRX bought rifles. I mean, that is just insane, no matter what you think.
คิดว่าถ้าเป็นไอคอมมันจะอ้อมไหม
Relative strength of each team. So all the credit to DRX, especially once again, considering that the initial
Oh, wait,
reads from
another
DE
low,
seemed
hey,
really
hey,
solid.
hey,
A lot of teams would fold under that, right? You
Yeah,
start
the
to think that you're
comment
getting red, they're always prepared for
ไอ
you.
คอม
Starts to shake things up, but not
the
DRX.
com.
I mean, for one, they've played on this map so many times. They are the protagonists of so many impossible map wins on Ascent, going back and forth. So
Oh yeah, I mean, you think about 2022 champs alone.
yes,
The number of overtime
Oh my
performances
gosh.
there.
Yeah, I mean, everyone in Korea on the verge of having a heart attack during that event. But
Wasn't just those of us in Korea, my friend. There was palpitations in Istanbul that
I'm
evening.
sure. I'm sure.
Oh,
Well, it's been a
no.
while since we've seen that.
A dab, yeah.
Lots of fans here. I'm sure a lot of fans also kind of
คน
just
มาเชียร์
happy
ใน
to see
ประเทศเยอะจัด
a rejuvenated
จัด
DRX
เกาหลี
despite
บ่อย
the
เนาะป้า
circumstances.
วาแลนด์เอง
Yeah, I mean,
ศูนย์กลางนะเขา
I
เป็น
think
ศูนย์กลาง
they certainly had
เขาเป็น
caught
ศูนย์กลาง
a
เลยเหร
lot
อ
of people off
ใช่
guard
ครับ
with
แบบ
the way that they were looking.
เหมือน
Fans very much so rallied up there in the
ถ้า
audience.
อเมริกาก็
Just
ปั๊บเลยนะ
considering the changes, you know,
ยุโรปก็เยอรมัน
this young, incredible looking prospect being able to play for, you know, we don't really know how long.
But Bane, I mean, he's doing exactly what he needs to for this team to be able to play to their comfort. I think
อเมริ
that's
กา
mostly
LA
their
ไหม
hope for now. Bane will still have plenty more chances for him to shine all the way through. I mean, once again, you have to remember, if you haven't been following, Bane was the original guy that DRX said this is one of the people that we want to grow to be the future of DRX Valorant. He was on the OG
เข้าการ์เด้น
training squad.
โอ้โหเดี๋ยว DIX มาแพ็กกลางอะดิ
Finally given his chance on the big stage.
โอ้
Flash
อุ้ย
freeze on timing.
วิเคาน์เตอร์ได้ดีครับช็อตนี้
Quite was good covering fire there.
Up
Colby will
the-
be able to take out Boxing 9.
จีใจถึงมากเลยเลือกด่านนี้มาเจอ DI
himself around the corner, but cannot do so.
อาจจะมีแผน
End up falling. Benkai with 2.
แต่ว่าฉันก็มั่นใจใน
This
แผนของ
pistol
ฉัน
round seems like global.
มันคอมเหมือนกันด้วย
Carrying forward, the success of the squad from last year when it comes down to
Mako.
pistols.
อันนี้ไม่ใช่คอมยอดฮิตแล้วตอนนี้
2-0.
คอมสิ้นคิด
ถ้าเป็นเล็กอาจจะไปเล่น
Around goes
คอมอื่น
in hand. Smoke blooms, clears out on the dart.
อาจจะ
Pushes
มีเลส
in,
ให้เห็น
hits the dink, but cannot confirm the kill. Plenty of damage.
เหลือ
dealt,
สอง
but
อุ้ย
Colby pushing forward in mid will intercept Mako
ปืนพกนี่
before
ได้
he can
รัวๆเลยนะ
activate his clutch powers. That will be
ไม่รู้
global.
พี่เอฟจำได้ไหมผมมีเงินบัญชี 0.15 บาท ตอนนี้มีเงินส
Yeah,
มัค
like
รส
you
มาชิก
said,
ของพี่เอ
all
ฟแล้ว
things as they should
Very
be.
good ครับเยี่ยม
GE winning the pistols.
เอาหรอ
ถือว่าบริหารเงินได้ดี
But we'll see. I mean, GE last time they obviously smooth sailing up through the anti-eco and then 9 rounds in a row. See if they can do it. The trading, you know, the comms seem to be on point that time in
Ui.
mid. Povey able to
Ninh
get
ขึ้นว่ะ
hide out and trust his teammates to cover enough time for him to re-peak.
No investment here from DRX. Never really
Ow.
a team that tries to go for any kind of forced buys.
เป็นมาเพลิน
Buzz does try to take some very aggressive early space. It's punished for it. A very small amount of damage there on the Lightning Fast, who is still going to be sitting pretty there.
ๆก็ยาก
Outside
อยู่
of
ดี
A, Polvi with that outlaw.
เลิกก็ดียากอยู่
Down Bane, so already key advantages
โอ้โห
found here. As
เละ
looks like the call is just made to say like, oh,
Oi.
rush him down, see if we
Oi.
can get any value here. Reload from Foxy 9 tucks back around the corners, trying to get these right clicks woven in. Hadn't been able to connect on the Lightning Fast. They may have been able to find
Lightning
themselves
Fast
a second
เกือบผิด
kill, but it's going to be global. Picking up 2 in a row once more. But this is where things started going wrong for them in the opening half. The rifle purchase here for DRX.
ด้วยที่ผมอ้วนขึ้นอ่ะ เสื้อแน่นอ่ะ ยังเห็นได้ชัดเลย ไม่ไหวแล้วเข้าโปรเจกต์
Still going to be good if you get the headshots. We'll see if he's able to do that. Now on the attacking side, sometimes it's going to be up to Polvi to get those peaks.
Quit placing swarm grenade.
See what the call's going to be, but right now, 3-2 split.
Scanning ahead.
Benkai and Polvi off over near B lobby. Smoke down, taking a peek in towards tree. Nothing really going to be spotted though. Polvi looking like he's still going to try to lead the charge with that outlaw in hand. Drone in the meantime coming through. Mako just back really quickly, clearing that one out. Sends down the smoke to try to get some delay. His fragment will land there. Forces him
อุ้ย
off
มี
the
ไลน์อั
edge
พ
for
นี้
the
เดียว
time
วะ
being.
อย่างตึง
Yeah, the paranoia a little bit
ใครนั่ง
early.
อยู่กลาง
It
สโม
did
กวะ
allow them to get all the way through tree. The window is broken.
Gonna have to use that like a shotgun if you want to try to find value in it. Tries to swing in, Buzz.
กระบอกมัน
Get
ใหญ่
on top
ไป
of
หน่อย
him, so
สิ
finds those 2 kills. TP to the side, lightning fast
Ui.
around the corner, but a little
Pew.
bit late to pull the trigger. Buzz able to back away.
Yeah, the wide angle, now the double as well. You're in tree. Lightning Fast just waiting for them to come through. But the thing is the main force can't get in unless Lightning Fast can do something about it.
There's the reveal, just pinged down, trying to
เฮ้ย
go ahead and get
ลู
him
กหมด โอ้โห
forward. Eventually, Bane will be able to do so with that wall bang,
ถูก
forcing
มัน
him
น้อย
out
ไปหน่อย
into the open. The 5-member strong here versus
Ui.
Russ. He will be able to get
โอ้ย
to deny it.
หลับมันคม
DRX once again get rifles in hand, get themselves
ได้เลย
around
น้องขิม
win.
จัดให้
Now are up
เหมื
to
อนเดิม
10.
เลยเหมือนเรา
Flawless
แบบแรกๆ
All
อะ
right, GE still just enough room for them to try to go for a comeback here.